Could you tell that we're live?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little
Good,
bit.
good, good. See, now no one can ask, "Are we live?" Yeah.
Well, I mean, this ain't like StreamYards. It doesn't have a little. Actually, no, it does. Very, very top,
Very,
top
very
part.
top. It tells that you're live, but it also kind of mutes you before it because there's the little intro and outro that happens. So we are dead. No, you're not dead yet. Deadpool 85. God, isn't it supposed to be 1999? Deadpool
Who knows?
1999. I swear that's supposed to be a thing. Or is it 2099? I don't remember which Marvel universe he's supposed to belong to. 85 sounds wrong. Let's see. We also got from Darwin. I'm here for the pre-show. Be sure to like the stream. It says stream. Don't take any effort and help people find Sparky. I don't know. I don't know if they really want to find Sparky. He comes with shotguns and stuff. I don't know. Are we gonna
Shotguns
keep?
and they go electrocute people.
Yeah, I know. 85 was the look. Do you need to tell me the year that you were born? I mean, I don't tell everybody the year I was born. Jeez.
You're
Usually just give
older
me the
than
age, and even
fucking.
that's questionable. Fuck.
I was gonna say you're fucking older than rocks.
Pretty close. Pretty close. I'm a Gen Xer. Yes, I've reached that age for giving you unsolicited advice. Is a it's required. It's kind of like a requirement now. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I feel like I'm to that point a little bit with
Hmm.
some groups of people that we know.
Ah, see.
Because I'm like 15 years older than these groups of people. I'm like,
Yep.
why are the Zoomers just all over the fucking place? I don't know.
Because they zoom. They zoom. No, see, they believe just like the millennials that they were built off of. Well, no one cares about your advice. See, there you go. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Dick. I honestly, it's one of those advices I really don't care about giving, but apparently I'm supposed to give it. I don't know. Either way. But no, when it comes down to the millennials into the zoomers, and again, you have to be careful of the millennials because there's three different, versions of them. Um, yeah, they believe that they were grew up on trauma when Gen Xers and all the movies that they had to exist in was trauma induced. So yes, we were the
Well,
trauma.
I don't know what millennials think that because I remember growing up and there's nothing. There was no trauma about it. It was like looking back at everything that's happened from then to now, and
Yeah.
just all around. It's like it was like the best fucking time to grow up in.
Yeah, well, again, like I said, it depends on the generation of millennials because there's at least three types. Just like there's three types of Gen Xers and the three types of Boomers and so on and so forth. There's usually the beginning, the middle, and the end of that generation. And I'm kind of stuck in the middle of my gen. And anybody who's in the beginning of the first portion of their gen usually kind of starts the direction and it kind of just teeters off when somebody else takes over, and it's the last group that crosses over. So the younger millennials and the starter of the zennies, the zoomers, they are the ones that believe that trauma is a social vice. It needs to be
Yeah.
told by everybody.
See, whenever I grew up, um, whenever I grew up, if we want to play games in the computer room, we got to turn on old Apple IIs with the big fucking 8 inch, 6 to 8
Mm,
inch
yeah.
floppy drives to put in to either play Number Muncher or one of those games.
Yeah. Those were the days. I mean,
Yeah,
if you had to
I
if you had
was
to watch
I
TV, you
was
had to figure which channel you wanted out of
I
5.
was I was like going into my my teenage years when Y2K happened.
Mhm. Zoomers start between 97 and end roughly about 2012.
See, I don't mind doxing my fucking buff year because it's on my Twitter. It's 88.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So I'm one of those special people that I can actually say, yeah, I was born in 88. So if I have 88 behind one of my deals, it's not a Nazi symbol.
Oh no. Yeah, millennials, the generation Y, they started in 81, finishing off around 96, give or take. So,
I'm probably gonna throw the link out here to someone else
yeah,
too,
by all means.
because I mean, we gotta get some expertise on the subject matter.
Stop off on top off on gas. Why, James? Why are you topping off on gas? Are you
I
huffing it?
remember, no, I remember. So my dad has this big ass black dually Chevy 3500, and it's a special black dually. It was it's an RS series. It was specifically made by Chevy to pull the trailers for the Clydesdale horses way back in the day.
Ooh,
And there was only so many of them made, and somehow
yes.
my stepdad got a hold of one, brand new.
Ah, nice.
And this thing has two 20-gallon gas tanks with a 454 throttle body. It
Mm,
was one of the it was one of the first generation of 454s that came out with throttle bodies.
okay.
And I remember because we always drive to um our step family lives in Osage County.
Uh-huh.
Put a final point on just so I don't have to dox the actual city, but Osage County, Oklahoma. It's about a 3-hour drive. And I remember whenever we went to go fill that truck up from empty,
Hmm.
it cost about $60 to fill up both tanks.
Yeah.
And that was two 20-gallon tanks.
Yeah, no, no. Give me 1 second there before you continue. James, it's called the Flock of Seagulls, the band, and the song is Iran. Anywho, uh, it wasn't too bad for back in the time frame where you can actually get a good gas guzzler to run on premium.
Yep. Now, my Ford Explorer Sport Track, which also has just a 20-gallon tank, takes about $60 to fill up
Yeah.
for one
Yes.
tank.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. No, they don't make the good gas guzzlers that they used to.
Oh no. Oh
Mm,
no, they don't.
mm.
And we still have that truck. It just
Yeah.
doesn't move.
Well.
It's too expensive to start it up and run it. When you
uh,
start that truck up, you heard that engine, the sound of like slurping up a Capri Sun packet that almost like you hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what you hear when you start that truck up every time.
Nice,
It's just,
nice.
yep, you can physically watch that gauge go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something about gas nowadays is a little different. I don't know. I don't get it. Don't
Yeah.
get it.
As far as gas prices,
Mm.
I don't think they're gonna get too. I honestly don't think it's gonna get too extreme.
Uh, I'm not gonna say they will. I'm not gonna say they won't. Right now, it's kind of up in the air. With the current operations that happened in Iran, and the threats of a lot of different things, it's questionable what's going to be happening with the eastern side of the world bringing over gas to the western side of the world. Now, uh, it's happened before. Gas prices has gone up during the Desert Fox time frame, but I don't know if it's a repeat or not. So it is kind of like I said up in the air, but I don't know what Iran is going to be doing with you folks down there in the lovely United States of America. So should be interesting.
Well, we get most of our gas from like Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, which is not
Yeah,
controlled by
and
Iran.
the area that they have to cross is through Iran, that area, and it is going to be interesting. And we have a Mama Akko here. He's supposed to be on vacation.
I am on vacation, yes. I have my vacation buddy in the background.
Hey,
Ah.
I know your vacation, buddy. I don't know if you wanted to say who, but
Oh, it's temp. I don't think he minds.
all right. Okay.
No, because you're in my office.
Yeah, Akko is in Tim's office on his lap.
I am. No, fuck no.
Is it the other way around then?
Yes, it's the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Because I have no context.
At least
for what
it's somebody
you're
on
saying.
somebody's lap. Please, jeez.
He doesn't know what you just said, so he's kind of concerned right now.
It's okay. Be
It's
very
all fine.
concerned.
It's fine. Just don't say yes and nod his head.
Oh, of course. I may have to mute myself occasionally since I'm in his office, though.
It's fine.
It's all good. So, well, now that we have you here, you're one of, a couple VTubers that I know. I don't really, as everyone knows, understands, I really kind of don't consider myself a VTuber. I'm just somebody who uses an animated model.
You're
Look,
one
I
of the
tell-
meanest people towards VTubers ever. Don't you know that you have been absolutely evil towards a couple VTubers recently? I'm here to make you pay for that.
Oh, that's fine.
But I'm the asshole that likes to put hurt on YouTube. Really?
I know. So I know that there's like a. Yeah, let's not start apart and not push anything. I didn't know if you want to chat about that. Just
I don't care.
slightly.
Go right ahead. No, I really don't care. You're more than welcome to say. I've congealed my opinions pretty concisely.
Yeah. Well, no, and me and Rogue talked about this live
Yesterday.
on Friday about the whole Rima Evans Star situation. And the only reason why I really brought it up is because I got a message in the middle of stream from Rage going, dude, Mizu's just turning your new one. And it's like, yeah, I kind of figured.
Well, it's like kind of funny because the entire time that did you watch the video? I'm assuming you did.
I didn't watch Rima's video by itself. I watched Rima's video when Mizu was going along and watching it. I watched
Of course.
his coverage. I watched his coverage of it, and I went back and I skimmed some parts on her actual video, and I went through and I went to go count on how many times that I was either name dropped or something shown in place of pinning on Mizu, which I have no absolute fucking reason why that was done. But
It's because you're in our servers. Because you're in our server and because you talk to us and you've been on stream with me, you're automatically like best friends with Mizu behind the scenes.
Well, congratulations.
Which, to be honestly fair, I mildly did something similar when I inferred that she's friends with a lot of the mythic people, even though I'm pretty sure I have DMs where she said that these people are her friends.
all right.
Oh.
Time out. Hang on. There is a big 100% difference in that.
Okay.
I need to
One.
get a drink.
Fine. A stuffed drink or just a drink?
Get a drink for both of us.
So here's the big difference, and here's how I look at this. I am just in the UTT. So I'm in UTT under the T. I am in your server, Arco.
Yes.
I am in Lumi's server, and I'm in Ava's server.
Yep.
I am not in Mizu's server. And there's a reason why I'm not in Mizu's server. Because me and him had a knockout, drag out fight like 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was
I
really
find it-
like a month, honestly. Cause
No. This
are you
was
talking about the Billy Mitchell one?
No, that was in UTT. I'm talking about Mizu's server.
Oh, fair enough.
I left Mizu's server like 4 or 5 months ago. Because we wasn't going to agree on a topic that we were talking about. And everyone just started kind of railing on me for my points. Like, it's whatever. And it's like, this is my stance. You don't like it. I guess I can leave later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you deal with shit. You don't continue fighting or anything like that. If you can't come to agreement on a situation, okay, we can't agree. We'll leave it at that and go. And I find it funny because all the times that me and Mizu have gotten into skirmishes in the servers, in any of the servers, I think it's about 10 times worse than the skirmish than Mizu and Rima had.
Yeah,
I
except
think
you're
each time.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, except the difference is that you're not acting like a woman and choosing to lie, delete DMs, and attempt to slander him to a massive audience of individuals, knowing that they will believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the main thing. And it's like, so the main difference is I'm comfortable in stating that Rima knows or associates with the people in Mythic. It's because it is a company that has internal ties with one another.
I can believe that. Even though I don't have solid proof of her interacting with these people behind the scenes, because I don't think I'm ever going to get that, even though I was on talking terms with her, I know for a fact that she does. And she can't really just like, oh, I'm not friends with. It's like, it doesn't matter if you are friends or not friends with these people. Like, put whatever label you want on it. You interact with these people on a professional level. And I know you do, because I don't think just anybody gets into special concerts with these people together. You have to know somebody to know somebody. And I think she knows people. So it's just like, I don't really like how she's like, oh, guys, obviously I don't know these people. And it's just like, yeah, you do.
So I felt comfortable doing this because of people who was in Mythic or went to go apply for Mythic, the contract that's been put out, and there's versions of this contract out there, and it's pretty much all the same.
Yeah.
When you get into Mythic, you basically agreed that Mythic's the only talent agency that you use worldwide. You don't get to use it. Yeah. You don't get to pick any other talent agency. You don't get to do that. It's Mythic only. Along with Mythic, they also allow a lot of different things. So they have different services within Mythic. So within that service provided by Mythic, you have world-class talent management. Have our talent management help you grow your brand. Groundbreaking show and IP creation. So in Mythic, you have tools, access to tools, of people with tools that help you distribute and control your IP, which is one of the things that they state in their contracts.
Yep.
Along with that, you have exclusive publishing for your stuff. You have opportunities to brand build with different creators or different products, because they also have a brand listing with all the brands that they are associated with. Unmatched sponsorship deal flows. So you get special offers for sponsorships. Team and organization partnerships. Join in with most of our members in Mythic in partnering and doing other activities within the corporation.
Kind of reminds me of Night Media.
Yeah, well, they are associated with Night Media. That's
no shit.
Yeah. Top of the line merchandising and licensing, financial advertisements. Also, we have a team of lawyers to help our talents through any legal concerns that might hit them along the way of their journey.
Yeah, Night Media.
So, I don't care if Rima. So, I'll give Rima this. Rima may not have had contact with any of these people, but it's there.
No, I agree. I think that the fact that she's like, oh, guys, I'm obviously not friends with these people. I think she knows that, like, there is question about it, but it's not public. So she can just say, guys, this obviously isn't true. But it's just like, come on now. You're obfuscating the truth and you're lying. And it's just like, it ruins any good faith that I've ever decided to have, which is really sad because I legitimately thought that she was one of the good ones. And now the next time I see like her stumble and fall, I'm just going to be like, this is what you asked for. Deal with it. You asked for drama, you're going to get drama. And I even said this to somebody in my comments today because they're like, oh, Mizu's being overly critical. I'm like, Mizu is very base level with people that he considers friendly. Like, he could be way harsher on her, and he isn't. He isn't.
Mizu could treat Rima like he treats me.
Exactly. The big difference,
Which is funny.
Big difference is
because
he knows what you've taken before. I think that's part of the thing is he knows that Rima can't take this, and he's being nicer about it. I'm not going to speak on behalf of him, but like, unironically, like she is. If this is how she's going to handle him, I dare to wonder what would have happened if Anna Valens actually made the article on her and what opportunities she would have lost. 'Cause
Oh,
I
she
feel like
lost. So she didn't she lose her mind a little bit when Anna Valens trying to
She
get
did.
a hold of her.
she did, and we comforted her.
It's like here's the thing. She's a drama tuber.
Yeah,
End of the day, end of the story. She may not classify herself as that. She goes into doing deep dives onto situations of people where drama has happened. And guess what? She got her start, her main start, with the Celine Toxic-y Doki boat situation.
yep. That's what everybody followed her by. That's what everybody recognizes her by.
Yeah.
That's what I
the main
recognize her by.
Yeah, the main person that helped her out, Legal Mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you right now, and I'm not going to speak for Legal Mindset, but I'm going to give my opinion on this.
Okay.
100% the route that Andrew doesn't subscribe to drama. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be a part of it. It's fun to look at. It's fun to watch. That's not what he wants his channel to be about. And I get that, and that's completely understandable. He will talk to people who talk about drama. And to him, that's completely fine. Whenever you go through and you try to blacklist people, which is actually real funny because I believe Rima either did that comment.
She did. Well, she put on her description, why are these people being associated? She's like, be careful if you associate with these people. She basically is saying, don't interact with these people and trying to blacklist us. So,
yeah.
Which is funny because I've been very careful to say, please continue to watch Rima. Please continue to give her your attention. Even though I don't really like her and what she's decided to do, I think she's a good person. I said that in the beginning of my video.
Well, I find it well, and
I still mean that.
Well, the evil Sparky that has been harassing her, according to her, said that in my live stream going over her fucking video. Yeah, I was harsh on her. I was very critical of her about the very beginning of the video. I told everyone's like, yeah, don't attack her, don't slander her, attack the points, attack, if you have legit criticism, give it. Don't annoy her, don't bug her, and don't unsubscribe or anything bullshit like that. Because that's stupid. And JB, the stream will be starting. Jim's stream will be starting in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
But kind of to wrap this up a little bit, and you can pretty much add on to this if you want. Me and Meezy don't like each other, so I find it real funny that my words or my associations with you guys, which again, clarification, I'm not a part of Lucky.
No.
All.
You're just a side character, basically.
I'm not even a side character. I'm just an invader, I guess.
You're like a symbiote.
I'm a symbiote. but no, it's like the only moderation role I have in any capacity, I think, is for you and Ava, and that's it. And that's just on your guys' channel.
That's because I know that you're gonna not remove somebody without asking me first, because you're crazy, but you're not gonna go rogue. Because if you did, I would remove you.
Because that's in my name, but I'm the one that controls this one thing.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I frankly have improved that because you know how much I hate Dev, and I've tweeted Dev pretty fairly in your chat.
Yeah.
Dev.
But it's like, if nobody believes me, it's like there's evidence in both Mizu's Discord and UTTs of me and him just drag out, just going at each other. Even to the point of Mizu saying, hey, this is my server, I will kick you out. So it's like...
But have they?
Yeah, it is what it is.
There you go. So...
It's like,
and I agree with you 100%. They're a hero. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's coming.
Something's happening.
Hello, everyone. You know who this is.
I gotta turn that down. Gotta turn that down. Something's happening. Even the chat's going weird.
This is first time. He's going.
This is a
10 minutes
rarity
early.
that he goes like earlier than norm.
Kirsche and him must be in VC right now. Then, which I will let people know. Purity Sin does have the link invite. I've been talking to her today. She might stop on by. She may not. It just depends on what his schedule has.
Well,
But I want to get her input on this. But you do know Kirsche. Well,
oh god, he's added the VTuber crap too. I love it.
yeah. Oh God, really?
Oh,
is this
no.
a new one?
This is a new one.
This is a new one?
This is a new one.
Oh, okay. That kind of explains the direction that the stream's gonna go. Okay. Oh yeah, no, this is very new because the
Yes.
retarded version of Kirsche is like I think only a couple weeks old.
No, that's been around for a while.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Last time I seen it was on a live stream about a week or so ago.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
All right. Well, I was going to ask what direction you think this stream's going to go, but I think we know what's going to go because I've been watching the chat all freaking day. And I think you've also noticed on Twitter and stuff like that, there's a lot of people not happy with Jim right now.
No, and I think it's extremely funny. I'm not sure where that's like gonna go. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, why are you going the anime route and all that kind of stuff?" I guess we will have to wait and see, just like where his audience goes around.
Oh, he's really pissed. So when the VTuber debacle happened last year, actually it was this time last year with the off guy stuff because of the stuff that happened with Gator and all that good crap. But even then, it's like Jim even said it on that stream, and it's like, "What do you want me to do?" Okay, the cringe. So what?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of Jim's fans either are just fans and they don't know the deep history of him,
Correct.
or just seen bits and pieces and don't know his true trait.
No,
It's like guys, you gotta remember and you gotta understand this, okay? Everyone hates My Little Pony for the most part, and everyone will attack My Little Pony. Jim actually came to the defense of bronies.
Yeah. He called out the ones that were kind of cringe. Same thing like within the furry groups. He has them divided. There's certain ones that are okay, and the others that are, no, we could make fun of these people.
Yeah. He actually defended a group of bronies that was it's the Candyman son.
Okay.
But yeah, he went and defended a group of bronies that were getting attacked and slandered for no fucking reason. Yeah, he made fun of them.
Yeah,
he
which
made
you're
fun of
supposed to do.
everyone and everything. But he also stated that the attacks that were happening on him were bullshit. So a lot of people don't understand Jim's like a lot of people will also look at Jim and go, "Oh well, he's a full-fledged pedo hunter. Look at Baptiste Ross. He never went out of his way to try to hunt
Hunt down Ross. No, Ross just happened.
It fell on his lap.
There, yes. Ross just showed up in his random kind of surfing through streams, and he got interested in what the hell Ross was trying to say, and then he was invited on their show, and
so
Ross just took it from there.
Yeah. And I also see a lot of people kind of go at Purity a little bit in chat. It's like, oh well, Purity stream sniping now. Metokur again. Purity needs her AdSense revenue, while at the same time going, oh yeah, XYZ Zone is so base because Zone doesn't like VTubers anime. That's
Oh yeah, he was saying, "Oh, she's a nonce. Why are you doing this?" And I don't even think he's going to do the re-up of this. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Zern decides not to cap because of this.
Zern's not the only one who does re-ups, and Zern is, like it or not, he's a complete asshole. But he does a good job on doing re-ups. If he refuses to do that, then that's a loss on him. But there's other people who have done it.
Yeah, and it's like I just don't get what people go. Oh well, Purity's stealing from Jim, but Zon, he'll have to be up and stuff like that, or he does good at doing. It's like Jim doesn't care who does his streams.
No, he's always said, "I don't care what you do with my content. Re-up it, use it. It's not
Yeah.
my content after I'm
Yeah.
done with it."
And people gotta understand, Purity has talked to Jim several times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no. I mean, there has been a lot of different people from, what is it, Fembot to Medic Fembot to there was a few others prior to that. There was another one who was turned out to be a questionable Mexican. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Andy and PPP found out the hard way, and the guy was kind of the benefactor for a while.
yeah,
I'm very interested because I know that Josh has been very anti anime and he's been digging at Metokur a little bit. I am interested to see if Metokur is going to say something or if he's just going to let Josh continue to seethe about it, because there seems to be a growing faction of anti-anime individuals, and I think that the only thing it's going to do is push those people further away, if that makes sense.
It does, and it kind of has been like that for a while. There has been this contention that existed since the 90s. It's nothing new. It just seems to be a lot more prevalent in certain groups, certain areas, from what I can see. And like it or not, X is a very small vocal minority.
It
Less
is.
than 2%, so I don't fucking care what happens on X. So if you want to be outspoken on X, hey, you're pretty much an old man yelling at the clouds.
yeah.
Damn.
And as far as Josh goes, it's like
Josh is
No,
a weeb. Actually, no, he
used to be a weeb.
he still is, like it or not. He's trying to make himself not that way, but he unfortunately is.
Mm. Well, what's kind of funny
voice
is
acting.
I follow a couple, or not follow, I talked to a couple former mods, and they're like, I don't know why he's like this. He's such a huge weeb.
It's Josh.
It's
He's
the
trying to
grift.
be part of the it crowd. He got wind that there's
it's a grift. That's all it is.
It is. He's caught wind that there's a certain contingent that seems to be going in that direction. So for him to gather that group within, the money factor, that's the best way of doing it. You just follow the
I
trend.
mean, it is making him some money, I guess, but
Yeah.
he's gonna push away people that I would feel are more
Probably,
central and chill.
yeah. But
Well, the only thing I got to, only thing I would say, Josh, is he probably needs to knock it out with the stupid. Oh, was it? He's been. What is it? It's the emotes that he's been nitpicking at with Peppa. It's like, oh, the cry emote is simple for pedorism and stuff like that. It's like that cry emote is in Discord and Twitter and YouTube and all over fucking different platforms. Oh wow, she has a custom made emote. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, it's I don't think that because she has that emote that makes her a pedophile. I think that's incredibly. I think that's a quick way to get yourself sued by Face Connect.
yeah,
and that's
to be awesome.
Yeah, and it's like that's the only thing I suggest to Josh. Josh can do whatever he wants. I really don't care.
Maybe he
As
right,
far
but
as-
he
as-
will.
as far-
Hero. He will.
Yeah.
He's gonna cry about it on Friday, I bet you.
Oh yeah.
No, let him. Oh no, well, not Friday, Tuesday.
Well, whatever he's internet decides to play nice with him.
And that too. But it's like it's like with this. Jim does what he wants, and he
Yes.
doesn't care what anyone wants him to do. He will do what he feels like he wants to do. The last time someone or a fan tried to go at him, it turned out really bad for that fan. That fan was
Yeah, it did.
Mr. Sin.
Yep. Yeah.
And basically what Josh is saying right now is exactly the same things that Mr. Sin said. And
Pretty
with it being Jim, he probably knows a lot of shit. So
who knows? But okay.
One
So-
more.
yeah,
One
it's
more.
It's
Jesus.
Camilla dancing. It's Camilla dancing.
I know. I guess one more. Okay, but yeah, no. Yeah, there's a lot of back history with Josh Moon and some stuff that was supposed to be forgotten that really hasn't been forgotten.
Oh, are you talking about the Blockland stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. No, yeah, he will not live that down, and I think he's pretty upset about that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's life. That's history.
Yeah,
That's what,
and
how
it
it
happened.
goes. You got skeletons. Be careful.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's got skeletons, and it's like you just gotta learn how to deal with them. And usually, when you got skeletons like that, you probably don't want to throw stones because it's a glass house.
Yeah.
But as far as this goes, what direction do you think this is gonna go with Kush?
I
Guys,
definitely think she's going to talk about the Anna Valens stuff. I think that she'll probably talk about some of the drama surrounding her. If we're lucky, maybe she'll include Dev in some small way, and they can laugh about Dev together.
That should be fun and exciting.
That would be
That'd be
incredibly
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it would be.
What about no Dev 2025?
Yeah, but I don't think she cares. It would listen. All I'm gonna say is it would be the funniest thing ever if she was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you remember Dev? He's going after me," and Metokur can be like, "Oh, the guy that tried to dox me. That's very hilarious. That guy's a retard, and nobody should care about him."
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm hoping to hear.
That'd be
That'd be
Yes, that'd be-
hilarious.
And I do feel like Jim's gonna ask some hard hitting questions
No, that
about
is basically-
about a lot of the accusations and shit like that.
Well, that is his background when it comes down to his journalism aspect of it. So, but we'll have to see exactly how he's going to play this out. I'm going to say it's going to be probably about 60% Jimism and 40% of real serious kind of conversation.
I do find it funny because I'm seeing in the comments, when's Jim gonna get Vtuber model? Jim has a Vtuber model.
It's right
He
there.
does. You made him one.
Yes, we use them all the time for AI Mr. Metokur, but the files have been sent to Jim.
We also kind of have his pudding. His pudding actually talks.
Yeah,
He does. He's had quite a few different VTuber models. He wanted the pudding to talk. He got the pudding to talk. He also comes with a little hat. So
who thinks that Jim's gonna have a VTuber model for this?
I'm hoping for the talking pudding.
Talking
Dylan,
guinea
I'll be
pig.
honest with you.
Here we go.
We hope.
Well, happy Sunday Fun Day
Made
chat.
it fun.
Oh, we've got a little bit of a guest coming up here.
I know, right?
Hopefully, if Daddy Jim doesn't fuck up the technical aspects of this, I'm
You
not known
will.
for my mastery of technology.
Please tell me he's not using
especially when it
Discord.
comes to these computer things and all these apps and programs. I'm not very good at it.
If she made him
Talking
make
to
a
guy that
Discord,
used
people
Skype
will
for like
revolt.
20 years. I rode that shit.
Jim
to
has a
terms.
Discord.
He does.
Kind of a little old-fashioned. So hopefully we can get this guest on. We'll be doing that in just a little
Jim
bit
has a
here.
Discord
Just
from the Andy Worsky
arranged a
stream.
little bit.
Oh, fair enough.
You might have noticed the YouTube super chats are off. The town I live in, we've got like 482
No,
fucking
they're
banks
not.
here. So
You
we
can't make
switched-
super chats. You
switched
can make super
banks.
stickers.
Found a place that was a little better,
Huh.
had a little bit better interest rates for savings accounts and all that. Thought we're being super smart. I forgot when it comes to Google and YouTube, nothing's instantaneous or easy. You can't just switch something over. You can't make it just fucking work. You've got to do all this confusing, like, you enter your information and then we're gonna send you an amount
Hero,
of
I
pennies,
saw you
and you
Google
need to count
Hangouts
the
all the time.
pennies and then send it back to us. And if you do it just quick enough, we'll make your shit work. But if you don't do it quick enough, or if you miscount the pennies, there's going to be trouble for you. So I've got some things to work out. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, it's not my
I
fault.
think you
I'm
need to
smart.
change
I'm a
the
smart boy.
background.
I know.
text for
I'm
that.
I've got a
getting the
highly educated smart boy over here. It is in no way I've not fucked something catastrophically up. You can still do memberships and the little stickers,
Let's do that.
but if you want to send in a super chat and say something snarky, you'll have to use Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi or Cash App, until I can figure out what the fuck I've done that's wrong, what I've done that's a mistake. I'll need to recount the fucking pennies. So I thought I'd do a little. You know, I think for Sunday Fun Day stuff, usually we talk about goofy shit. This entire, I'd say, past month and a half have been pretty interesting if you've been following along with what's going on. If you haven't and have no idea about it, it'll be more entertaining. But it delves into the realm of VTubers.
True.
Which are basically just its own little universe of fast-growing, super popular
Let me make that
universe
white.
that I'm too old to be a part of. I can't make the dancing pudding rig work in 3D. My bones are dust. I'd just decay into the fucking floor. It would be a horror show. But for those young kids out there, all you people that have your limbs that function, I'm sure it's a great fucking time. But we're going to be bringing on a VTuber who caught the ire of pretty much everybody. Actually, you know, I was looking through this, and I was looking through the different websites that kind of talk about them and their, you know, quote-unquote community hubs, especially over at a place called Reddit, where we all know that they have the most, you know, neutral and normal human reactions to things. Not fucking crazy people at all. Caught the reaction of them, people on social media, and of course, what intrepid reporter that was going to teach them a lesson, because they are a horrible neo-Nazi. Now,
There
I'd
we
like you all to
There we go.
get your Nazi salutes ready here as I get this set up to go. Oh, how are we going to do this? What's going to happen to my audio, I wonder?
Doing things in real time, just like Jim.
Oh, okay. All right. It says I'm ready. I love being ready. All right, let's see if I fuck this up catastrophically. First, let me check.
How
to
many
make sure that the
articles
audio
do we
didn't
think is
just
going to be
suddenly
wrote on Kirsche after
turn
this?
into dog shit?
15.
Because I somehow managed
Oh,
to do
20
that
at
quite
least.
a bit. No, I think it's good.
Easy 15 right at the beginning,
All
just
right,
like
let's
Gamergate.
send my invite out to our mystery guest. Can you guess who the mystery guest is? Oh, I guessed. I probably not. It's probably still a mystery to you.
Dev's going up. No.
Okay. Now, we're dual streaming, by the way. So you can watch this over here on YouTube, or you can watch it over on their
Oh, she's
accounts.
streaming too.
God, I hope they're not suicidal enough to actually dual air this over on Twitch. Oh my God. If you're listening right now, that's a horrible fucking mistake. I need to get it out of my system. Hold on, chat, before I send this link out. Faggot. Okay. I drop a few
Oh
N-bombs.
my god.
What's not allowed on Twitch? Oh God! Oh, this is
Gotta
a
li-
mistake.
gotta
Holy
list it,
shit!
buddy,
I didn't
gotta
think about
list.
this. No, you don't want to do this. I was banned. I'm pre-banned on Twitch. I forgot.
I
to
can't hear
mention that.
her.
I made an account and I never streamed there, and they banned me. Oh, this is suicidal. Let's get it
You
going.
can't hear her. She's
How to kill a
she's
career
muted.
in 5 easy steps. Here we go. Step 1: send the link.
No, she
Step
no,
1,
no.
the link is sent.
She's not
Oh,
on
this
yet.
is a catastrophically
okay.
bad idea. I really probably should have thought it through a little bit, but I didn't. Oopsie. Whoops.
I think that's a joke that she didn't
no,
think
that
about
was
it. I don't know.
Oopsie doodles. Let's see if they
Like I
got it.
said, 60% Jimism.
Let's see if they come running into this, the little meeting thing where we can share our audio. Let's see if they come running into it and they accidentally leave their webcam on and they're butt naked. That's the feeling I get. Most VTubers probably do that. They're completely fucking nude when they're on screen.
Oh God.
Just naked as the day they were born.
Only some
Covered in
YouTubers.
filth. Fast food orders, used diapers, piss jugs. Just a bouquet of smells you really don't ever want to encounter, I'll be honest. Just terrible things. Horribly terrible things. Uh-oh, I think maybe they're reconsidering this. Do I want to join this fucking call? I didn't really think about that. Do I want to let this particular individual onto Twitch to say horribly racist and, well, words that really aren't even in the dictionary anymore? They're like so old-fashioned in their slurs that we don't really keep
Oh my
count of them
God.
anymore. Give me a few minutes here to join.
Kirsche is having issues on her end.
Struck by
I'll
lightning.
go look
God's
at her
reached down and
channel
decided
at the
VTubing
outfit
is
she's
reached
got
the
on.
point where it
I
doesn't
saw the
shouldn't
outfit.
proliferate anymore. It's not allowed to
She's got the
continue
hat on.
anymore.
I saw.
Maybe Chad. Uh-oh. People saying quiet Jim. Oh, hold on. Hello.
Working?
Okay, I think you are. They're
There
all
it
giving me
goes.
shit that I'm low volume, so let me try to adjust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you're
was
always
good.
low volume though.
Oh God, see, everybody fucks with me and says that, but that's not true at all. I come in loud and clear. Oh my God, I am low volume. Okay, fuck Fuck off.
Damn.
All right, fuck off, chat. You're right for once. I don't know how that happened.
You know, if you had just fallen for the pipeline and used Discord, it wouldn't be an issue. But we're using Google Meets, like we're some sort of Intel meeting from a decade ago.
The computer is literally fighting me. Every time I get out of sound settings, it goes from 65. It just dropped again to 52. I don't know what the fuck this thing is doing. I'm gonna have to. It's dropped to 38. What in the Sam hell is going on?
It's just like me. My computer also fights me on absolutely everything, and I have no idea how to fix it. So I just accept my
Welcome
fate.
to the
It's
internet.
gonna obey me. I don't care what it. I did it again, son of a bitch. Is there a feature in here that just says, "Let me fuck
Yeah,
your
no, this
audio
is
into the
live
dirt"?
DTHD.
I wish.
Oh.
I have like a Bosta for YouTube, but not for anything else.
Oh, hi, we're Google. Let's just fucking wreck your shit. Settings. Let me see. Is it okay? Microphone. I'm sorry. As I'm doing this live. See, I don't check anything ahead of time. I'm horrible.
Well, your spine is already collapsing in on itself. Would becoming a femboy for using Discord really be that worse of a fate?
Well, see, when you're this crippled, and, okay, not only am I hideous enough as a man
Okay,
to
chat,
try to
we
pull
need
off
do
the woman
something
thing,
nice.
when you're this
boy.
crippled, you don't even have the energy to like put the makeup on. It would really be a poor effort. The only person that would be sexually attracted to me in a dress would be short fat otaku. Dev would like it.
Yes,
Oh,
we
Just
do.
to be
no.
like, hey baby, I didn't even shave.
Jim
Like,
brought
"That's
it
the
up."
hottest shit
No.
ever. Greatest girl I've
Yes,
ever
he
met.
did.
Yeah, just throw some of the blush on the beard. You know, hide it a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, I gave him a little bit of a preamble, and again, if my volume is going up and down,
They
I have
are
no
gonna
idea
talk
what
about
Google Meet
Dev.
is doing it to me.
Dev
I'm
is gonna be
sorry.
talked
Hopefully,
about,
can
yes.
you at least hear me? Am I coming
I thought
clear
that
to
was
you
kind
at
of
least?
obvious.
Yeah, I can hear you. I have my PC volume boosted to like 100%, so I can't make you any louder, possibly.
Yeah,
Good.
I can't.
That's
make
how we
you
want it.
louder.
We want this to be as scuffed as possible. I want this to be
Exactly.
the most ghetto shit that has ever existed. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm doing.
It's real boomer hours.
Yeah, so I was giving him a little intro, just a small little taste of an intro, and I didn't really go into any details. But you've had a hell of a like month and a half going on here.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Everything started actually in March with a whole bunch of just seething people on Twitter trying to get me taken down from my sponsors. And I was like, yeah, but you just are random Twitter people. You don't matter. You don't even stream. So I'm just going to ignore you. And then for some reason, a Vice journalist decided to drop a hit piece the day I went on vacation. And so, like, I'm not even home, and I check my Discord while I'm on the road, and everyone's like, hey, Kirsche, there's a Vice article about you. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow, what coincidental timing, right? When you decide to go on vacation.
Yeah, so it was very coincidental. And, like, at the end of the article, it said they reached out to me for comment, and I was like, what? So I checked my email, and I had nothing. And I checked my Twitter DMs, because they're open, and I had nothing. And so I was like, where the fuck would have messaged me? So I messaged my Mythic manager, and he was like, I don't have anything from Vice, but I have something from this weird Waypoint email that I didn't even think of checking. And they sent it before I was even in office. I think they sent it like 15 minutes before they put the article up, and like 3 hours or some shit before the workday started, because he's Pacific time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think like because I saw a lot of different things happen, right? So I mean, for people kind of listening, like you got essentially steamrolled by like about 4 or 5 different groups of people that all kind of coordinated their little attack on you. And
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to separate exactly where it started, because you had essentially tourists, right, that were trying to gatekeep what VTubing is or who listens to what kind of thing.
Yes.
You had Redditors that kind of popped out of the woodwork. You had Anna from Vice, right, pop out.
Yeah.
And then you had people that were basically trying to kill any brand deals you had. Anybody that was trying to like go after your ability. To like, I mean, like, hey, do you want to play Crime Boss with me? How many fucking tweets did you send me about fucking Crime Boss? You almost got me to play that fucking game through attrition alone.
I know. I was trying
oh
really
my
hard. I was like,
goodness.
look, play this Sloppa with me. I even bought it for you. I was like,
I know
look,
you did.
I bought it. You can play it now.
Fucking
I was like,
800
"Accept my
messages.
gift."
Yeah, let's play Crime Boss. Hey, have you heard of Crime Boss? No, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, no, I'm aware of the game. Yeah, no, it's not like I lost track of what the fuck that was, but yeah. So I mean, you had all these different things kind of hitting at once. So I'm trying to think. God, how do we want to do this? Let's see. Because I've got some stuff pre-assembled. Like I have some stuff set up ahead of time, right, with different links that I want to talk about and different things that popped up. First we should probably go through one of the more serious accusations. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, let me just pull up. I have a folder.
Oh God.
That's
Oh,
labeled
God.
right in-
Run, Kirsche!
Get this
Oh,
right.
Run!
wonderful.
He's become
He's got
PPP.
binders of women.
Yep. So the
Binders
first
of
stunning
women. God, that's
accusation.
old.
This is coming.
Jesus, that's old.
Apparently, I was sent a message, a super chat earlier, from Josh Moon from Kiwi Farms.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
And it said two things. The first thing that it said was, would you sign one of your plushies for him and his boyfriend? His boyfriend's a very big fan of yours. He wants to snuggle with a massive fire while he listens to
Oh.
God damn it.
And Daywan is his name. Daywan, he really wants a signed stuffed plushie. Would you do that?
Oh,
for him?
Josh is gonna
Right.
seethe
Oh,
forever.
I'll sign
Of
the
course he
plushie
is.
for him. And you know
Oh,
what?
I
I'm
love
selling
this.
Dakimakura's next week. Josh can buy one of those for his boyfriend too, and I'll even sign that.
Oh,
Oh,
Now, aside from the
So we know
obvious
which way
of
this is
that,
gonna go now.
Very serious accusation.
Told you.
Now, are
60-40.
you a rampant, unrepentant pedophile?
No, I like older men actually.
You
Oh,
do
that's
like
good.
older men.
Yeah.
This is a
Because
fuck
I've
you
been
to
informed
Josh.
that you
It
know,
is such a
coming
fuck
from
you,
this
it's
direction
amazing.
that you were apparently the leader of the grooming gang. Now,
Self
I've had similar
Josh.
accusations thrown at me by one Don
Self
Cerny. So I
Yeah,
wanted
how
to be
dare
able
you
to.
like anime?
I wanted to be able to throw this out to you.
Oh,
and get
this
your
is
take
gonna
on it.
be
Now, I think it was
he's
something
gonna
about a
see
model you were
so
using that was
hard.
young. Was this a younger anime character, or what's the deal?
Yeah, so there is a model that I had made for April Fools because I thought it would be a funny April Fool's joke. Since my normal model is a very busty fox woman, I was like, let's do a lolly model for April Fools. And for some reason, there's a YouTuber named Synthetic Man, and he's pretty fine himself. I've talked to him to try and like deal with the drama.
Oh,
He
they're gonna
hasn't
bring
had
up
any issues.
Synthetic Man.
But his
Oh no.
audience spurged out and started using clips from this April Fool's stream to
Sure.
try and paint me as a pedophile because apparently they just don't understand jokes, and if you make a joke, that means you are the thing you're joking about. So I guess you also
This
just
went
wear
exactly the
diapers and
way
go
I
to fur
thought it was
cons
gonna
all the
go.
time.
I do. I mean, it is a favorite thing of mine to do. Now I know that there's been like
I
know
kinda
there
didn't
has
have
been
any
a trend
expectations
recently, and
other
this
than just it was
caught me
gonna
off guard,
happen.
too, where they would,
Yeah,
you know,
well.
the shit would be clipped out of context essentially, and then you
Well,
get
well,
sent
what
like a
image are we
2-minute
talking
thing out
about
of a
here,
5-hour
Garbage?
stream. They did that earlier with stuff from you and like Pippa and a few others.
Or
And so, I mean, you don't know if it's a fucking joke. You don't know what it is.
Oh, Josh is
but
gonna do
I
a
saw
whole
this going
stream
around.
just
so
on
I
Kirsche
can't
now.
talk about it. Like, people are acting like it's a huge thing.
GT,
So
this is
throw
the
it out there and
standard.
let
This is how
you
we
deal
go.
with it. Hawk the grenade at you. The other thing they were
Think
telling
radio,
me was
old school radio.
that you are. Do you run a cat sanctuary?
No, I don't have a cat sanctuary, but I do have a couple of cats.
At this
I took
point,
two
I'm
stray
pretty sure
cats
me
in
and my
off the
brother
street,
and my
and I
aunts
named
are at
him
this
Cheeseball
point, so.
because he was orange and had giant testicles.
When you got
before I
eight,
got
it's
him
kind of
neutered. And my chat named the other one Gravy.
Okay, because I was told that you were like morbidly obese, lost your feet to diabetes, and you ran
Oh
a
my
cat
gosh.
sanctuary.
Zern is getting so upset
No,
in
but
the
that would be
comments
some
right
pretty
now.
fun lore.
Because,
my
you know-
lore about my real mom is kind of crazy.
Hey,
though.
So I used
This is-
AI to try
I-
to get like we're gonna.
I
FaceTime
tell
you,
people
right?
this
so
all the
I
time.
used AI and
If he
pumped
tried
this
to go
information
against
into it to
Jim,
get an idea. And this is
and
what,
what
it
he
was
wants to
put
talk
back.
about.
I don't know. I know we're doing this on our own respective streams.
He's
so,
going
maybe
to
if
flame
you pop
you.
over to mine
Yeah.
for a second once this pops up on screen, and you can mute it. So it's not like audio feedbacking on you.
The
But
thing
would
is,
you
is
say that
with Jim,
these different
you
reveal
like 'em or you
photos
don't.
are
If you don't
accurate?
like
Would you
'em,
say
don't
the AI
watch
has
'em.
hit its mark
If you
But
want to
don't
try
make it a
to
big
when it's
deal.
putting together the
don't
pieces
make
of
it a big deal,
information
and
the
don't try
internet
to
detectives
tell
have
him
given
what
me?
to do because
There's
There's
you got to
actually
be
not
put in the
enough
crosshairs.
cats in that
Yep.
Winnebago. There need to be more.
Oh,
you need to be parked outside of a golden corral as well.
It's kind of like,
that's the
yeah, if you
only
say,
thing
hey,
that
don't
can feed
come
me
on,
enough.
you
Is that
know,
right? Well, I
That's
like
correct.
our
I like
show.
the fact that
Don't
the
come on
fact
our
that it
show. We
was-
don't want you on our
the
show.
fact that it
You know,
was
he might come on our
supposed to be like 1,000.
I doubt that
The
one.
funny
Like,
thing
the
is,
the image I got was
Kirsche
like
showed her feet
living in
what,
like a trailer
last week.
with 1,000 fucking cats.
Oh god, they're screaming.
They are. There's blood. For some reason, the fucking AI decided to put. There's one of them where there's like, I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this one. Look at that. I don't know. This was not inputted, by the way. I'm gonna claim to be completely innocent on this. But if you look, their thighs are bleeding, and the cat's mouth, he's vomiting blood. And the cat is vomiting blood up like an attack.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you see, this is after when I
I will
tried
have to
taking some
agree
pointers from
that
the
that seems
tranche.
like an
You know, I saw how they were
inaccurate
dealing with the
picture.
alpacas, and I was like, you know what? They got a good thing going, and I need to take some advice from them. And this is how I'm gonna handle dealing with my thousands of cats in my Winnebago.
This works. This works. This is so fucking scuffed, by
And
the
she
way.
just
I'm
leaned
literally
right into
fighting
it.
my fucking microphone to keep it in the
I love it.
60s.
Yes,
And it's jumping all around as I'm trying to
Kirsche.
go from one
And tapping
screenshot to the
line.
next.
You're
Okay.
actually the man screaming at clouds right now.
That's I am. I am very much the man screaming at clouds. All right, now that I got the goofy shit on, I just wanted to throw that out there. So you do not, in fact, run a cat sanctuary, and you're not a fucking
There's gonna be
unrepentant,
so many pissed people. It's
super
gonna
hungry
be
pedophile.
fun.
So I
to
think
be-
we should
No.
clear
I
that
cannot
up.
wait till Friday.
You know, then again, if there's breaking news,
Oh, I get.
you know,
I get.
a year or
It's
two
either
from
gonna
now
be
about
Tuesday
some
or
psychopath with 100 cats that got arrested
Noel's
with
gonna
a
make these
daycare in their
circle
fucking
things.
trailer.
I
We know
cannot
you're
wait till
lying.
Kino Casino.
Well, you know, you'll have to cover that if it happens. I think the most recent thing is
The
people
boys
got
are
mad at, and this is funny
on.
because
I would say
Anna
it's gonna be
Valens also
Wednesday.
went after Moonshine on Twitter as well.
Unless
Moonshine,
unless
he's the guy named
Ashton
Pussy
decided
Licking
to
Wally.
move things
Well, that
around.
one's gonna get some attention. Yeah.
Moonshine is a South Korean living in the U.S. and he goes to like white nationalist rallies in the woods and like goes spelunking with them. And I'm like, you are the bravest South Korean man, because like, what the fuck
Are you sure that's not like the alternate identity of Hank? Do you know who Hank is?
No.
Hank is the sidekick. He's like the assistant to Johnny Somali. He's this South Korean dude who you remember, like there was a picture of a South Korean dude dressed up as like a Confederate general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hank. So I thought maybe like he's got a dual life. He jumped into VTubing now that Somali's going to go to prison for an eternity.
Yeah.
Moonshine does stop motion animation with Kit Bash figures that he makes, and he's sold 2 figures of mine, one for like 10.2k and one recently for 8.1k.
When we use the point K thing, are we talking money or is this like
Yeah, money, like American dollars. Like someone paid $10,000 for his model of me, and they're crazy, and I love them.
And what was your commission? What percent did you get of that?
Oh, none. That's just.
Oh,
that's
Synthetic
Moonshine.
Man is in the chat.
Of course he is.
So yeah, that's a really good average. Boy, I sure do
You
love it.
Oh
when
man,
people
the
make
farms is
tens of
gonna lose their
thousands of
fucking
dollars and I
mind.
get jack shit
Yeah,
from
no,
it.
not
By the
so
way,
much.
play.
Well, you know, he's
By
my
the way,
friend.
play Crime Boss.
Yeah, by the way. Yeah, no, I love my friends though, and he's also married, which makes it funnier when people say weird shit about him.
Oh, so let me pull this up here. So I was going to start with a Reddit mega post. Have you seen this?
Oh Jesus.
No, I heard about the Reddit mega post, and I saw like a couple of links from it that linked to just obvious jokes. Like one of them, I think, was like, her fan name is literally Ku Klux Kirsche. Here's one of her fans joking about it, and it's like, no, they were joking about it because people who hate me were calling me that. Like,
Well, yeah. So basically, you got dogpiled. Yeah, and one of the people leading that was a journalist over at Vice, right? It was Anna Valens. Is that how you say it?
yeah.
And you can kind of you get the feeling too when you're looking through this as it was kind of taking place, that they were sort of directing it or helping to kind of facilitate it.
Me
Because even in
serious
this
Jim.
Reddit mega post, right, on this subreddit that's got 250,000 users about VTubing,
that's a
they
lot.
link directly to Anna Valens' article about you, and the first one, the Vice article, right, that started all of this. But it says, evidently, it is necessary for this compilation to exist. So I'm just going to load out the information in its totality. Should be fairly incontrovertible proof and can be linked to anyone who needs to quickly demonstrate that Kirsche is seriously bigoted to the point of functionally being a neo-Nazi without needing to have to write all of it from scratch. And yes, a large chunk comes from sources linked to the Vice article, obviously, with Anna Valens.
Obviously.
So like there's one, Kirsche supporting Osmond Gold for saying that every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with mental illness.
I mean, that's just true, and Asmongold might be balding,
Alright,
but
so
he's not a neo-Nazi.
If Ava gets back in time, Ava
Well,
will
and
be popping
it's
on
funny
too.
too that this is one of the leading
Ava?
things, 'cause
Okay.
it kind of goes back to Alan Valance.
So I have to
we'll get
yell
to
at
that in a
people.
bit. Kirsche weighing in on
Ah,
the Worcester,
not a
Massachusetts
VTuber.
City Council voting
Yeah.
to be a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people. I remember
There
when
were
that came out.
even yeah, there were even trans people like with dysphoria who were just like these are freaks. Like these are people who look like clowns going up there and saying things.
Well, yeah, no, they were fucking psychotic. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they were doing it and talking about how they felt like they were going to die, and they were being hunted, even though, like, hunted for what?
In Massachusetts of all places. Like, come on, dude.
Right, in the most suburban white middle class area that's existed. Kirsche dog whistling about how trans women are a threat to lesbians.
I don't even remember what that is. What is that?
Let me click this one. I can tell you. So, where does this go?
It
Of
goes
course
to a
it
dude.
goes. Of course it goes to. Oh my God, it's redirecting me. Hold on. I don't know what curse shit I've just clicked on.
Oh no. That's okay. I got some real curse shit for you later because we got some real weirdos in the VTubing sphere.
Oh, here we go. It's interesting how Twitch
Oh my
made the
God,
Pride guild to
the
be inclusive,
forums
and
are
while
on
Kirsche can
fire
just call
right
trans
now.
women man and mentally ill without issues, you can't even type the word trans chat or use it in the clip title. This isn't free speech; it's hate speech, and that's
What?
it's a Twitter from Niara VT. I'm
Oh,
sure. I'm
Oh
sure.
my God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't understand that one at all.
No, it just it goes down listing all these, but like everything when I read through this, it was all a tweet or a
Oh
fucking
my God.
joke on stream.
Josh is
Yeah.
being
But they seriously
compared
tried
to
to
Nick
fucking
Ricada
essentially
in the shower
what happened
call
is they tried to
with
strip
Jim
away all your
right now
sponsors,
on
they
the
tried to get you
forums.
banned, they tried
Is
to take
he?
away your monetization.
He is.
It was like a directed
that's
effort, and
funny.
it was over
Wait,
a month
share.
long.
Yeah, it was insane to just
Put it
have
in
to
the
deal
private
with this
chat.
so constantly, and it feels very
No, so gay. He
obnoxious to have
contacted
to
Jim
correct
demanding that
lies
this
so
shit
often,
be
and
brought up.
especially when I'm getting pelted from one side for being a Nazi, and they're going after my sponsors, and then being pelted from the other side, like, oh,
know,
this bitch is a liberal pedophile, and it's just like, what? Please let me catch a break, brother.
Well, what I've noticed, like with the VTubing stuff,
Oh,
is,
Zern is like malding on
I always
Twitter.
thought the
I
internet
don't
was
care, he
cyclical
can
with what
mull.
got popular. You had Let's Plays for a
Yeah.
while before that, like retro video games.
That's
and
what
people being,
happens.
overly mad at them, that kind of
He
thing.
got warned.
But like VTubing is like the next thing, at least
He fell
as
for
far as
the
I'm concerned, because you can see the audience
for the love of
migration to it.
Metokur, and
When I look at like
you
a
can
lot of
get
VTubers now,
burned
like
very quickly.
Peppa or people like that, their audiences have exploded. Like yours has grown quite a bit. I mean, you went
Yeah.
from being smaller, now you have like what 70,000 followers on Twitter, 50, 60,000 on
Yo.
Twitch. It's like this thing that's growing and growing and growing. And a lot of what it feels like when I'm reading like all these complaints that are coming at it is like sour grapes.
Yes.
It's people that are pissed off they didn't jump on the gravy train and don't really understand it a lot because they don't get the in-jokes video games
Right.
or anime or any of that shit. And feeling like they can't get involved. So they're trying to tear it apart to restructure it somehow.
To a
Well, I
point.
feel like anyone can really get involved with it, right? Like nobody says, "Oh, streamers fell off." Like there's no point in becoming a streamer now
Sure.
because nobody watches that anymore. And I kind of felt like VTubing was a natural progression. And I know VTubing comes from idol culture in Japan, so it's diametrically different.
Oh
in
no,
that way.
$10 dude.
But I grew up, right? Like in middle
Thank
school and high
you,
school, I was
Kagro.
watching people like Sargon, like yourself, like
That's
other
dude.
people in the so-called skeptic sphere back then. And everybody used like PNGs, right? Everyone was a PNG avatar. They didn't show themselves. And so using an anime avatar is just the same thing in my mind, except it's anime instead of like a Western drawing. Like even Josh uses like the slobber mutt and the news hamster, right? So
Yes, he does.
it doesn't make sense that some people have such a rabid anime hatred if they also come from that same sort of sphere.
Oh my
And I
God.
give a little bit of leeway
Josh
to like
gotta
Josh
lose
because of
it.
all the stuff he dealt with on like
He
Asian
is.
and
He
stuff
just got
back
called a
then.
Well, and I'm not
VTuber.
even really talking about like I get Josh,
Well,
you know,
he-
his anti-anime thing, but I'm not even really talking about him specifically. I'm talking more about. It seems like the majority of these people come from Reddit.
Yeah.
That's
Not
not, I guess, the shit on
surprising.
every Redditor, but from what I've noticed, a lot of them seem to come from Reddit, and they'll have like a Blue Sky account. You can almost, when you're looking through their social media, you can almost kind of pinpoint exactly who they are based on what you're looking at, because they have
Pretty
all the
much.
shit in their bio you'd expect from the different, pride flags and pronouns and links to, like Blue Sky and shit like that. But I don't know. It just seems like a concentrated group of people that aren't really into it that just want to fuck it up because they're mad about it for some reason.
Yeah, all the like Redditor and Tumblr people want to come in and be like, oh, this is just another space that we can push all the bigots out of. But like anime has always been like more, I want to say right wing. I don't want to like use that as a solid thing, but It just feels like everyone who had been into anime always made like edgy jokes, always made edgy references, always was into like edgy kind of content. And so it doesn't really make any sense to try and come in and sanitize everything and then claim like, oh, these kind of people can't be here, when it's like those were the native people. Like, you're posting on stolen tubes, man.
Well, right. I mean, like, I think everybody here has seen at least one episode
You have a
of
comment
Card
on that,
Captor Sakura
Sparky?
where she's listening to a Hitler speech. So, I mean, of course, anime is very right wing, but
Yeah, every K-On fan is a Nazi.
we know this. It's factually accurate.
You know, I
I mean,
didn't
you
hear that.
can't watch
What was
Sailor
that?
Moon without
You'll have
Mercury
to
or
wait,
Mars trying to put somebody
on
in
the
an oven.
Exactly.
It's concrete proof. I don't know what's with these people, but
I don't understand.
But yeah, so I mean, what do you think initially drew their attention to you? Because I mean, you had this group kind of dogpile your ass, and we'll get more into it. But they're compiling
In my
lists, they're writing
opinion,
hit
the
piece
anime
articles.
community was
What
a
was
lot
he,
more
like, what was the thing that
progressive.
started it? What
They
drew
just-
them in? Did you piss on the
I
hornet's
hope they
nest
say
or
Niara
what?
because it was Niara that started
I
it.
wish I
Hmm.
could tell you, because this
Honestly, I'm
originated
not
from,
too
like,
sure on
some
that one,
seething, fan
Girl.
of like Niji Sanji. And Niji Sanji has like a bad reputation in the VTuber sphere. Like, they're called a black company. You know, people make their name into like a little racist term sometimes,
Sparky,
and they've had a lot of controversy where they've driven some of their talents to
We gave him
attempt to commit
$10 and then he
suicide.
left.
They've terminated their
He's going to get
talents.
smoked.
They've treated them very poorly. There have been some talents who make racist jokes and they get terminated for it. Other talents make
He's Indian after all.
racist
He's gotta
comments
go
that are
them-
very
get
clearly
them
not
smoked.
jokes, and nothing happens to them. And like, even their CEO had to come out and give like a groveling apology for one of their talents who had attempted to take her own life multiple times. And when they terminated her, they were like, "Oh, the results for our finances of terminating this talent will be negligible." Like, it was just the wildest thing. And so this person that went after me was like a fan of that company, and like, yeah, I've lobbed a few shots their way before. They have talents behind the scene who played insider baseball, trying to get artists to not work with me because I'm a terrifying bigot. So it's like, I don't know. I guess they just didn't like me because of things I said about Niji Sanji. I have no idea, because I wasn't really doing anything different, but I had a couple of tweets that caught the algorithm. I made like a joke about the body cam stills of, like, there was that one woman who looked like some video game character screaming at a police officer and she got shot. There was another guy who had like stolen a car and got on a police chase and he got shot.
Sparky's
And they both
claiming that
made like
his net
crazy
went
looking
down.
faces.
I know he's going off his
And
phone.
even in my Discord, I had like the proof to show like I was making a face joke about them. And I posted that and everyone was like, "Oh my god, Kirsche wants all black people to die." And I was like, "What? Where did I say that?"
So, do you, I guess for people watching, that is one of the weirder things about VTubing that I have noticed, because there are a lot of independent people, but a lot of them kind of group under an umbrella of a corporation, and usually these
Yeah.
are like foreign companies. And like, I haven't seen anything like that on YouTube since like MCM days, back when
Thank you. I pointed that out a while
there
back.
was no direct monetization, so you had to go through a company to get advertisements.
Hello.
So you had like one or two companies controlling like everybody
hello,
because they wanted
Sal.
ad revenue. So, like, why
Yes,
is
yes,
that
yes.
the way it is?
You have
in
too many
VTubing?
S's.
Why are people all
need to
falling
get rid
under
of
the
one.
umbrella like 2 or 3 different foreign companies?
Well, the big VTubing companies are HoloLive and Niji Sanji, and there were obviously other VTubers before that. Like, I can't remember names off the top of my head, but you had, like Kizuna AI, and you had the other 4 horsemen of VTubing before that. But HoloLive and Niji Sanji are the 2 big companies, and so when VTubing sort of came to the West, it was like, sure, you could try to be independent, but if you have a VTuber company, you're going to be more successful. You're going to have, the branding of the company behind you. You're going to be more successful. And so English companies started
I
popping up,
remember
and some of them
Mishima.
have been
I
successful,
mentioned
but
that
a
a while
lot
back,
have
too.
been very scammy, reminiscent of the MLM stuff that were for YouTubers back in the day.
Right.
And there still is that sort of, I need a company to be successful. There are still VTubers who have like very successful communities themselves and still decide to go into a company
Right.
after that.
So you're on
And
the
I don't know
second
what
or
the
the third
contracts look
cigarette.
like because I'm not in a company. But personally, I feel like if you build your brand and you're doing well as an indie, and you can maybe get like a contracted manager, which is what I have. He goes and gets sponsors for me, and I pay him a commission based on the sponsor. But I wouldn't want to give up a percentage of my income that I make to a company, because it could be anywhere from like a 20% split to a 50% split.
Holy
And-
shit, you guys are paying Steam levels of fucking shit. Like when
Yeah.
game companies, when developers put their stuff up on like Steam or even any of these other platforms, really aside from like Epic, I think it's like a 30% cut.
Yeah, so it depends on what specifically it is. So I think sometimes companies will structure it as like okay, for merchandising, we as the company are doing almost everything. So you're going to get like a 2% to, I think is the lowest I've heard. And I think 10% is like the highest I've heard for companies. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not in one. And then there's like, when you get super chats on YouTube, YouTube will take the 30%. Your company will take like another 10 to 30%. And you're left with whatever's after that.
Oh my God, this is poverty level. How the fuck are you guys? Okay, because maybe I get that with like the television appearances and the merchandising deals because I've seen that with the amount of money that people are making, or at least the amount of exposure they're getting. But that's a lot of fucking money, 30 to 50%. I'm actually kind of shocked by the amount of percentage that the managers are getting or these companies are pulling in.
Yeah, it'll just depend on everyone's contract. It could be different, right? Like some companies will be like, okay, you guys can keep 100% of all of your super chats and donations, but when it comes to merchandise, you're going to get even less and the company will take a bigger cut. You know, it'll just all depend on what the company is, what they're offering. And I think the only company that was really, really transparent with what their percentages were was Idle Corp. And they were an Israeli-owned VTuber company.
Oy
That
vey.
I actually, oy vey. Israel almost became my greatest ally. I did sponsored watch-alongs for them, and I was talking about management conditions with them as well.
I'm
Because
back.
I don't think my brand
Welcome
fits
back,
under a company.
Spurky.
I wouldn't want other
Welcome
girls to
back,
get backlash for like
Welcome
the
back,
shit that I
Spurky.
say. So I would only really want to have a contracted manager kind of situation.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
apparently the kids
given
figured out how to
so
get
given the amount
out
of
of
money that
his
these companies are
playpen,
making,
and he
does
knocked
that
her out
lead you
of
to
it.
suspect that maybe like
Oh.
many people came after
Yay!
you because you were starting to gain an
Congratulations,
audience,
you've reached
you were
the
getting
next
more and
level
more.
of parenting.
Yes.
Yay.
The
And
escape
he's
artist.
only a
You were
year
starting to
and
kind
1
of
day old.
branch out.
He's the
and,
escape artist
attract
now.
brand
Congratulations.
deals like the Crime Boss thing and other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like a mutual exposure kind of thing. Do you think that these big companies saw you as like a threat to the pool and were like, we need to knock her down a few pegs so we can get more of the money she's taking up from us?
I really doubt that because, I mean, there's way more successful indies than me. Like, if you look at Fillion or Shy Lily or, like, Bow the Whale, they all get higher viewership than I do. They're less controversial than I am. They make a ton of money. And, like, Cinder as well was somebody else who was in the news recently because she was practicing, you know, the it's just business kind of thing.
Oh,
where
well, see,
backstab people.
Well, with like Cinder, I did hear a little bit about that. So wasn't Cinder basically running around kneecapping people to keep them in house so they wouldn't like go out elsewhere or get too popular?
Yeah, so she was friends with a bunch of people, and they all used, you know, similar artists because once you get like really large in VTubing, you obviously want to go to the very well-known artists, and you get very good models, very good rigging. You don't have to worry about people scamming you quite as much, except for Bao. Unfortunately, she seems to get scammed very often, and it's very sad, and I feel bad for her. But
wow, that's tragic. What's Bao's contact information? I got a hat deal for this person.
don't take advantage of the whale. She just wants inflation pornography.
We can put that on a hat. You know what I'm saying?
The Ethan Bowberry. And there's just, I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this. That happens often.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I just brought up.
I think
it's like an offshoot
take
thing.
on
So,
this and this stuff
okay,
is
so
pretty...
this starts. You don't really know exactly what started
I mean,
it, but
neutral.
Yeah,
they're kind of gunning
yeah.
for you, and it starts to kind of pick up
No,
momentum.
she didn't look
But
into
this,
it. She
this
just said
fucked
she
with your
just
money.
felt
This
bad
fucked
for him.
with your ability to do what you do.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate because like I had all these people suddenly believing a bunch of shit about me that wasn't true. And like I probably overshare on stream compared to other people, you know? So a lot of my growing up is known, and I've never been shy about talking about how my mom kind of abandoned us for a few weeks. Like I thought she was going to the grocery store,
she
didn't come home, so I was like, okay, maybe she got drunk at a bar and I'll see her in a few days. But
Wait,
after,
she
like,
really did that? Like the actual I'm going to go get milk but never came back?
Yeah, she did that all the time. She would go get drunk and then, you know, either get arrested while she was out or just like stay at a friend's place and then come back a few days later and be like, oh, sorry, I was out drinking with friends.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, you know, that's wonderful. But at one point, she was gone for like a week and finally called and was like, hey, I drove to North Carolina. I lived in Massachusetts, by the way, at this point. So she drove from Massachusetts to North Carolina for reasons unbeknownst to me, even as a child. And she was like, I met a guy at a bar and I'm bringing him home with me. I can't wait for you to meet him. So she was gone for like two or 3 weeks total. And she finally comes home and this guy walks in. He's not wearing a shirt and he has
5,000, 4,000,
SS tattooed over
5,000
his
people
heart.
watching
And he has
Kirsche.
multiple
Yep.
swastika tattoos.
Oh my god,
Jim's a very popular guy.
I know, Sweetie Squad back in the day. So she dated him for probably about a decade, and he was not a good
I don't know.
person.
The
I
wilderness
thought
would
you were
probably
gonna,
be more
lead into
faithful.
that. Like she dated him for like a week, but a decade.
Oh no! Yeah, Not only did she date him for a decade, he convinced her to get swastika tattoos, and she also got the SS tattoo over her heart with his initials because she's crazy. And I was like, Mom, why are you getting swastikas tattooed on you? You literally rented out my bedroom to a large black man. I don't understand. And even to this day, like she hasn't been
Wow.
dating him in a long time, but the last time she lied about killing herself, I found out that she was cheating on her weed dealing husband with the Nazi. Because my brother let it loose that she likes to pretend that she's bedridden, but when the weed guy goes to work,
Wow.
Are you like
she'll get up and go fuck the Nazi.
your life is like the American version of the Trailer Park Boys. What the fuck am I listening to?
It really
yeah,
is.
yeah, that's why I don't
Oh
have
my
any VTuber
God.
lore, because I wouldn't be able to remember it, and I think my life is actually just enough.
Holy shit! In one paragraph, you went from her neo-Nazi boyfriend to the black guy she dealt drugs with living in there, and and there's a prison trip and drunken, just a typical week in my house.
Yeah, it's I'm throwing a lot of
It's
information
another
at you
day
at
that
once, but
ends with
there's a
lie.
lot of mom lore when it comes to me. My mom was not a good person, and so like watching people online call me a neo-Nazi with like what I grew up with is always hilarious to me.
It rubs you the wrong way, does it?
Yeah, it's just like, what the hell, dude? If they actually had to deal with my mom or the people she dealt with, like they would crumple.
So okay, so you've got all this shit coming down on you as a tsunami. The Reddit stuff starts. Maybe it's a corporation doing it. Maybe it's just fans of the corporation doing it.
The
But then
forums
we get
don't
the
understand Jim.
journalist that
Some of
jumps
the people in his comments,
Yeah.
people on Twitter,
Right,
they
so
don't
Anna,
understand Jim.
let me pull this up.
You're
on the
not true
screen,
fans. I'm
because it's like
sorry.
it's not enough that they're just kind of
I
starting to fuck with
understand
you.
it more
They
than
actually
most,
write
and
this.
even I
Why
have
is
to
the
be
gamer
critical
subs
about that.
VTuber pushing the great replacement theory? Meet Kirsche, one of her fans is a bona fide Nazi.
Yeah, I had a plushie sale back in like end of November, beginning of December last year. And I had been retweeting all of the plushies because they finally started shipping in April. And obviously I appreciate anyone who buys my merchandise, right? Like you're spending money on me. Thank you. That's wonderful of you. I appreciate it. So I'm retweeting all these plushie pics to show off fans showing their plushies. And one of them was a femboy. And I was like, oh, I like your gloves and your boots. They're cute. But apparently in one of his pictures, there were like Nazi books, and there was a swastika on one of them that was like 2 pixels wide. And I didn't inspect these images like a forensic detective, so I didn't notice it. And then everyone was like, oh my god, we knew it. She's a Nazi. This confirms it.
Well, I mean, shit. When I did the DeviantArt series, making fun of like the different artist groups, almost every episode that I did on that, I'd have people from that particular group, the people I was making fun of, send in like fan art of shit. You never know who's gonna watch your shit or who's gonna like
right?
it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not like outwardly courting it. I've never seen a stream of yours where you're dressed in Nazi regalia, so I don't know how that's on you.
I don't even have anything that looks like it could be misconstrued as Nazi regalia even.
So, but I mean, you went through it because we hadn't seen this for a while, right? Okay, so as gay as it sounds, back during Gamergate, right in 2014.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of the people, anybody that would kind of speak out against that or even talk about it in a non-neutral way, would get just fucking hammered by journalists. And then that kind of went out of fashion because there was blowback for that, right? And
Yeah.
it seemed like it was kind of a dying art. You really didn't see it outside of politics. Like outside of Trump getting shit on by everybody in the media, most normal users didn't. But you actually had this happen to you where Anna was like, they were out for blood. I mean, it wasn't just one article. They were tweeting about it. They were talking about it constantly for a fucking month.
It was insane just how, I guess, hard up they were for trying to commit like life ruination. Like these people genuinely wanted to see me have all my sponsors drop me, have my audience go away, chase me off the internet. Like they were like, some people don't deserve a platform. Anna was even trying to call this VTuber gate as like a Gamergate equivalent. And I was like, that is so cheesy, man.
Yeah.
Like VTubing is niche, and so there's cancellation attempts occasionally. Sometimes they'll work because people, court that kind of audience, and their audience is just like, oh, we hate you now, fuck off. But like, it's kind of rare for it to actually succeed, and I'm kind of glad that it's going away at this point.
Well, it just, again, I mean, I feel like there's part of it. I mean, yeah, I get there's an ideological bent to it, and there can be other, reasons like trolling and stuff. But it just, I feel like there is a pull to want to attack it because of how popular and profitable it's become. Like, fuck, I mean, look at, like, Roblox. You know, there's a game in Roblox, some farm simulator. The kid that runs that, he's, like, 16, has made, I think he's almost at, like, $10-20 million off a fucking...
That's insane.
Yep. It's a stupid fucking farm simulator that, like, 100 million people play. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
But when you hear about somebody young, right, who doesn't really have anything going for them, they made that amount of money, I think it just pisses people off. And I wonder if part of what Anna's pissed off is they're thinking like, oh, you're doing this VTubing thing and you're talking to video game companies, you're talking to other people doing this on your own. And that's kind of what I wanted to like segue into was what happened with the crime boss thing. Because I remember you talking about this fucking game nonstop cheerleading this fucking game, unendingly positive about this fucking game, and then they basically shove a knife into your back.
Yeah, it was really disappointing because I mean I felt like I was the only one who talked positively about the game. It came out in 2023.
You literally were the only person I heard online talk well about this game. So it fucking floors me that they did this.
They weren't even being added. Like everyone was focused on gamer subs or U2s or Uwu Market because that's like where my merchandise was. And so the fact that like they had zero backlash, they had nobody publicly talking to them. I'm sure they had some like other creators behind the scenes who probably messaged them because in the creator program, there were 3 of us. Sure. I can't remember the names of the other 2 creators, but there were 3 of us that were basically building the creator program for in-game studios. And when they like released our names and one of the other creators, I think it's like Mario in a top hat or something, when he found out that I was a Trump supporter, he was just like, I don't want to be in a creator program with a Trump supporter. That's a Nazi. And I was like, what? I don't give a shit what you are, bro. Like, we can be in the creator program and just never interact.
Did you explain to him? You're like, you know, there's Chuck Norris in the game, right? Like, you understand?
I didn't even have a chance.
It's
I
true.
didn't even have a chance. I was just told, like, oh, yeah, so one of the other creators left because you were a Trump supporter, but, like, also I'm a Trump supporter, so we didn't care that he said that. But I guess, you know, Vice dragging me for tweets taken out of context was too much for them to handle. And I was really disappointed because I was like, hey, would you, like, at least talk to my Mythic manager? Because, like, this is all out of context. I'm you know, getting in touch with a lawyer. I'm going to be dealing with this. This is libel. And they were like, no, it's a unanimous decision. We can't work with you anymore.
Now, after, I mean, I know we're kind of jumping ahead a little bit to the end of the story, I guess. But have they reached out after all of this, after the fallout, after the articles got taken down, after Anna slunk off into the fucking sewer?
Nope, they haven't reached out a single time, which, again, makes me feel very sad, because this was a game that I really, really loved playing. And that's why, like, you know, people were like, oh, you know, she's retarded for doing something for free. And, like, yeah, maybe I am, but, like, I really liked the game. And when you like something, you're more willing to put time into it and not get as much in return. And especially because they were planning on working on making a DLC with me as a playable character. I was like, eventually I'll get my dividends, right? Like, I don't need anything right now.
Yeah, because I honestly was almost considering playing this fucking thing with you because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
It's just like pestering your father to play a game with you.
Right. Well, I mean, I would have rather played like something like Generation Zero, which is a fun, glitchy game, but fun. I think all the devs have committed suicide because it's
no.
Yeah, it was a sad story. They updated it and then threw themselves off a bridge, but you know.
Oh my god, the devs killed themselves. Let's play their game now.
Well, they gave it their effort. You know, that's A for effort is what counted. But I'm kind of surprised because yeah, you did advertise this game a lot. I associated your name with it at this point.
I think a lot of people did, yeah.
And the fact that they wouldn't reach out afterwards and be like, you know what, we fucked up. Or, you know what, let's just try to move past it kind of thing. Because who's talking about it now? Nobody.
Pretty much. And unfortunately on the Steam discussion forum as well, like, they were leaving up threads that were talking poorly about me or like saying, oh, now I'll support your game because you kicked out a Nazi, but they didn't buy the game. And there was one really big thread of support for me, and that was deleted off the forum for a while. It was eventually brought back, but it was just really weird.
It never works out when they pander. I mean, even look at the more recent thing with, what was it, Splitgate 2 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Where the dev wore a hat that said, make FPSs great again, and then he apologized for that. And
He had really hello fellow kids energy when he came out on stage with that though.
Right. But after he did the apology, though, his active player base dropped from like 25,000 to 10. Like
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, the damage they did to themselves, because the people that complain and promise that they'll end up buying the product or using the product never end up doing it. I mean, that's why we saw everything from Dragon Age to, oh my God, what was that? The newer one, Marathon. I'm sorry. You never see like these games. I don't know. It's just when they try to cater to these audiences, that audience isn't there to reciprocate. They don't buy it or play it or enjoy it. They just bitch. And then it drives
some of
off
the
actual
people-
players.
Look at
Some of the
Noah.
people got bullied
Yeah,
enough, I
right.
guess. Well, not bullied, but like it got called out enough. Like, oh, you'll never buy the game. You know, you're just virtue signaling. So some of them did buy it, and then realized, oh, this game uses the word candy ass, which is a stand-in for the F slur, and this game has Chuck Norris, who's anti-homosexual. So we can't play this game. This game is bigoted. No wonder the bigots liked it.
I'm sorry, I can't play your game. Chuck Norris won't kiss men, so clearly I can't enjoy this shooting product about gangbangers.
Oh my god! Like, I think it was Vanilla Ice as well. He's in the game, and he defended James Gunn when James Gunn was going through his cancellation.
Oh shit, really? Yeah, I didn't even know Vanilla
Yeah.
Ice was in this thing.
Yeah, no, Vanilla Ice is in the game. Danny Glover, Chuck Norris, Michael
Danny
Madsen. There's another one I'm forgetting the name of. Like, there's a lot of Hollywood people. And when it first came out, I was like, is this a Hollywood money laundering scheme? I've never heard of this developer. What is this? And then I played it, and I couldn't shut up about it.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say, when I thought you meant like you'd already played it. Like, oh my god, this is dog shit. It has a lot of celebrities in it though, so is it like money laundering?
No, I was surprised it wasn't money laundering, and I was like, I gotta get involved. I love this thing.
Well, when I was reading, like, okay, there are a lot of smug posts about you over on Reddit from the fuckers that never play these. Like, listen to this, right? It sucks this is happening, and that Anna had to deal with this. By the way.
Yeah,
Because
Anna's been trying to paint themselves as the victim of a harassment campaign this whole time. Like,
because as according to this person, you're throwing a temper tantrum over having.
Oh,
your
I guess the
white supremacist
Shardy is now
views
trying to
shown
dox
the world.
Metokur.
Who?
The
Yeah,
Shardy.
that's why I continued
It's already been
streaming
done.
every day, and Anna was like, "Oh no, I'm being
Farms
chased off
did
the
it and
internet.
failed.
I have to delete all my accounts."
Well, yeah, they unironically say. I didn't know they unironically said stuff like this, but chuds won't stop at Anna. Sooner or later, they'll move on to another target, and the cycle
Even if Metokur
continues.
did, he doesn't care.
What the?
Yeah.
I don't care what you think.
What you gotta do, I mean,
Any
like,
game
what you gotta
takers,
do?
Nobody deserves
He's
to
been
face
doxxed
this
to the
level of
point where
abuse.
he's had a
What level
snowman
of
built in
abuse
his
was
front
Anna
fucking yard that he didn't
facing?
build. He's been
I think an anime-themed tea company
uber
told Anna to kill
potatoes.
themselves.
Okay.
He has cops showing up at his
Because
door
like
at
this,
a
this is
random.
their account.
He's
They're
been-
showing this
he's
account.
been nuts.
It'd be like this. Please show
But
up.
this
Put
is
me
their-
on my
this is their
misery,
account
please.
before they
Pretty
deleted everything.
much.
And the picture before they had this up, I noticed.
Put up his
in the
wheelchair
2 or
rep.
3
That's what
weeks
he
they were
needs
getting
now.
attention.
I
They
mean,
changed it because they used to have a war picture up.
Oh,
It was like a I want you in my tummy fucking kinky hentai picture up, and then they
Jesus
changed
Christ.
it. They changed it to a black and white one, but they deleted everything, right? And then if you go read it, it's a lot of like woe is me shit, and like I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so the articles come out, right? All the people are shitting on you. Crime Boss walks away. Everybody's just going on you, and then you said you were going to lawyer up,
They
and
delete themselves.
everything fucking 180'd like in a day.
yeah.
And you
Yeah,
want to
as,
you want to
uh,
explain that a little?
Brought
Because
to-
I think people
brought to
missed
put out
how
21
quickly these
minutes
people
ago.
ran for the
I
hills.
can
once you
hear
said you were gonna
Ben
sue the shit
Steven
out of
in the
them.
distance as the stream goes on, and it
paid
is
someone
almost as
to
beautiful as the stream
cosplay
itself.
As me as
That's
best
funny.
as they could, and then
Wow.
slap a
It's accurate,
cease and
though.
desist on
It is.
Vice's corporate door. And I didn't realize
that
that Vice
in the
operated
distance?
out of what looks like a meth lab. So that was very interesting to me.
I can picture that as being true.
But a lot of people were just like, "Oh, this reads like a shit post. Like this isn't a real cease and desist. Like she's not serious about who would take this seriously." Vice took down all those articles in less than like 12 hours. And like it might have looked like a shit post, but like that's basically what they post as their journalism on their own website. So like yeah, I'm going to put just as much professionalism in my cease and desist as Vice deserves. And I'm glad that people who have a sense of humor had fun reading my cease and desist, and I'm glad that it had the desired effect and I didn't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars taking Vice to court just to eventually win because it was indeed libel.
Well, yeah, you know what I've noticed too with a lot of like these journalism outlets is they'll write articles where they'll just either it's hyper specific, they go after an individual, or they'll smear an entire demographic, right?
Mhm.
But when you look at the author, when you look at the person that's actually writing the article, it's some shady shit. Like Ars Technica, I believe, had an author, Dr. Pizza, literally
boy.
Dr. Pizza. He would go on at length about how anime fans were all child molesters and how Pizzagate was insane. And then he got arrested
it's gonna be
for like,
pissed about this.
violently
Yes, he will.
molesting multiple preteen girls.
Yeah, he's like the number one thing that gets brought up when it's like a reset the clock kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure, at least on Imgur, there used to be a whole giant page of people that were like that.
Well, and I bring this up because, like, as people started digging into Annabelle, now she wasn't like a child molester.
The
I'm not
funny
saying
thing
that,
is,
but
Yeah, no,
most of the
when they
entries for
started
the,
digging
anime
into
grids
her,
are usually
there was some
into,
interesting
children
things they
for some
found, were
reason.
there not?
Kind of weird. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing was them claiming to have POCD. And POCD was something that I had talked about on stream before. And if you hadn't heard of POCD,
Yeah,
it
this
stands
is
for
probably- yeah.
pedophilic obsessive compulsive disorder. And when I went through it and I read some of the like DSM-5 entries and some of the psychologists talking about it, I was like, I can be made to believe that something like POCD exists. Like maybe someone gets molested as a child, maybe they're around people who are child molesters who touch other people but not them, and then they grow up with this like innate obsessive fear of what if I become like the person that
changed your
abused me
opinion.
or some such.
She
Like,
did.
I can make that leap of faith and say, okay, that makes sense. However, when I was reading like the forums on the psychology website and I was reading some of the ways that these psychologists were saying people should deal with POCD, and they're like, oh, some of the compulsions are watching CP to make sure you're not a pedophile. And I was like, that's not real. That's not a thing that you should do. And they're like, you should go by playgrounds and schools and like stand there and understand that you're normal. And it's like that.
Okay.
What
Ooh.
psychologist wrote this shit?
Yeah, I was like, if you're worried that you might be a pedophile, I don't think exposure therapy is the thing you should be doing.
That's the
I'm not a
craziest.
professional.
That is the craziest.
Hey,
shit I've
there's a
ever
lot of
heard. Is that
people who
seriously
are afraid
the
of dropping
DCM
the
or,
soap in
the-
the shower.
That
So
DSM, but that was like
The
on the
DSM.
psychology
Even by
pages
themselves.
I was reading.
yeah.
The
So
DSM
drop the soap
didn't
in
have
the
anything
shower and
specifically
you
of
know,
like POCD, but they were like, there
see what
are
happens.
things that can comorbidity with pedophilia and OCD and
Ooh,
anxiety
fucking
and
Christ,
depression,
people.
etc.
So
And
that
I'm
was
like-
that was one thing, but there were
Yeah.
other things that they had found in relation to Anna and her interests, were there not?
Oh boy, there are a lot. Anna did like fart porn and gigantic porn and just like a lot of
I
just
love that
weird
laugh.
That's more what I was. God, see, I was trying to walk you towards that. And you're like, let's talk about the heavy shit first. No, I meant that she wanted.
You wanted.
I wanted to talk about her having people rip toots in her face, man. That's where I was going with that.
Like, I tried watching one of their streams once, and they just kept burping, and they had told about having a burp fetish previously. And so, like, there were people, like, in their farms thread, like, wow, this is disgusting, I have to listen to this. And I'm like, no, a little Kiwi farmer, it is actually not just disgusting. You are an unwitting participant in this person's fetish.
So they had, they want people... they want people to play the butt trumpet in their face and burp.
Jim's Kiwi Farms page
and
is
it
growing
feels to me
a
like,
page
when
every
Anna was doing her
10 to
articles,
20 minutes.
she's
I know,
literally
I'm
digging
watching.
into anybody that watches her, trying to find somebody she can basically hold
The
up as an
farms
example
and
why you're
Jim
insane,
have a very unusual
but
That's
what-
why they took your joke seriously when you said that I was going to put you in an oven because you're a Jew. And they were like, look, she really is a Nazi.
They actually believe that too. And people
Yeah.
listening in chat might not know this, but yeah, I responded to Anna Valens when she put up her article and said, I'd stumbled across your live stream and you were playing a video game, and I said, hey, that looks like a neato video game, and you'd started screaming and saying that when Project 2025 became law, you were going to shove my fat ass into an oven, and they actually believed that. They thought that really fucking happened.
So
Apparently, the oven didn't work. You're still here.
I know it didn't.
So
it
the
didn't-
person
it didn't do the job.
trying to dox Jim,
But the reason I
is
bring this up
in-
is they like digging through everybody in your audience. They like digging through your shit.
I won't
trying to
bring the
find
side
stuff.
up
But the
because I
second-
know what happens
I
when you
noticed
bring the side's
people like
name
it
up.
was the
But
CC
looking
right?
through the
But the
site,
second people started talking about Anna
They
and
are
her love
tearing
of
each
getting
other
tooted
up.
on, suddenly,
Hold on.
because they don't know
she's
whether to
the
go
victim
at.
of harassment. Needs
Did
to
they not
hide
track
and
her IP
delete
on
all
that
her
site?
accounts because she's gone now. Like her
Only
her
if you got
Twitter
a
account's gone.
login.
I think she shut down her
Yeah.
Blue Sky too, didn't she?
You can still open it
Yeah,
up and look at it
he's
just fine.
shut down a
Oh,
couple
fair
of
enough.
his accounts on multiple occasions.
Yeah,
can't-
you have
so, like,
to
I'm
sign
sure
up in
he'll
order
be
to
back
actually,
eventually. Like,
get
he stayed off
tracked.
Twitter for maybe like a week
Yeah,
or two, and
yeah.
then made
So
a new
you
Twitter
can go
account,
on to
and then they shut down their Blue Sky, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, they
be
even got
just
harassed off
fine.
of Blue Sky," and he was like,
Oh, I'm
"JK,
sorry.
back."
Bre-
Even
breaking
they
news.
could,
I'm sorry, my
the
chat's
amount of
agreeing with
traffic
me.
that site
Is
gets,
Alan or Alan? Is
probably
Anna
maybe a
Valenza
couple
banned?
hundred to a couple
Yeah.
thousand
Oh my god, are
login
we? I'm sorry, I
visits
missed that fucking detail.
an
I
hour.
didn't
Fair
know why
enough.
you were saying she.
They're
so
not
I was
gonna
like,
be able to.
okay,
I
guess
thought
I'll
it was.
just
I
follow
thought it
this
was a chick.
direction.
Oh my
But
god,
it's
it's
funny.
a guy too. Shut the fuck up.
Because they don't
No,
know
of
whether to
course
go at Kush, Jim,
Oh come
or
on, what
Anna.
is, I've never looked at an image.
They don't know
Why
what
not
to
Not
do.
do
see
all of
the
them?
fart clip, man.
No.
Oh god, okay. I have to go find the clips for you. Hold on.
Yeah, you do. I need a. I like. Yeah, no, I did.
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
hold
Okay,
on.
hold on. First off, when I looked, okay, no, this is such God. This is poetic. When I looked up Anna Valenza and looked at an image search, the first fucking thing is a
Muffin
GoFundMe
top pants.
fundraiser for Alan Valenza. Help them pay their bills because of burnout.
Yeah, they put that up after trying to get gamer subs to drop me, and I was like, wow, that's funny. That's real funny. And then everyone's
Holy
like,
shit.
far right Nazi VTubers trying to run an honorable trans woman journalist off the internet.
Oh my god, look at they've got a Jay Leno fucking jaw. And one of their eyes is deformed. Is this the right person?
Damn.
And they're like
They
looking
have a
straight.
thread.
They're looking
Mean
straight
but true.
off to the left.
Yeah, the reason
Come on,
I
Jim,
think
show
I got
us.
on Anna's radar specifically
I
is
mean,
they wrote a
he's
hit
not
piece article on a VTuber organization called
I'm
Vallure.
dying.
Vallure is
Oh,
an
Jesus.
adult ASMR VTuber company. So all the women in the company do like lewd
Always paid for
ASMR,
the
like
jugular.
blowjob simulator kind of stuff for like men, right? Like it's straight male pandering kind of thing, right? I don't want to use pandering because it sounds bad, but you know
Sure,
what I mean.
Whatever, I get you.
And Anna had asked them multiple times, like, oh, are trans women allowed to join your organization? Can trans women join? Like, do you accept trans women? And they would get summarily ignored on Twitter. And then the Vallure girls did a stream about, like, their new generation that they were going to be having auditions for. And Anna once again asked, you know, what their stance on trans women are. And the
We're ready?
leader,
Oh, wow.
I can't remember her name.
Are you wait, I'm sorry, I'm
Welcome,
sorry, I'm
Triple F,
sorry.
to the
Are
world
you
of
telling me your entire career almost got sunk because of a guy in a dress who likes getting farted on? And
Yes.
people took this shit real? The guys in
Yes.
Crime Boss, the fucking retard developers in Crime Boss, the fucking dense retards at Crime Boss, literally disassociated with you because of a man in a dress who wants to have people rip ass in their face. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, that's
I
exactly
wish
right, Jim.
And the ripping ass isn't even the worst part. I think the thing that everybody would post every time Anna posted anything was they have an audio that they posted on Twitter themselves willingly about how they want to put cis women in rape breeding camps. And they want to beat up that cis girl macaroni in a pot pussy so hard that they'll have to change
Please,
the
please, for
women
the love
out.
of God, you gotta link me to this. I want to read this.
Oh, no.
He hasn't
Rogue,
seen it.
And then we're gonna read
Rogue.
their rape fart.
We have morning with Metokur's Jim
All
back.
right, so
Do you
let me go to
understand
our
that?
Little
Yeah, I
Twitter
do. I
DM thing
understand
here.
what it
Here's
means.
the macaroni in a pot breeding camps thing. For
I don't
that.
think he's
Oh
been
my God,
this
is
lively
this,
in a
you're not
while.
fucking with me, right?
I
This is
know.
real.
I'm
I
not.
know.
This is real. I'm not
I-
fucking with you. This is something that they willingly posted.
Okay, hold on.
The
Oh,
fire
by the way, just so you
bird-
know,
Jim,
because I'm
Jim,
doing this
brightly
just so
before
ghetto
it
I
stuff.
don't understand.
If the
I
Google
tagged
Meets
you in
drops, I
this
just
at
gotta
least
restart
20
it.
times on
Because it's like-
Twitter.
No problem.
such a
We've
pussy.
seen it.
I'll just assume.
Oh my
that,
God,
you know,
is
you
this-
got burped on.
Where is this? They put this on. Oh no. Okay.
Hey, Sparky.
Animal
What?
Lens.
The fire
Okay,
burns most
helps
brightly
to-
before it
implemented
dies.
by Major Media Called for
Flame.
killing stories on transcripts.
Yeah, don't say
concerning
that.
rape deaths.
I know
It's an
that's
audio?
that's.
Yep.
I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just.
Oh my God. Oh, all right, hold
You
on. Let me
just-
put a
just
picture.
might be
Okay,
the-
guys.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
guys.
oh,
So
hang on,
Jim,
It's coming up.
Hold on one sec. Sorry.
if Jim dies in the next month, blame Jim Mac.
I feel like there's an entire aspect.
well.
There's a dimension of this story.
That's
that I was
played
completely
Pen
There you
Pen.
go.
No,
There's
I'm
the
putting
Oh,
a picture up.
definitely.
All right, I'm
Oh
putting
my
a picture up.
God.
Tell me if this is the right person, because I don't want to start going off if I've got the wrong person.
Oh my
I don't want to be an
God!
asshole
That's
to some
true.
complete
That's
innocent
Ann.
stranger.
I'm
Holy
deep in my
shit.
tabs right now. Okay, I'm looking. I'm perceiving.
It'll take a second because there's a
Yeah, that's
fucking.
the correct person.
It is.
That's
That's
the
a right
correct person,
person.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Anna.
Okay.
That's him.
All right, chat. Oh boy, we're in for a treat. Let me make sure I got desktop audio on.
Jesus
All right.
Christ!
We're gonna get the
So,
audio.
again, this is Anna Vellens. This is audio they made.
Yeah.
We heard
Rape
this before.
fantasy audio describing cis girl breeding facilities. Here we go.
In the future, there are a number of institutions that emerge. If you are a trans girl or if you are trans feminine, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities where you get to breed the shit out of that cis girl pussy. You can absolutely...
Are you for real? Are you for? I'm sorry because the audio is not probably playing for you. I know it's kind of funky on the call, but
No, I just played it.
You
for
know,
yours.
Kenny's gonna lose his shit
so
too.
it starts off. Our story starts
Who?
off where all the trans girls
Pepper's
right,
editor.
get to go to the breeding facility
Yeah.
and
Oh.
fuck the shit out of cis girl
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
This reminds there was
Because
a
he was
joke,
going
okay,
around saying that
I
this
can't remember
was
what
a
journalist it
law.
was, but it's probably one of the funniest interactions I've ever seen on Twitter. I literally laughed for a half, and I nearly pissed myself. I was laughing so hard. Some woman, some guy made a comment to this journalist, and she took it real, and she tweeted out, "Oh my God, neo-Nazis are trying to put me into a brat farm where they'll harvest girls' farts," and they were like terrified of brat farms and having their fucking farts harvested. This is what this sounds like. They're talking
is.
about
Pretty
land.
much.
Yeah. Let me play some more here. So,
devastate that shit, fucking destroy it, murder it.
Yeah.
It's done.
My
Like,
chat's screaming
they
about
have to
TOS.
cycle
It's
the
fine.
girls out
I
because that
played this
pussy
before.
is
It's okay.
absolutely out of commission. And now we have breeding saunas, we
Breeding
have breeding
sauna.
bookstores, breeding movie theaters. Those are really nice. You have breed.
how
will
did
have to
this
show you-
person try to cancel you? How are they
Well-
talking about a swastika that's 2 pixels wide when they have audio about raping fucking cis women in some tranny gangbang fantasy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're higher on the oppression hierarchy than I am, so people take them more seriously.
This is fucking lunacy. This is
It is.
Like, this makes it even more ridiculous. What the fuck were the devs at Crime Boss thinking?
I wish I could tell you what people were thinking. I did send
Money.
you 2 more of their fetish things.
Oh,
that
there's
I've
more.
also
Of
shown on-
course there's more.
Of course.
Of course.
I showed
course.
you the brapping because apparently you didn't
Oh,
know
God.
that.
No, I really didn't.
Dear sweet baby
I
Jesus.
knew that they had some funny stuff. Okay,
I like the
let's
fact
hear
that he's
this.
learning the lore.
What am I watching? First off, okay, it's some what am I watching? It's some fucking inflated stomach dancing thing.
Yeah, because
what-
they also have a vor fetish.
Oh yeah, no, I told you about it. Yeah, okay, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they had like a hentai pic. It was like a kinky hentai. Do you almost think that like Anna? Do you think it's not so much they were scared of the cease and desist, but do you think they got spooked because people were starting to and there's something worse out there?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I went to Archive of Our Own, which I just linked to you as well, and I read one of their weird fan fictions on Archive of Our Own.
I'm seeing a lot of KF
and
people
all of
say that they're
Anna's
upset
defenders reported my Twitch,
that
and I
this
got a
stream
notice
is
they
his
were banned
least
from reading
their
their
least
fan
favorite
fiction.
stream.
And
Oh.
Anna claimed that they were no longer posting on Blue Sky.
Let
They
me
had
pull
started
up
to
the
be
fourth
able
fellow
to
in the
give
world.
them,
They
Can
but
you
they
hear
posted
scream
and,
like kiwis.
actually, that's not fan fiction. That's erotica.
Okay, no. Okay, I have to show this on stream.
Hang on, I might
They're
have
not gonna
that.
fucking believe me if I don't show this on stream. Hold on. Oh my god, this has actually become more entertaining.
And there's
All right,
actually
hold on,
fights
hold on.
going on in Kiwi Farms
I
right
knew
now.
they were
Oh,
like.
I know.
Let
I
them
thought we were
fight.
talking about a fucked up joke.
Is it just in the gym thread, or is there other threads getting upset?
Please fight
well, I
my
can see in
face.
the
We
gym
gotta-
thread.
You need
Okay.
to brap in my face so we can fight the Nazis. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, hold on. Where is it?
The collective stank
Yes.
from our brapping will defeat Hitler.
Oh, this is love wins. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's because I've got. I called it monster. I'm so mean. Okay, hold on. Okay. I want
Oh my god, it's Jip. Oh my god.
It's coming through good. All right, it's not showing.
I
I've got
guess
This
she's
is
gonna
what-
get banned
this-
from Twitch again.
Sitting on there because
This is what she got banned from
Hold on.
Twitch
So
from.
relatable.
Okay, so this is their collected works.
Anal
This has been
violence in the
archived
car?
right up
Yes,
on Ghost
always.
Archive.
Yes, there
and
is
it's
anal
originally from-
violence
What
in
is
the
this called?
form.
Transformative Works? Was that the sex fiction site they were using or something?
I'm not entirely sure. I found it on Archive of Our Own, so maybe there's another archive website for their stuff.
Oh
but
my god, I'm gonna start with the second one. Okay, happy
read
birthday,
their-
happy birthday,
see.
sis. Right? Happy
Yeah.
birthday, sis. I'm surprised they didn't try to do like a pun, like an alliteration, and call sis
Rape non-com?
CIS. But okay, not as
Oh,
smart as me,
man.
are you,
Missed
Anna?
opportunity.
Exactly. Here's the fucking tags: rape, non-consensual, sister relationship, brother sister, older sister, younger brother, older sister, younger sister, family relationship, incest relationship, and then of course we've got to marry some
Jim.
original female character.
He doesn't
Original
care.
trans character.
I guess
Forced
people are
feminization,
trying to dox
feminization,
Jim on her
gender
stream.
identity, gender issues.
I wish him the
magical
best of
girls.
luck. It's
Gotta
already
have
done.
Futanari in their transformation.
Obviously.
Rape, neats, brother-sister relationship, brother-sister relationship, sister-sister relationship.
What the fuck?
God. Okay.
What did I come back
It's
to?
his 20th birthday, and he's always loved magical girls.
Going through
His
Anna's
sister, a magical
backlog.
girl herself, decides to offer him a very special present that he'll never
What the
forget.
fuck?
Force Femme starts male-female,
Ignore him,
part of the
read it, yes.
Majestic Shield series. This is a series.
It is a series. And see, my mistake was I was like, this sounds fucking hilarious. Let's go see the extent of their writing outside of Vice. And so I
Yeah,
read
Magic
part of
Girl
this,
is a thing.
and they had a
I
bunch
don't
of
know
people
why,
mass
but it
report
is.
me. And I
Wait a
got
minute, this
banned for
person
24
works for
hours.
Vice?
But what they
Yes.
didn't think about is that if people mass report
Okay.
me for their smut writing,
This lovely
they
lockshot
literally do
individual
their
that
smut on
dresses
Twitch.
up
So the
as a
next day,
woman
they
works for
also
Vice.
got banned.
And right,
Oh,
what's
so
all this
how did
stuff
Anna
that
react
happened?
when this dropped? Because
Yeah.
How
this-
does Vice
like,
hire
must have
this
got dropped.
person?
Were they
Because
still
they're high
online
up
when
on
this
the
came out and everybody's like,
pity
hey, we
point
found your
thing,
erotic
the
fan fiction about
parade.
incest?
They
I
were
don't
still
care.
online
Fuck.
claiming that they
No,
weren't
but that's
writing on
it.
their
They're
blue
high
story,
on
but
that
they had a
level.
social media
Ergo,
team
they're going to
writing
get
for
the
them.
good cushy
And
job.
so they said that I read their fan fiction in an attempt to humiliate them, and then corrected me that it wasn't fan fiction, but it was erotica, and that I have done a bad thing by reading it because I am exposing minors on Twitch to pornography,
okay,
despite my
first-
channel being 18.
Yeah,
plus.
first off, no, you absolutely are reading it to embarrass. You are correct on that. Secondly, let's talk about Ballsy, right? The dates on these: March 2025, February 2025. Literally a month or two before they tried to literally destroy your career because you
Yep.
had a fan that had a swastika on a book in their fucking collection. That was enough to destroy you. Meanwhile, over here on Transformative Works, we've got Magical Sister incest gangbangs happening, written in February. What did they write in March? What is this? Morning Wish. Again, non-consensual. Always got to have rape in there.
Always.
The voracious Dragoness Violet, the Empress of Draconia, makes a considered agreement with her lover
something-
Kaliko.
yeah,
Violet
something
will
like
strike
that.
and Kaliko will be rendered shrunken prey for her
It's
giantess
gotta be a
lover.
great
But
stream.
Kaliko may be surprised by just how much the Empress hungers for her meal. A Giantess War story by Tiny Kaliko.
I can't.
I can't
hear
wait for the
about
Ethan Klein fallout.
Giantess
I really
Vor kind
can't.
of things without thinking of that really old video of that blue. I don't know if it was a Sonic character, but like that blue giant cat thing.
Yes, but
eating
this lovely
the
creature
human
that's
guy.
up on screen
Oh my god, yeah. yeah.
wrote all of that and tried
Oh my
to
god. Holy shit, this is
put out
amazing.
hit
So
pieces uncut.
this all starts to come out.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just them though. I
Oh, that
saw
wasn't
people
most
that
of
were,
it.
coming after
Oh,
you on
I
Twitter
know,
that were like
I
fans
know.
of Anna, or people that just opposed you from the Reddit.
There
But
was.
people were like, every person that would like start
There's
running their
always
mouth, they'd
was.
find shit like this. You know, like some weird vor shit or incest stuff, or
Basically, I
giantess
always say
roleplay
it
or
could always
brat
be worse.
roleplay,
Oh my
and
God.
all this kind
Really
of
does.
So
Did
in
it
the
shock you
Kirsche
the amount of
thread-
deviancy that was coming
in
your
the
way?
Kirsche thread,
Not particularly. 'cause
Kiwi
it
farmers
feels
are
like
having to
almost
defend
every time
themselves.
someone
No
tries
shit.
to lie
Because
about
like,
me
whoever's
online
posting
to get me in
in
trouble.
Kirsche's
They always
chat
seem to
is not
have
from
way
Kiwi
more
Farms.
skeletons in their closet, and it's just
No,
like,
they're
bro,
from Soy
dude,
Jack.
Maybe you should have
Yeah,
thought
they
for
are.
a second
But
before
they're
trying
having
to
to
do
defend
anything
themselves
about me.
right now.
I love
Holy
it.
shit. Yeah, because what kind of shocks me is a lot of the a lot of the stuff they came after you for, right, was intermixed with like this air of superiority, like this moralizing. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you're
obviously.
these
Well,
filthy
there's the
anime
Walk
fans.
House,
Your
there's
anime
the
is
Beauty
shit. You must be
Farmer,
the
it's a Soy
tits. You know what I
Jack,
mean?
and a
Like,
couple
it's all
others that
fan
are out
service
there
for you
that,
disgusting, sex-obsessed freaks.
Ooh,
Meanwhile,
Well,
they're
they
writing
like to think that they're
magical
farming,
girl
but they're part of
gangbang
the
fart
farm. That's
porn.
the problem.
no,
And
no,
that's
no,
It's
no,
called
no, no,
magical
no.
girl
They're part of the
gangbang,
show.
fart porn, like forced feminization.
They're not farming.
Meanwhile,
They're
they're just
part
like
of the show.
Theodore has a lolly character, and
What?
it's like, come.
And then
dude.
they're writing, they're doing literal stories about trans rape camps, and they're audio narrating it.
Mm,
And that's okay. That's fucking crazy.
But I'm the villain because I read this fan fiction, and that humiliates a proud trans woman.
Oh my god. So going with our story.
The
So
proud
you
trans
Dogpile,
woman wrote
this
it.
is the author that's coming after
Yep.
you. All this drops. You put your cease and desist up. And then it just
Oh, yeah.
it like
Oh, yeah.
180s,
Oh, yeah,
right? In
it's
the
gonna
course of a
happen.
day or two.
Always does.
Yeah,
I'm
the cope
expecting all the
was
weirdos
that
to come out and have a
Vice
shit
was
fit.
cowardly
the
for
gym
taking it
fans
down
now
because
becoming
everything was
ex-gym
definitely
fans.
true and real, TM, and that just because Vice took it down doesn't mean that it's not still correct, and that everybody should share around the archives of it.
So because you got banned, okay. So I don't know how Twitch works. Was this like a suspension? It was like a 1-day ban.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
suspension.
my first ban ever since I started streaming on
I
Twitch.
don't
So
know
I've
why
been
they keep
streaming
calling
on
it
Twitch
ban.
since
They should be called a
2018, and
suspension.
this was my first ban, and not the first time I've read fanfiction off of Archive of Our Own on Twitch. So it was really really funny timing.
Right, and Twitch is such a weird place with who they ban and who they don't. Even when they have something that it comes across like it should be clear as day, right?
Yeah.
Black and white, like Dr. Disrespect, right?
Yeah.
With like the underage shit, you'd think, okay, that's so black and white. How could there be any nuance to it? But like then the subtext of it was that it was like an adult Twitch employee that was role playing as a younger person to try to actually fuck them up, and it was like a parting of ways because Twitch didn't want to get sued if it went public. So it seems like there's some really fucking weird shit going on at Twitch, and I know you stream there, so you can't really talk too much crap about it, right? So I won't go into like Hassan and all the other stuff and how they kind of.
Well, I
favor
was
certain
actually going to
people.
bring up Hassan because Asmongold actually covered
Whoa.
like a lot of the articles going over me and a lot of
Well,
the people
Mythic
coming
is
after
gonna
me
talk.
and showcase just how disturbing these individuals are. And there's a running joke because on the vacation where my first hit piece dropped, I went on vacation and Asmongold went on vacation at the same time, and we both came back from vacation at the same time.
What's up,
I don't know
Mustafa?
if it was pure coincidence, but everyone's been saying that he's my husband ever since then. And I don't know if like Hassan had taken it seriously or some shit, but there was a clip of him responding to someone in his chat who said that they had gotten, the Nazi white supremacist VTuber banned on Twitch, and he read it out loud. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I heard about her. Good job, guys." I was like, "What the fuck? What is happening?"
Well, do you think Twitch is slightly terrified? Because didn't Osmongold end up doing like a dual stream or multi-stream where he went to Kick and he made a crazy amount of money and he had a lot of people watching?
A crazy amount of money. He had a crazy amount of people watching. He even said to Elon Musk, like, "Hey, I'll stream on X. We just want to see you improve the stuff there." So he's trying to bring other people to the other platforms. I know Tectone started streaming over there as well.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I've noticed that the people that jump ship or multi-stream or try an alternative, their audience is following them. It's not like they're in the wind with 1,000 people watching. They're end up doing these streams and they've got 20, 30, 40,000 people on these other sites.
Yeah, I've been multi-streaming for quite a while now. Basically, ever since Twitch lowered the partner rules that you could multi-stream anywhere. I've been streaming on like YouTube. I expanded to Kick. They had a bit of anime racism, so I stopped streaming on Kick for a while because I was getting harassed by their staff. And then I started streaming on Twitter as well. And Anna even left out of their article, like they mentioned, the followers I had on Twitter and on Twitch, but I just hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and my viewership on YouTube has actually far outpaced that of Twitch. So I usually get around 1,000 CCV, maybe at 1,200 now on Twitch, but on YouTube I get consistently over 2,000 CCV. So YouTube, my growth rapidly outpaced Twitch. Kick is very rapidly outpacing Twitch as well. I'm already at 700 CCV on Kick, and I've only been multi-streaming there again for like a couple weeks.
So do you think this is going to like temper them a little bit? Do you think that now Twitch is starting to realize they can't essentially hold people at gunpoint with the "you better play by our rules" all the time everywhere? Because I know they did this to Destiny for a while. Like some of the stuff he did off platform, they tried to punish him on
still
platform
doing it.
for.
Yeah, and they've done
Now
that
they're
to a
trying
handful of
to
people, to my
punish
recollection, and I really
multi-streamers.
hope seeing their larger streamers that make them a decent chunk of money pulling audience to other platforms really makes them rethink
cat
the
has
way that they
hair.
apply their rules and actually start treating people fairly. I mean, people have been pointing this out, the way that they treat like the cam girls on Twitch diametrically differently from everybody else.
Right, and I've noticed too that like some of the background characters at Twitch, and I don't know if they're low level or high level employees, but they seem to be kind of connected into a certain group. Like Josh Moon, for instance, right? When the Keffels thing went down, Keffels had relationships with people. I can't remember their name, but it was some some person at Twitter, right? Basically gave Keffels a direct line to kind of push Josh out. And I know that they have those similar kind of connections at places like Twitch. That's why I don't think Josh could ever stream right at Twitch. Like he has to stick to like I think Kick and YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Don't know.
I just kind of wonder
Don't know.
because
Okay, don't know.
it's interesting watching this cancel attempt that happened on you that took kind of place over the span of a month implode on itself. Like they tried banning you and then reversed it instantly. They wrote hit pieces and then deleted them instantly. Reddit came after you and then reversed course. And then Anna has run for the hills. If this had been 5 or 10 years ago, they would have got away with it. You wouldn't have been
I
able,
believe they would have.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
you wouldn't have been able to say, hey, this is bullshit and here's why.
I don't know.
Nobody would have been able to post fart porn and trans rape camps. You know what I mean? Like this stuff would have gone kind of hidden. So I mean, like when it comes to Twitch, do you see a future there, or do you think I'm going to eventually just jump ship and focus more on like YouTube with 100,000, or maybe Kick or Rumble or something?
It really depends on if Twitch can shape itself up, and kind of like with all of the bridge stuff I've been uncovering, I don't know if it's even possible with the current people running Twitch if they can reverse course. I think it might be a case of you kind of need to fire the ideologues that have embedded themselves and put actually politically neutral people there, or at least people who can remove their biases and apply rules evenly across people.
Right. Man, yeah, I mean, it
Hard to
was a
find.
wild thing to kind of watch from the outside, but I noticed you got a ton of support as this went on more and more, and people.
It's almost like you have
realized
to
what it
have
was.
somebody that doesn't.
And the
give
other
a
thing I
fuck.
found really interesting is because you did do a cease and desist, right, to these people.
Yes, yes.
It kind of reminds me of I've seen accounts on Twitter start to do this more, like Libs of TikTok and others. I noticed for like a good decade to maybe like 2 decades, the left was really into kind of doxing and canceling and shaming people. And I noticed when people that were either, kind of in the middle or more to the right started to reciprocate that, the impact it had was monumental. So, like, people would have said before, "Oh, don't lawsuits are gay. Don't dig into Anna. That's wrong."
And I had a handful of people saying that to me as well. Like they were just like,
it
"Oh,
worked.
she's scared. That's why she's doing lawfare. Like she's a coward and she can't stand by what she said." But it works, and it's the correct thing to do if they're lying about you. And I think a lot of content creators, if they have these kind of freaks go after them, could really use this to their benefit. Because why let people lie about you? Why let people write hit pieces? Why not use the tools at your disposal to your advantage?
Right, and I've noticed too, as far as like games journalism go, if you could call Anna that, I mean, Vice is kind of, I think of it more like documentaries.
I mean, I
That's
still
what I think of Vice,
stream
to be
on
honest,
Twitch.
or writing
so,
about
I mean,
cocktails, which was a big thing they were into.
Yeah, I remember that.
But like, I've noticed most of these like gaming journalism outlets have laid off pretty much all their employees. Like, it feels like it's a dead fucking industry at this point.
Yeah, and I mean when Anna was trying to really run up this cancel campaign, they were adding like Alyssa Mercante, they were adding that guy I always forget the name of from Gamergate, one of the like big 4 dudes who was involved in the journalist scum shit with that. They were just like adding anyone influential who could possibly help them.
Jason, he was the guy that had gotten into an argument with people that I did. I think it was Dragon Crown. And there's this one character in that game that's like a 30-year-old woman with the biggest tits you've ever seen. They're ridiculous. They're like triple E's. And
yeah, she's fucking massive honkers.
Yep, and he posted a picture of her and he said, "This is Lolly."
Oh,
And-
Nathan Grayson was the one they added. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay. I thought we were talking about. Okay.
Mr. Grayson.
I think I'm talking about someone that thought women with gigantic tits were Lolly because he had no idea.
Well,
What
it's
the
like
fuck he was talking about.
some people call me lolly as well. And like, oh no, she's not a lolly, but she panders to lollycons, and it's like, okay, brother.
We all know lolicons love big tits. That's the one thing that they're all
well,
super
that's
into.
the thing
It's
with
one marker
Kick.
that they're attracted to.
Truly.
Now, did
They're
you
hooked
have
up to a
'cause
gambling
I kinda
site,
went
which
through the
is a
links and I
no-no
wanted
for
to.
certain places.
I am again shocked that they have this. I'm almost tempted to read it, but I don't know if that would probably kill the toss on Twitch.
I mean, if you want to read it, I can just mute my audio for a minute while because it is fucking wild.
Oh, hold on. They have the general page. Okay, they have the general page for the titles, but they don't actually have the archive of the work itself.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. Let me try Morning Wish. Oh, Morning Wish.
Yeah,
might actually
I'm
go
not
for it.
surprised.
No.
Oh my God, no. Nobody archived their porn? They just archived the titles? Come on, guys. What are we doing here? Come on. I
Come
want to.
on, man. Archive the porn. We need to read it.
You need to archive the disgusting porn. Okay, I'm sorry.
You
I'm
gotta
sorry,
put up
chat.
the
I was gonna read it
deviant
for you.
shit
We were gonna listen
if they're gonna
to
be
their
deviant.
amazing magical girl gangbang birthday party, but apparently that's not gonna happen. Anna, you lucked
Oh,
out.
shucks.
Oh, you lucked out
Shucks,
so
man.
much, Anna. Holy shit. Okay.
And let me see what else was really like pertinent in here. We had like spin-off articles like Sports Kita is like some weird AI slop written by Indians over in India. They wrote some hit pieces on me where like one of the ones Asmongold covered was Vtuber Kirsche goes viral for seemingly defending Shiloh Hendrix' fundraiser after a letter reportedly calls child the N-word. And then the clip that they link from my stream where like it's supposed to support their headline is me literally saying, yeah, it's not okay to call a child the N-word. So I was like, you know what? That one can stay. I won't cease and desist them. That's good marketing, actually.
Oh, so the other yeah, I wonder. Do you think the other journalists were a little gun shy at watching Anna just get her shit wrecked or his shit
Yeah,
wrecked?
I feel like after I started pushing back, a lot of journalists were like, maybe we don't want to jump in on this, actually.
I'm still floored that Crime Boss and the devs haven't approached you to say at least sorry, but nothing.
Same.
They haven't
Same. I wish
changed
they
much.
would. I wish they would.
Triple
Oh,
S
and I guess
hasn't changed
another
much.
thing as well. Before and even after my cease and desist, there were a whole bunch of VTubers that decided they wanted to torch their own careers and try to jump on this cancellation. One of them being, I mentioned Idle Corp previously. Idle Corp eventually sold to something called Brave Group, and one of the talents was someone named Rin Penrose. And Rin decided that she was going to virtue signal by dropping her GamerSup sponsorship in order to try and pressure them to drop me. And there were a handful of people that did this, like Joe Cat. I don't know if you remember who Joe Cat is.
No, that one I'm not.
Oh no!
Joe Cat is like a femboy who wrote a song about
Rip
how much
Joe
he
Cat.
likes girls, and it's so gay that he made liking women homosexual.
Nicely done.
Congrats.
Yeah, he got bullied off the internet for that, but he comes back every so often. And he was like, oh, you know what? My
give him a
GamerSubs
clap.
thing has already lapsed, but I'm actually going to remove all their branding now because they're associated with this VTuber. I was like, way to go, Joe Cat. Standing on principle.
I'm going to be honest. I know that half of you guys are all sponsored by it. What is GamerSubs? What is the product?
GamerSubs is like a supplement company, so they sell like caffeinated.
Drink it, Jim. It might cure you.
A bunch of different.
Oh, I
I
don't
thought
think
it
it
was-
will.
I thought it
$5
was
dues
suppers,
has come
like
in there.
gamer suppers.
No.
I thought it
Oh,
was
Lord,
like
Joe
meals.
Cat.
They sell ramen now, so I mean you can have gamer supper.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought they're like, oh, gamers are so lazy they can't cook, so we'll send them food so they eat something that's not pure lard.
That sounds
You know,
about
and
right.
that was the thing.
This is like gamers eat nothing but beef jerky sticks and ramen, so we're gonna give them vitamins that they need through this caffeinated powder. And they also sell non-caffeinated powder, for people who have like IBS and shit, so they can get flavored water. And I mean, most of it tastes pretty good. I
see,
fucking loved drinking it.
That's actually hits a little too close to home. I eat mostly yakisoba and like a Slim Jim or two. That's maybe you
need gamer stuff.
I need gamer suppers. Yeah. So is it you get a % of per unit
Stop
sales
feeding
or
the
is it
trail
like
now,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
thing?
I know.
Every time someone uses
Look,
it,
oh my God,
keep me
I
alive.
get
You don't
a
know.
percentage of the sale, and they
I-
run like a sliding scale.
Karsh
so
is
the more
gonna
you
die
sell, the
if
higher your
Jim
percentage that
shows
you
her
earn
out.
is. And I've hit max
Mhm.
percentage like ages ago, and you have to sell quite a lot in order to get merch with them. So. I had like a counter. I don't remember what it is because it's ages ago, but I had a counter for meeting that goal. I met my cup goal, and then my merch drop was in April, right around the end of when the article stuff was dropping. So they waited until my merch was gone. And some people were even like, oh my God, she just signed on with them. And some people were angry. They were like, why did this VTuber who just signed on with them get more merch in her drop than most people do? And it's like, well, because I fucking sell, bro. Like, what do you mean? And I didn't want to do anything while I was working on the cease and desist, but afterwards I was like, yeah, my merch drop, while only the seething Twitter freak, so before the article, I made $160,000 off of my merch drop in 3 weeks.
Shut the fuck up. Are you
So
serious?
that's not even what Gamer Subs made. That is what I made from my merch drop.
Shut the fuck up. God, that's a
Yeah.
lot of
How much
money.
did she make?
Ah!
Yeah.
160,000.
Everyone was like, "Why
Damn.
won't they drop her? She's clearly a brand risk." And there's
Oh
like,
my
there's
God.
a large YouTuber, like I think it's Solid JJ or something.
Yeah.
He had been making advertisements at the end of his video, like, "Oh, this week's flavor is brand risk. I wonder why that could be. Maybe look up Gamer Subs Great Replacement Theory to figure out why. Ha ha, brand risk."
Okay, now I've got to agree with my chat right now because half of them are saying, "How do I become a VTuber? How do I want $160,000 selling hats? What the fuck? How do I do that? Hey, I love Gamer Subs. Hit me up. I'll sell your fucking caffeinated whatever the fuck. Hey, it's
Yeah.
powder. It's Jimmy powder. Order your Jimmy
And
powder.
Jimmy powder.
That's
People
right.
don't listen.
VTuber Jim
when-
incoming.
Get your cripple pie. Get your
People
cancer.
don't listen
eat
when
your
I
Jimmy
say, and a
powder
lot
and
of
have a
people
hat,
say
you
that
fucking
VTubers,
yeah.
But
they
free
make some
hats
money
every
if they
can
get
fit.
if they get good
Tastes
enough.
like pixie sticks and radiation. Gamer Subs.
Yeah, no, I never expected my merch to do as well as it did, but I am incredibly grateful for my community. And there were some people, like when my merch drop happened, Reddit was also seething about it.
Ghastly was
They were just
the
like,
early
how
proto
could this person
version
have
of that.
merch? I love the art, but I hate her, and I'm gonna buy it anyway. And I was like, well, thank you.
Oh my god. Well, this is what I want people to realize. No bullshit to the people listening on chat.
Well,
This
I
is
mean,
why
we
I
were all
say
using
VTubing is
avatars
the
back
next
in that
step.
time
Right.
frame, but the first actual
Kirsch,
real
you're
good,
still up and coming. I mean, you do have a large
body rig
following.
version.
Hang on.
There
Yeah.
are other VTubers that are much larger. So if
Oh,
you're
yeah, for
hitting
sure.
160,000 your share on merch, imagine what the other people are doing. Like this
There's
as far as
some,
profitability goes for like a sustainable
Goal
thing
in
for a 5 to 10
a
year
Kool-Aid
career, the money you're making so far outpaces
rigging thing. It was
people that do,
mostly a
like, Let's
facial rig,
Plays and all
but
the other
yeah,
shit. It's
I forget what it was
ridiculous.
called.
Ridiculous.
Something 666.
And I just remember your advice where it's just like, you know,
Hit
content
it,
creators
yeah.
have a lifespan, like, you know, five good years maybe. You want to get something sustainable, like buy a house in that time, you know?
Oh my, yeah, there's no way you're not going to be able to do that. To have the house you want, the car you want, money in the bank, like you'll be set for life after you're done with this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just got to learn how to invest because numbers hurt my brain.
Yeah. Well, now I've got to sell merchandise. So let's do this. I'll end this Google Meet. I'm gonna play a quick break and grab a drink. Right? We'll do like a 5-minute break. Then I'll start a new meet. And I have some questions I'm sure people wanted to ask their Ko-Fi and stuff. And then we'll go over a few of the other related VTuber stuff. I mean, we talked a little bit, like the Cinder stuff, that kind of stuff. Outside
Yeah,
of
I gotta show you the woman who shoved staples in her vagina.
I mean, who doesn't? What? I've already shared with my
And we
audience
lost
the woman who
Mama.
put SpaghettiOs up herself. So
Oh,
like,
God.
Oh, interior semiotics.
yes, thank you. Oh my God, somebody appreciates art. This is why
I
you deserve
appreciate
money.
modern art.
That's right. This is why you make the big bucks because you appreciate high art.
Well, all right. Well, we'll see you back from your vitamin break here. You know, go get your
My-
IV.
Actually, what I'm going to do is call up GamerSubs fucking right now. I'm going to get that Jimmy Juice selling. 160,000.
No, I need a cup for my hat.
I need cups for all the money. That's what I'm gonna make. I need cups for the nickels I'm making here. Holy shit! All right, so we'll take a quick break. Then I'll send you another link, and we'll continue off like 5 minutes. Then.
Break time.
All right, chat. Hopefully my audio now stays consistently. I've been sitting here toggling this switch for an hour and a half because I'm retarded. So if you got a question you want to ask, I will ask it. If it's that ridiculous,
Like Jim or on Doom?
of N-words. Because remember,
Or
you're
Barry.
on Twitch.
Jeez.
Maybe I could, I should charge them a fee not to ask slurs. 160,000 on merchandise. What the fuck am I doing selling hats? I gotta sell this magical fucking powder. I gotta get me some anime tits. Holy shit. I'm gonna make an avatar of a fucking 6-year-old girl with double D tits. That should appeal to all of you. You're like,
Oh,
she's
God,
using a
fuck.
lolly
There
avatar.
we
I'm gonna
go.
be the most lolly avatar you've ever seen. Hi, my name's Jimathea. I'm a
Yeah.
6-year-old girl with giant tits.
Jimafield?
Buy my gamer
Yeah.
subs.
Oh,
Buy
God.
my
Jim
game. Want to
O'Feely.
buy a
Gotta
house.
love that
Jim
one.
I want a
O'Feely.
second house. Buy my
Jim
gamer
O'Feely.
subs. It's totally normal. I'm 8,000 years old. There's nothing wrong
It's
with
a
that.
disease.
All right,
Remember
let's do a
that.
small break.
Hemophilia.
We'll come
This
back
one,
and
okay.
continue on with the wild world of VTubing. Put on a nice commercial. Remember, if you want to send through a super chat because I fucked it up until I fix it,
Buy
So
a hat for
Ko-Fi.
your hat.
or through Cash App. And also you can swing by Metokur.myshopify.com. My God, she made $160,000 selling fucking fruit drink powder. Fruit drink powder laced with caffeine. How am I not $160,000? What?
Yeah, I'm not
Holy
reading
shit.
that.
No wonder
You
Josh
can,
hates VTubers. I'd hate him
send
too.
notes it,
That's so
guys.
much money. Oh, God.
Oh, you should
Sweet
read it.
Jesus.
You
The
should say
jealousy's
it.
going through the roof
What
right
did he
now.
say?
All right, let me put on my commercial here. Oh, my God.
Nope.
Oh, sweet Jesus, $160,000. How do you make that kind of money? Oh, I feel old.
Being a
I feel
woman.
so fucking old.
Even if you guys donate $500, I'm not reading it.
Let's see. We got that. We got the American T-shirts, the American God Bless America unisex T-shirts. Yeah, a whole bunch of new stuff.
Anyways, if you want to enlarge the camera on me real quick, is like this is the VTuber model I made of Metokur. So
That looks great.
Looks blurry.
yeah, sorry about the green background.
No, it's
Oh,
blurry on my
blurry,
end.
but
I
it
don't
would be such
know.
a larger. Let's try this one. Nope, even that one looks terrible.
Oh, they add. Oh, hang on. It said
Yep.
add secondary cameras.
Buy
now,
buy
there you
a
go.
powder for your powder. Really?
Buy a powder for your powder. There you go.
Really, Ben? Really, Benny?
Yeah, but no, it's like I've given this model out. I believe I sent it to Jim on Post. And I did that like 2.5 years ago when I made it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like he doesn't have it.
Yeah, and I have used this on the AI Mr. Metokur channel, and you can hear it with either music,
Yep,
or him reading certain posts, because we have used it for AI voiceovers and AI song covers.
correct.
So not that hard to make.
Yeah, but he needs tits.
No.
That's what Jimmy said. He wants tits.
Well, he can re-edit the model. Would be interesting if he busted out randomly. All right, I can tell you one thing we could do. We could put the fanfit and the AI Mr. Metokur voice and let him do it, but that would take some time to do.
Oh God, yes.
But I don't know where I'm gonna post that at. So, because no way in hell am I post it at fucking YouTube. No. Or Twitter. Oh no. I got enough people CVing at me right now wanting to write my shit out. I'm not gonna attempt it. There he is.
Did someone leave?
Yeah,
Akko left.
Okay.
Make him blonde. It's popular for VTubers now. I mean, really? I mean, he could be blonde.
It's traditional Metokur on how he's been embellished since 2016.
Well, I mean,
Was
it
it
did start
2015,
with a grainy
2016?
black and white picture of a blonde kid. So I mean, really, in a hat.
Yeah.
So.
And then he went to the. I like the aristocrat one.
No, yeah. Well, that was something he found in
Maybe. Oh, it'd be funny to take that picture and give it to artists and go, "Hey, make internet aristocrat VTuber."
Oh, Jesus Christ! That would destroy people's brains.
That would be funny. That would be funny. It's called a soda fountain, apparently. Okay.
All right, cool beans. I like soda. I don't know if I want them in a fountain form, but because that syrup gun is mighty questionable if it's not cleaned properly.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go because their stream is getting ready to start in about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Their stream is called Nightwave, and not the Nightwave to be mistaken for Mush.
You mean Night Heat? Oh, God.
Just so you know, I have no idea who this person is, but they seem like a really fucked up kind of special.
Kirsche is a very fucked up kind of special American.
Kirsche is.
I think.
Yeah.
Kirsche
Kirsche is special.
I might know who it is. I just don't care enough to
Diminish.
remember.
All right, so
Area of
so
ministry.
I've done AI Sun covers of Kosh.
Okay,
So
that's why the name sounds familiar, but
Yes,
I
Kosh
never
and
actually
Peppa.
seen.
Kosh and Peppa. I've done AI voice covers of them.
Also, Kirsche has guest started on a few different shows, including side scrollers.
Okay,
Side
that's why I knew
scrollers
the
and
name.
a couple other ones. Yeah.
And that was just
I
who was
think-
here, right? That was
Yep.
with us.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We're back.
Oh no. That was.
Had a little
You
bit of
talking about Otto?
existential crisis there.
Okay,
Holy
I'm confused
shit,
now. We'll talk about it later.
$160,000. Oh, my
Jem
God,
is
these fucking
getting
kids
older by the moment.
out there making bank.
Go take
I'm
a
just
photo.
tired
God.
today. It's hot here. It
Oh,
sucks.
if you think about it,
I'm
if
tired.
you're
It's
doing-
hot. I'm
if you went
kinky.
3 weeks.
My socks
Can't
are,
3
sleep.
weeks. Holy
my socks
fuck.
feel weird.
God, if that's the money they're making, Pippa
The
must
cats
own
are
an
screaming at
airplane.
me again.
Like, what is going on?
Kids are in my
Yeah.
lawn.
having an existential
You gotta
crisis
yell
over
at them.
this. It's fucking my mind up. Oh, those are the big dollars. All right, let's get another Google Meet going here. Oh, I should start one immediately so I can ask for a loan. Oh, I'm dying, so I don't have to pay it back. Hey, can I borrow $100,000? I'll hit you up. Don't worry about it. It's coming. I'll make sure to pay it back. Trust me. Okay.
Well, with
All right, let me send the link here. Just 1 second, everybody.
Pump your volume, Jimbo.
with
Does
Legos.
it readjust? I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. There's some feature here that's readjusting. If I weren't paying attention, it would be terrible, but send that through. All right, give it a second here as I jump back. We'll get back into it. Again, if you have a question or a comment, send it through the Ko-Fi link found in the description or on screen, or the Cash App. And we'll get to a section here where I'll read them out and ask the best ones. The most embarrassing and humiliating ones.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, just give it a second there. I'm not sure. Maybe they went to use the bathroom. Or maybe they're counting their fucking money. Gamersubs money. Oh, $180 billion of their Gamersubs money.
Billion.
Oh, my God. Oh, these brand deals. That's crazy. Oh, what did she say earlier? It's like their management takes 10 to 30%. That's after that? Holy fuck. Let him in there. Hello? Oh boy, there we go.
We can't hear Jim, you boomer.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you got $160,000 fucking dollars. I'm sure you can call tech support.
And every time I ask one of my mods to do tech support, they start having a meltdown. So
Ah, there we go. Oh, I mean, jeez, I'm just a little stunned. I was telling Chad I was having a little bit of an existential crisis over this. So much money. We can. Nobody.
in 3
anybody,
weeks, brother, like that's crazy.
It's insane. Anybody listening to this, by the way, don't clip that and send it to Ethan Ralph. He will literally throw himself in front of I'm doing streams for 20 hours a day for like $100. If he hears that you had 160,000 in 3 weeks, he will literally jump off a building.
Well, I have nothing to do with Ethan Ralph. That's Gator's territory. All right, him and Kiki can figure that one out.
Hold on a second. People are saying I'm not coming through audio wise on my stream here. Let me check.
On your stream,
Gator?
Oh.
They're lying.
Oh no, it's coming through.
No, I mean, yeah, I hear you.
Okay, see, my wife literally ran downstairs. She's like, nobody can hear you. Fucking lying to me. Lie, I see you. You fucking laughing.
Speaking of your wife,
Yeah.
did she pull out the stint for you? Did she start you like a lawnmower? I have to know.
Oh Jesus! So I actually had I had surgery scheduled on Wednesday. So I went in. They were gonna do the thing where they go with like the laser and blast the stones out.
Yeah.
And I get in there, and the guy. Oh, let me turn the audio off on the fucking screen. So the doctor comes
Still
in,
hear you, Jim.
and I'm getting ready. They're gonna anesthetize me, put me out, and get ready for it and stuff. He's going over the CT scan. I'd seen my primary to get my pre-op checkup before this. And we're sitting there looking at the CT, and I'm like, the radiologist had said that one of the largest calculuses was like 7 millimeters. I said, but before they said it was 14. What does that mean? And my primary didn't know. So I'm sitting down with the surgeon. We're looking at it, and it's like a conga line. They read the CT, and it's like right at the bladder. And so he's like, maybe we should just. He's like, I think it's actually like 3 stones. I don't think it's like one solid one. And he's like, do you want to give it another week? And so I thought about it because when you're this bad, like if you have any heart stuff, just as a FYI to anybody out there, like even if you're in good shape, or you're active, it's a risk to get put under. So I sat and talked with them, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's wait a week and see what goes on. And so no, I haven't had any stents pulled out, and I haven't had the surgery yet. I'm trying to basically give birth right now, and I understand the psychology of women a lot better. I'll tell you that because this is fucking horrible. And
I thankfully never had a kidney
He
stone,
has to
so
remember to
listening to you
breathe.
talk about it, hopefully I never get one.
Oh, it's a lot of blood. It's so much blood. It's so much blood, and it hurts so bad. And I feel like a fucking emotional woman. I feel like a chick that's like ready to give birth. Like I'm the one screaming at my wife now. Like it's so bad. All I do is like I sit on the toilet pissing blood all day long, just drinking water obsessively. So I'm hoping that this gets out of me before next Wednesday, because otherwise they are gonna have to do it. Luckily, the guy I got's really good. Super nice guy, so he'll be able to go in there and zap the shit out of it. But yeah, he told me, yeah, we will have to put stents in. And he's like, most people just take. He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, I knew. Some people like they take their boxers off and the string gets pulled. They don't even notice it and it comes out.
How do you not notice it?
He's like, well, we tape it down. Like there's a string that comes out. We tape it down to the outside of your dick, basically. And sometimes the tape gets loose and it gets caught on your boxers. You don't even notice. You pull your boxers off and out comes a stent. And I'm like, you're so full of shit. I was like,
yeah,
there's no way that's
full of shit.
There's no way that's fucking true. So, wish me luck, chat. You know what would help? It would help me get through this trying time. Buy my fucking hats.
I sent the link out to someone
$160,000 over
else.
here. Come on.
Buy a hat for your kidney stone.
Oh my God! Buy a hat for
Well,
my
they can figure it
rage
out,
at the
that
fact
is.
that Game
I
of
mean,
Subs
if
has
they
made
wish
you
to
a
figure it
millionaire.
out, it's not hard.
Oh,
Well, let's not get
But then
too
it could
crazy.
be
Not a
challenging.
millionaire.
but no shit. If you keep up the momentum you have, honestly,
Let it
you
rip.
probably will last 5 years.
So,
by
somebody
30
play the
or
baby
12, right?
blame music whenever he
But
goes
I
into
bet
surgery.
you'll have a really nice house. You'll have great car. You'll be set for life. I mean, that's got
I
to
don't
be a
really want
great
a great
feeling.
car. I feel like spending tons of money on a car is a waste because like somebody else can crash into it and ruin it.
Well, no, you get a great car that's reliable that lasts. Like I've got a car. Mine's 2014. It's got like 80,000 miles on it because I don't overly use it and I take care of it. That stupid fucking thing would last me another 10 years.
I'm gonna buy like a 1998 Honda Prelude. How about that?
Hey, go for it. Or you can do van life. You can pick up a van and like retrofit it and start doing that as YouTube stuff after the YouTube thing.
At least
Reminds me
you
of a
you
black
talked
guy that
about
did
your
that.
your stent and your kidney stone reminded me of an article that I've looped on a couple of times. There was a woman that had a UTI, and when she finally went to the doctor, they found that there was a shot glass
Oh,
lodged
God,
in her
that
bladder
reminds
for
me.
over 4 years.
Kirsche could bring up
That's
the
why
whole
she's so
sounding bit
popular at
she
the
talks
bar, but
about
she
all
never
the
can
fucking
remember
time.
why. It's one really drunk night.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know how you lose a shot glass for 4 years. That's kind of fucking crazy.
How do you function with a shot glass in you for 4 years?
How do you not know that there's something wrong for that long?
Right, it's lasting for a little while. Let me see here. I'm gonna pull up because like I said, I was doing the super chat thing.
Yeah.
So I've got some that have come through like Cash App and Ko-Fi. Let me ask you a few. I'm gonna find a few. If there are actually any, if there are any questions.
I'm sure half of them are like, "How fat are you really?"
Oh, we got one from Colin. PDF, pedophiles, I'm sure.
God, it's
anime
Gator.
Wally isn't a joke.
God damn it, it's
What's your
Gator.
opinion on
alright.
that?
Gator!
What's up? Sorry, my mic is
I feel
shit.
like Wally and
Don't
Lollipop are
worry.
two different
No,
things.
it's all
Like,
good.
a
You-
lolly is
you-
just like a
It
woman
sounds like
that
you're
has
eating
them
ass.
in tiny petite proportions.
It sounds
and
like
then
you're eating
a lolicon
ass,
is the
Gator.
person
What's
that
wrong with
jerks
your
off to it. It's like Wally in anime. I don't think
Well,
it's
I'm on my
Lolicon,
little
it's a little weird to me.
Bluetooth
It's fiction,
microphone
so
set
like,
up.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't really
completely
care,
understandable.
you know?
That's why it
And-
sounds
What's,
like
okay,
shit.
what's your take on the
No, I said it
8,000
sounds like you're eating
8,000-year-old
ass while
legend
you're
looks like
talking,
a
but,
6-year-old? What's your take on
more
that?
accurate.
That's
Right.
fucking weird, right? Like
No,
if
go
you're
ahead.
sexualizing that,
Just a little bit.
that's
It's
weird,
actually really hard
but
to hear.
also it's not real. So unless you're equating it to something real, I'm probably not.
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
It's because the
I-
stream is
I'm just gonna
the
be
stream's
fine
really
on it,
loud,
maybe not let
and you
watch
guys
my
are like the
kids
same
directly.
volume.
We got
Yeah, that's
one
why
from
I asked to
Mamoko.
turn it down just a
Devil
little
on
bit.
some
He
Candy
did.
tried to dox you.
What do you
Now,
think of this so
You're
far?
familiar with short fat otaku. Am
I think
correct?
it's fucking hilarious. This has
Unfortunately.
been
What's your
the dimensional
what's the
merge come to
rundown of
life.
the lore? What's your interactions with
Yeah,
Dev?
I concur.
I mean, it's promotions
I
for
can't even
you.
remember
essentially.
exactly how it started, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no,
Well,
yeah.
think about it this way.
that I wouldn't do a collab with someone.
She did. She did.
And then started like Giga stopping.
And she promoted, you know,
gay ops in my
it's funny
Discord,
to look back
and then
at
someone
things
brought
that happened at
his name up on
Offkai
stream,
a
and I
year
was like, I
ago,
don't really
because
remember
the
much
same
about
people
this
that
guy. I don't
tried
know who that
to
is.
fuck
Like,
with
what
me
are
back
you
then
talking
tried
about? You're like,
again
the guy you tried
and
doxing
failed
Jim. And I was like,
disastrously this
who
year.
is that?
And they've just been taking it
I
on the
didn't
chin, which I
remember
mean, they're
him at
used
all.
to.
And then he ended up showing up in my stream, and I was like,
They enjoy that,
I don't
actually.
know anything about
But
you. I don't have any issue with you. Like, I guess.
But I
we
mean,
can
they
just
tried to
talk
cancel
for a
me, they
minute
tried
so
to
we can
cancel
figure out why
Kiki, and all
everyone
they've done is
wants
just
me to
made
ban
both
you
of us
immediately on the site.
independently
And
larger
apparently that was called
and
a
have more
snarl
attention
session,
on
and
us.
I
So
banned his moderator, and I was like, okay,
you get what you fucking deserve.
don't really want to deal with you. Like, please just
I
fuck
said,
off.
we talked a little bit about forums and everything else like that.
And
There's like an
I-
infight
I-
happening
sorry,
on like on
Dev,
Soy
right?
Jack, Kiwi
Yeah.
forums,
I
Twitter,
firmly
just
believe
all over
this,
the
and I
fucking
will
place.
always stick to this. That during Gamergate,
Well, it goes back to a very simple rule, and it was true during the Skeptics, it was true during Internet Blood Sports, and it's true today.
lesbian.
If you
I'm
act
not
like
kidding.
an F
That would
slur
ask
and
and
hang
interact
out in
with
Discords and plan gay
And
ops
it's
on
just
people,
really weird. It's really
sooner or
weird.
later,
I think
the gay ops will fuck you in the ass back.
that after that,
Well, and there's also another one to that. Don't tell Jim what to do.
Throw that out there.
Right.
Like, don't tell him to come on this stream. Ever.
Yeah, that's why.
Don't tell them to not stream certain people.
Well,
certain
well, we've
people.
seen this. We've seen this thing play out like a million different times, right? Because people act like, you know, they really like Jim, and he's the best friend, and he has a take that they don't like. But they get, and if they're at a certain point where they don't think that they're bigger than Jim, they'll just like try to play it off and be like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. But then when they get this like ego, they'll go and try to like shit talk Jim, or like try to be like, oh, I have such a big audience now, so I can go after him. And we've seen this happen multiple times, whether it was Sargon or Ralph or Ricada, Josh, like they keep making the same mistake. It's retarded. And it always precipitates their total and absolute collapse. So my advice to people interested in picking a fight with Jim over stupid shit because their ego is writing checks their ass can't pass, pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
No, pull out. Pull out. Pull out.
Who got arrested at the riot?
I mean, you can do that too. It's like
pull out of your own ass because it ain't good for fucking.
Himself in Nutella, so
Yeah.
it looks like
It's retarded. It's retarded. Why pick this stupid fight?
ERPing with like minors in VR
Because
and he made like some
well, you just said it. They're retarded.
But his only
Yeah.
interaction during the Hogwarts
for those that are on our side of things, yes, Jim's audio for whatever
interactions with
reason
me
he's
were after
using
Anna
Google for
Valen's
some
article, so
reason,
good job,
and
Anna.
it's
You
spurging like a
radicalized
motherfucker.
someone.
So it is actually going up and down, up and down, up and
so
down. Because he's trying to
has
force
a
it to go
crazy
back up to a
backstory of his
certain
own,
point,
like, a
but
whole
it
bunch of
keeps
people came
crashing
out
down
just
to a
info
certain point.
dumping
So
on
yeah,
this
Google's fucked.
crackpot shit that he believes in.
All right,
Oh, Google
let's go and
sucks.
turn
Right wing or left
yeah, let's go
wing
and turn
or
back up
a
and
fan of
listen a little
anything.
bit
It
more.
just
We
seems
can
like
commentate
an
as it goes on
unfortunate
now.
autist that got groomed into a whole bunch of extreme fetishes and beliefs.
Oh, we got
and because
fetishes.
he has autism, he's just glommed onto all of it.
Sorry,
More
so
of that.
we had a pizza delivered. Thank you to out there, whoever sent me a pizza. Hopefully, it had green olives and pepper on it. By the way, folks, just in case you're-
The oppression olives.
in case you're wondering. We got one. I don't think this is for you. It's from Kelsey. It says, "Will you collab with Pip again?" Also, I have a restaurant that needs customers. It's 233 5th Street, Northwest Forest Lake, Minnesota. Wait a minute, that's my address. I don't think that's not a restaurant. What are you doing here?
Well, wait a minute. You just got a pizza. Is that supposed to be for both of us?
Oh, well, you're fucked. I mean, you got $160,000. Buy your own. What are you asking me for? What are you asking me for?
I do that.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm in the bunker underneath your bird bath. I'll come for a slice later.
To be fair, this is from Kyler. To be fair, Synthetic Man admitted himself
is not
that over
salty
30%
at
of his
all.
audience are
Not
unrepentant
at
pedophiles, and he embraces them instead of banning them. I don't
what?
know. I don't know the lore on Synthetic Man. What's the lore?
Yeah,
on
I don't know
Synthetic
that
Man?
lore either. The only interactions I had, right, was like some of his audience
I
watched me in the
remember.
Real Game Awards, and then started
I
harassing me for
remember.
being a BBC-loving Jew
I
whore
remember
for some
GTD,
reason,
whatever.
because I presented an award to Barrett Wallace from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
Oh, God.
we have one from AI Berta, which might actually be AI, depending on how you take this
Oh,
question.
okay.
If I made you ketchup from scratch, could we get dinner?
Jeez.
Well, there you go. Hey, you've got an N now. All right, I just wanted to throw a few out there, not to break the flow, but I know there was a couple other things you wanted to go over to talk about a little of the VTuber adjacent sphere that's going on out there.
Back to the
all
VTuber shit.
interesting comings and goings. What would you like to kick it off with?
So I wanted to bring up, I think you would find Stapler Chen very interesting. So let me find my tabs on that.
Oh, is she gonna go over the VTuber that stapled her vagina together?
YouTube, so
Yep.
don't bring pics up on to give you the full picture.
Okay.
And I gotta give you the full picture. So it starts out with this tweet where someone said, "Trigger warning, she has put razors and tacks inside her vagina, shot BBs inside of her vagina, had edible bugs inside of her, and then masturbated and ate
what?
the bugs, made
What?
herself OD twice and then documented it, ate lighted cigarettes, and she had video, image, and audio recordings of these events. What the fuck?"
Wow.
And this is a VTuber. Who is this exactly that we're talking about?
This is a VTuber, and their name, oh god, what was their actual name? It was like Comma something, yeah, Comma Chan. But a lot of us just affectionately referred to her as Stapler Chan because that's the only thing we can remember about her.
So
And,
did they disappear after this came out, or was this something they were doing while they were?
No,
like,
this was
being a
something that
VTuber?
they were like doing and they were into, and like sometimes people would ask them to do these things on Twitter, and they'd be like, "Yeah, sure, I love this shit."
Holy
And like
shit.
she would follow back almost anyone who
Wow.
followed her. Like she was wild, man. Like Queen Snake territory wild. And,
Okay.
I'm sending you some archive links. It's in Japanese, and these are not safe for stream.
So
'cause it
now,
shows-
was this a Japanese VTuber, or was this
Yes,
just archived?
This was a Japanese VTuber.
I knew
So
the
this first
Japanese
link
were
shows
strange,
the razor
but,
blades being poured into her vagina and hitting her cervix.
Oh well, lovely. I mean, who doesn't want to watch that?
Yeah,
Let me get this.
exactly.
Let me get this
Sure.
ready and cue it up on YouTube.
Oh my god. No.
And then the second
No,
archive
Jim.
link shows the thumbtacks going inside of her. I don't know why you would do this. I don't know. Like the only place I've ever seen thumbtacks inside someone. Is
Probably.
Queen
I'm
Snake,
not going to
so,
say
like,
yes or no. I'm just going to go with
Holy
probably.
shit.
Very good neutral answer.
Jav kind of goes crazy. It's a
Hold
little
on.
wild.
Let me just. I'm gonna change my stream here to kids only. Thumbtack picture.
Oh my god.
Loud and
I
clear
feel like
for
that's a
everybody.
bad idea.
Oh, you think it might be a little bad idea?
A little bit of a bad idea.
Potentially a little
And,
bit.
Potentially a little bit. I mean, you probably won't get banned because YouTube's okay with that, but.
Oh, they love it. I'm sure they're huge fans of thumbtacks up the pussy.
And this last archive link is.
As
the
long as it's an
bugs
advertisement,
inside
yeah.
of her.
Yes,
do you remember
gotta
what
be
Genki
advertiser
Genki
friendly.
is?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so Genki Genki is where I first learned that a lot of Jav actresses will actually allow certain bugs
I don't think I
and
want to know.
marine wildlife to be
Sparky
inserted
doesn't
inside
have
of
to
them.
see an
And my life was
electrocution. He
forever
does it
changed
to
'cause I was like,
himself.
what?
Who doesn't love
Why
an
would you
eel
do
or
that?
two? You know, it's an intimate
Yeah.
moment.
Some
they
cases
they
go on
never
a
should have quit the
semi-regular.
nail salon.
God.
And then there are Twitter archives. So here's the blurred one, you know, for your safety. Here's a blurred Twitter archive because
Okay,
she did
I might
post on
be able
Twitter.
to. Yeah, let me. No, wait. That's okay. Hold on one sec. The third link, or do you have another link after the third one for the blurred one? So I have something to put up on screen.
Message. There we go. Message failed to send. There's the blurred one.
Jesus.
This is her vagina stapled closed.
Oh wait. No, I've got 3 links. Okay.
Yeah.
Jim's
Oh wait,
lost.
it keeps failing. Try again. Archive. You whore. There we go. Archive. The last one. The last one there. The Twitter archive.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Good. All right.
What are we
There we go.
witnessing
Sorry, it
here?
wouldn't stop for some reason.
Watching an old man realize what the new,
It's
what the new kids are
it's
doing.
all moon runes. They're not going to even know what it means. Well, I'll throw it up so you got something on screen, but they're going to look at it and be like, what the fuck is that mean?
Jim's gonna change his mind real quick about wanting to be a
It's not safe for
VTuber.
works. I mean, it's not safe for life.
Pretty
but...
much.
I got the
Joke
model
about
made for
keeping
him.
Jade in a cage, but
I
this
mean,
is what
he's
you
got
saved her
many
from.
different
Yeah,
potential.
there we go. Hold on. Well, just to give him an idea, again, it's good luck fucking. There you go. It's just an explosion of moon runes and blurred out pictures of staplers going into body parts you probably don't want them to go into.
Yeah, she posted a pic because people asked her like what kind of stapler she used in order to staple her labia together to staple her vagina shut, and so she actually posted like the actual stapler she used. So if other people wanted to buy it and do the same thing, they could.
Oh no.
Well, hey, I mean that's a big A for effort. You always want to help out the up and comers on the brand
That's true.
stapler to use.
That's true. She could get a sponsorship with that stapler company, I'm sure.
Now, do you have any VTuber stories that don't involve
Oh
the
my
insertion
God.
of hardware into
Comic go by going,
orifices that
"Puts
shouldn't be
blood,
having
sweat,
fucking
and
hardware
different
shoved in?
It does.
There
It does.
was a VTuber fan. Let me see. I think his name was like Kestraline or something. He was obsessed with a VTuber named Charlotte. She
I'm
was a
glad
VTuber
that
and an
we now know.
artist, and he ended up
Okay,
sending
now
her like an iPad and then telling her that he contributed her all over that iPad. And then,
we just
like,
lost
she
Gator.
didn't want the iPad anymore because, like, he had came
Oh,
on.
really? Who would have guessed?
Obviously. Yeah, who would have guessed? And the the owner of the, like, Kiwi
Gator,
Farm
you're
sister
back.
site, the Virtual Asylum.
Yeah, I think my internet hiccuped.
Okay.
He actually now owns that cum tablet.
Are you
So, yeah,
sure
it's
you're not
a
in
deep,
Mexico
deep
trying to hunt out a
VTuber
certain individual?
lore.
Actually, you know what
Nope,
I'm curious
I'm in
about?
California.
Because I'm sure eventually this is
Oh,
going to
okay.
happen or get
You're
reported
the
on
LA Ride.
happening if it's already
Awesome.
going on. Are there
Yeah,
any
I was
stories
an
yet
off
of,
guy.
like, obsessive fans,
congrats.
like really fucking just shithouse crazy, showing up at your doorstep at 2 a.m. kind of shit?
Well,
that
at
have
least you're
happened?
not being followed by ICE.
Yeah, there's a VTuber named
Right?
Camilla, and she
Yeah.
I did
actually
not
had
get
somebody
deported at
show
my
up
she's
to
meet
her
and greet.
house
Yeah, I
and
know,
be
right?
like real fucking creepy. So there are people that have done that. Thankfully, unlike Flesh streamers, we haven't had people come and like set our cars on fire and shit yet. But it's still
Give it
really
time.
creepy when people show up to your house. I had someone in the middle of the
Already
night
might
like
need
yelling
to,
my
do a
name
comeback.
outside, and so I was like that's weird.
See,
And
I get people that show up and build me snowmen. They
See,
build
I
little
want
snowmen,
that.
you know?
I would be okay if they built me a little snowman, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, because, I asked that because I know that happened to Tim Pool. Like he had
Gator's
somebody
got
show
it,
up and
Gator.
like start knocking on windows and walking around his house and
I
shit.
love,
But-
He's
I
been
love
swatted
the,
like a million
yes,
times.
it is.
Yeah, but I mean, you figure with how popular VTubing has gotten and how big the audience base is for some of
Okay.
the streamers that they're going to start to get like really
Oh,
fucking
hey,
crazy
this is
people.
becoming
showing up.
fun.
I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
If
but, like,
internet's
even
that
with
bad,
Flesh
go ahead and take your
streamers,
leave
I
and
see
just
it
go and
happen more often
watch the
with
stream.
guys than with women.
Yeah, sure. I'll try to pop in. I'll try to pop in afterwards.
When the women do
All
have
right,
people
yeah,
go to
hey, I
their
was gonna have
houses,
you on
it tends to
for
be like
the
that one streamer
time.
who had her
But
car
yeah,
set on
put someone
fire.
out
Yeah, it was good talking shit.
Crazy skits.
Always.
no
but
problem.
Always.
Always
thankfully, we don't
talking
have
shit.
too many stories of that because I want.
All right,
I
peace,
want
guys.
people to stay
Oh,
safe.
Yeah,
During
Peace.
this entire Vice fiasco, I actually had death threats sent to me, and I talked to
Gator's
the police
gone.
department.
Now we got
Nah, well, let's talk
People
shit
were
about
sending
him.
stuff to
Even
the
though he's
police
listening,
as well.
talk shit about him.
So
Talk shit
I
about him.
eventually just left my apartment, and I've been hiding out in a bunker for about
Can't
a month
believe that
now.
goddamn
so,
Mexican got away from
Well, you could
again.
buy a mansion and hire
Ah.
personal security to sell a few more gamer supplements.
That's true. I
Oh,
made my own
God.
website, so I'll be selling my own
He
merch.
could have got a free
Oh,
trip
all,
to
all
what is
self,
it?
self-made.
Guatemala?
That's a way to do it. You got to make that
El
to have fun.
Salvador?
Venezuela?
I keep telling
Salvador?
people.
Exactly.
Salvador?
I'll have to sell some hats
I don't
too.
know.
Get
Venezuela?
in on it.
Do you think the
Cuba?
medium itself is
No,
actually
Cuba's
kind of
on an
beneficial as
island.
far as security goes? Because like you
Cuba
talk
is
about
an
like
island.
stalkers showing up to houses and
Yeah.
stuff, but
Puerto
if you go
Rico?
to a
No,
convention, right, there's always
Peru.
a risk. If you're like big and you've got a huge audience, right, I figure you probably got.
Where did all the Nazis go? Was
but
that
with
Venezuela or was
VTubing,
that,
because you're
Brazil.
digital representations,
Brazil?
you're
Yes,
avatars.
Brazil.
You can kind of do
Brazil
that
and
as like a
Argentina.
teleconference.
Mostly Brazil.
So you're not
Don't
really
cry
there in
for
person,
me,
it's more like a screen representation. Do
Argentina.
you think that
Yeah.
kind of adds like a beneficial element of
Well,
security? that you
I'm
don't
in
have to
Argentina.
not only not worry about a stalker like kidnapping you, but you don't have to smell them either.
Yeah, I mean, I
Und
think it's
I'll have
personally
Leo
beneficial.
over
Some
at,
VTubers will,
Brazil.
cosplay themselves and go in person to the
Und
convention.
ja.
Like they're fine with that. There have been like Off-Kai is a VTuber convention, and they hire very questionable people because the staff running Off-Kai are very ideologically captured progressive people. And last year they had a volunteer staff member who was like trying to pinpoint VTubers based on their voices. And one VTuber he actually was interacting with and like asked, some questions to try and figure out who they were. And when they were like, "You're acting kind of weird," he was like, "Oh, hey, here's your name. I know who you are," and was just being really creepy to them. And it's just like, this is, I wouldn't want to give this con my information. Like, I wouldn't feel safe. And they actually blacklisted me from appearing on panels because they said I made their staff feel unsafe, even though I would have been appearing through a screen.
Okay.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Is there like I guess, I mean, when you're talking about like ideological capture, like I think of like Reddit. I go back to that. Like if you were to like break down the VTubing audience, I guess, what would you think the percentage is of like that kind of personality type or that kind of person? Would you figure it's like 5-10%? You think it's larger, like a 50% thing, or what?
I think the majority of the
80-20.
VTuber audience is either politically neutral or slightly right-leaning. I think a lot of the talent in VTubing is either, again, politically neutral or left, like far left-leaning.
Right? It's a weird mix.
It is very weird.
And yet its little ecosystem is done so fucking well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you think, like, in 2 years? I mean, do you think you'll have a year at the rate you're growing and expanding and the business opportunities you have? Do you think, like, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe near the end of it, that you'll have, like, $1 million year where that's the kind of revenue you're bringing in?
I have no idea if I will have $1 million year. I feel like if I do, it will feel very surreal because, like, I didn't have a transitionary period. I just kind of exploded from making, like, barely $1,000 a month to being incredibly self-sufficient, and so it always feels very strange to me that like I have so much disposable income and I still live almost like I'm Asmongold. Like I still live like I'm poor and I have to penny pinch.
Yeah, but
and
do you live with cockroaches?
It's weird and it's hard to get out of that.
No,
like,
she's not that
eternally
bad.
poor
I imagine.
mindset.
No,
Yeah.
but she is a woman.
Yeah,
so
I kind of know what you're talking about.
I mean,
like once you have that mindset,
Asmongold lives
right?
with
It's always
cockroaches.
kind of with you.
Asmongold
Yeah.
lives with cockroaches and other,
Yeah, it's just
I
and
know.
probably
He-
rats and other. Well,
Do
Well,
the
and
people
he
other-
is
that know
the-
you
the
in real
cockroach
life,
queen,
family,
so, I
friends,
mean-
like, do they know the kind of money you're bringing in? Are they floored by it, or have you kept that on the down low?
My dad has been looking at houses for me, and every time I send him a house, he's just like, can you afford this? And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't send you to look at it if I couldn't. And he's like, how do you make money? And I'm like, what do you mean? You know what I do? And he's like, yeah, but how are you making money? Like, they just don't understand because they're like, you just talk and play video games. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either. But like, I'm very grateful that there are people who want to give me money for whatever it is that I'm doing.
You wouldn't get it, Dad. All right, it's the weeb economy, old man.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
my
stamps.
dad's very sweet though. He's just like, I don't understand and I have no idea how you're making money, but I'm glad that you are and that you're having
He
fun
probably
and that
thinks
it's
you're
working
like
for you.
he probably thinks you're like a drug lord. He thinks it's probably like you're feeding him bullshit about anime and video games. He's like, oh my god, she sells meth. Oh my god,
No,
she's
he
involved with the
actually-
cartels.
He bought my merch.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, I was like, Dad, you could have just asked me to get it for you for free. You didn't have to spend money on it. And he's like, I wanted to support you.
Oh,
well,
but
that's
it's
sweet of
the
him.
girl.
Yeah, it's very sweet. I love my dad. My mom, not so much. My dad's great.
So you're having him out there house hunting.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think you'll have finally like sat down and actually purchased a house by the end of the year, kind of thing, or is this like something that's years away?
I'm not sure. It depends on what the housing market does because where I want to live is incredibly expensive and it makes me feel very sad. Like I can't compete with like the level of cash offer and how fast houses fly off the market where I want to live because I want to live near my family. I miss my dad quite a lot, so.
Yeah, I mean, when we went looking for a house, we kind of got lucky on the interest rate, and but we ran into a problem where it was like corporations were buying up every house, and they'd come in and they'd offer like $25,000 to $50,000 over the asking price.
Yeah.
So even if you went in and said, "I want to buy this house, it's within my range, it's reasonable and feasible to do," we'd get beaten out by a company that would just we couldn't compete. They'd make a $200,000 house $300,000. How the fuck do you counteroffer that?
Well, some of the houses that I had had my dad go look at, and I decided like there's no way that I could compete for this. There was one that sticks out in my mind because I really want a Victorian house. I love Victorian architecture, and he went to this house and it was up for sale for like $850,000, and I was like, maybe it's in such dire condition, maybe I can offer like $500,000 on it. $500,000 mortgage. I could probably pay that off in a few years. Maybe.
I think the people literally sitting in the audience are you're burning their brains out. You're burning my brain. You're like, I made $160,000 off merch when I looked at my house for $800,000. We're not even speaking the same fucking language. What is going on?
I've had to show my chat this before too. It's really hard to explain to people what New England is like Like, the house that you would see in like The Simpsons, right? Like the average middle class family house in New England, that's gonna run you like $800,000. Like
It's
you
not
cannot live there.
no,
unless
it's
you
it's
come
not
from
that
money.
it's not that the prices are something they wouldn't have heard. It's the fact that somebody that's like, yeah, hey, this is my anime avatar. Let's talk about video games. It's like, yeah, I drop a cool mill on a house. Victorians. I like those. I like Victorian houses. What the fuck? How much protein powder are you selling?
I am moving mountains of underground fucking protein powder.
No wonder GamerSupps put those other fuckers in a catapult and fucking shot them out of the company. They must be moving so much of this shit. Jesus.
Oh my god. But yeah, no. I told my dad, I was like, I can't afford this, but like maybe since it's in a bad condition, we could do like a $500,000 offer. He went to see it and he was like, it's in even worse condition than you thought. Like there was termite damage, not hummingbird,
Nice.
woodpecker damage. The foundation was sinking. None of the electrical outlets were capped. Like it was falling apart. It was awful. But every other house on that street had been sold and turned into a multi-family rental.
Sure.
So I decided, like, I don't think I can fight for this house. Because my realtor was even like, I don't think you can get it that low. I think it's actually going to go for higher than $850,000. And so I watched it, and it ended up going into a bidding war, and it ended up selling for like $980,000. This like dire dump of a shack that needed so much renovation because somebody wanted to turn it into a multi-family rental.
Oh Jesus! Was the location that prime? I mean, was it a good area that they could rent it out, or were they insane?
It was like 10 minutes from the ocean, so like yeah, I guess it was a pretty good location.
So I kind of want to touch on this if you don't mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So we talked about facts and figures. You're talking about buying nearly $1 million house, which is just outrageous. It's great. I mean, that's great. That really is for you. But you're talking about like kind of some of the money offers. And
Hey, you
stuff you're
should
doing.
go to
I want to put
Canada
this in
and spend the
context
same
for
amount
anybody
of
who's
money.
listening to this and thinking about I want to get into VTubing because maybe I can make some money doing it. What would you say the average amount of viewers you get on just a typical live stream that you do is?
Well, since I multicast, my CCV is combined, so we always
Sure.
combine what my CCV is. And I want to say I am roughly like 3.3K across like Twitch, YouTube, and then occasionally we'll add Kick into there, which will push me up to almost 4K CCV.
Okay, so let's go on the high end. Let's say 4,000 concurrent viewers, right?
Yeah.
And how many days a week would you say you stream?
4.
Okay, so you have 4,000 viewers. You're streaming about 4 days a week, and you've
For
been
5
doing,
hours minimum a day.
Yeah, so 5 hours minimum a day, 20 hours a week, right? 20,
Yeah.
25, right?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of money, if you're consistent with it and you start to get an audience, that you can make with this kind of like show. I think people hear the numbers you're talking about. I want to like put it into context because they're probably thinking like, holy shit, does she have like 20,000 people watching? You're doing that with 4. Like imagine what you're going to pull in when you've got 20 watching.
Well, like to also put things into perspective, I've built my brand basically around being authentically me. Like I don't have VTuber backstory. I don't have like weird lore. I probably overshare sometimes, but like I'm retarded and I'm wrong about things, and I just want to be like chill with my audience and like talk about things that I find interesting.
I really want to put this into context too for people that would have watched me back in the day, or like Sargon. Like Sargon had a much bigger channel, right?
Oh, yeah, Sargon was huge.
Yeah, when you look at our Patreons, I'd be pulling in $3 to $4 grand. He'd be pulling in around 10 grand. And Sargon, I think, was at like 1 million subs at the time, right? So it's just, it's kind of like, it's almost shocking the amount of money you're making with this. It's a solid audience, don't get me wrong, but with the amount of people you have watching. Like, that's why
incredibly shocking.
Yeah, that's why I think VTubing is like I keep saying this because I don't think people are hearing me. If you're listening to this and you want to get into content creation, fuck in real life streaming, fuck making long form videos. They're great, they're entertaining. The money is what you're doing. It's what Kirsche is doing. It's what Pippa and all the other people are doing. That VTubing shit is so popular, and I really think it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And yeah, I really wouldn't be shocked if in a year or 2 years, multi-million-dollar years. Like I wouldn't be shocked if you were buying a literal mansion because you're making so much money.
I like to try and keep myself grounded. I don't want to think about, what if I make $1 million in a year, because it's like what if everything comes crashing down tomorrow, right? What if something happens and like everybody just leaves and I have no audience? I don't know what could happen besides me coming out as like a devout Hassan ball washing communist, but like it's something I worry about all the time, right? And especially with this like cancellation attempt. Like if this were, like you said, 5-10 years ago, that would have succeeded, right? Like I would have lost everything. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, so you throw your you throw your money into a savings account, a CD, you do some investing, right? You put it in some alternative form or whatever you want to do. But I mean, if you're drawing in, I mean, even if you only got another year out of it, the amount of money you're making, I mean, you realistically,
Yeah,
you
I mean
buy a
that
house
is
and then
basically
retire.
it.
And that's crazy.
Tourism does
right?
happen
I mean,
in a lot of different
people are working,
fandoms.
like the economy is shit
in
right now.
industries.
So I mean, people are working until their 70s, into their 80s. They're working at jobs that pay atrocious, amounts of money per hour, or they have no benefits, so they're getting fucked on hours, that kind of thing. So I mean, you're in like a really blessed position. You know what I mean? And
yeah. Oh no, I rarely recognize that. I talk about how I was in a good position in COVID as well, because like I didn't get the shot. I didn't want to get the shot, and even though I wasn't making like any money, I was making maybe like $200-300 a month, maybe 500.
That's
if I
why
was
we
lucky
need
in a
more
good
Wally.
month.
Really?
And so like I was poor as fuck.
Wow.
But I didn't have to get the shot. I wasn't forced to. And I realized that even though I was poor as fuck, I was in a position of privilege because I wasn't being threatened with losing my job, losing my livelihood, not being able to pay my bills for not getting COVID.
Okay, you're the type of person I threaten with the
I do not. I'm a
with the
pure
wood
blood.
chipper.
now, for some reason, they think I have a Fauci ouchie. I don't. By the way, I don't. I never got the fucking shot. But
I'm surprised you were not forced to, considering your health conditions.
no, they took the absolute opposite approach for that. There's this. So there's this test they do to check like your immune response, where they'll give you. I can't remember what vaccine it is. It's something they give like older people for like pneumonias or something. But what they do is they do a test of your immune system, they give you the vaccine, and then like a month later they redo the test to see how you reacted. They were worried to even do that, even though it's like completely safe. But no, I was advised we don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, and we don't know why your immune system's dog shit. The last thing we want to do is fucking inject you with crazy shit. So
they inject you with the COVID and your kidneys just shut down?
Yeah, I'm growing horns or something. I don't know what's gonna fucking happen. So yeah,
Phil too must hold.
But no,
really?
Yeah, it's wild to me the amount
Jesus
of money people are out there. It makes me wonder, like with Pippa or other people, like some VTubers have like, who do you think is like the largest right now as far as like audience retention or concurrent viewers goes?
I would have said that was Gura before she graduated, and I'm sure it's gonna be her again when she re-debuts, which I think is this upcoming Saturday. Maybe I would say like Fillion in the English-speaking sphere is probably the largest that I know of.
And what would you say their audience size is if they were to do like a stream or something?
I don't think she multicasts yet, so she's just on Twitch, and I think she gets between like 7,000 and 8,000 viewers per stream.
How are you guys pulling? I don't understand with the money and the fervor around it how you're not pulling in Asmongold numbers or Hassan numbers, like because they're sitting at like what is it, like 55 for Hassan or like 75 for Asmongold?
Well, there are the people on the right who are virulent anime racists, and they're like, well, I agree with what she says, but she's anime, so I hate her and I won't watch her. Like some people try to like disseminate my Bridge research and whatnot and talking about what Bridge is. And they'll be like, well, I want to watch it, but there's an anime thing in the corner. And so come back to me when someone who's not anime reports on it.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I remember kind of as 4chan was rising, right? Because it kind of grew out of something awful because Moot didn't like low taxes rules. So, he did the kind of 2chan.
Oh, low tax.
For Americans, right? So, but as I was rising, I mean, like anime and video games, that was like the two fucking pillars of 4chan, aside from
low tax.
Everything horrendous under the sun. But for God, a good decade to 2 decades, that was kind of like almost a foundational piece of what the entirety of the internet was. So I don't know if this is like a weird morphing change that's going to be the old shit and everybody moves past it, because I know everybody, like, who's using stuff like image boards anymore, to be honest, or forums. I mean, everything's moved to app and social media shit, and everybody's on their fucking cell phones, right? Nobody's on a PC or a laptop anymore. But yeah, it's just weird. So again, if you're listening to this and you want to make retarded amounts, if you want to buy a $900,000 Victorian home, put the anime ears on and hippie hop your ass over to Gamer Subs and get yourself a fucking sponsorship.
No wonder Kiwi
buy the gamer powders,
It's the
That's
easy
right.
way. Yeah, I mean,
Oh god, what was I gonna say? I was about to say
It's
something.
not
that
hard
was
to
very related
dismantle a
to
lot
this.
of the
Oh, boy.
talking points,
Were you
especially
gonna,
I hate
were you
when
gonna
my
tell
brain
me
goes
how
off.
much?
They're-
You gonna
they're
tell us how big is your
constant
bank account?
ante of
You don't have to give
everything.
specific numbers. Is it 5 digits,
Yeah,
6 digits,
so
7
the only
digits?
thing TV forums or
I
just
don't
all
like
them have
releasing
is
that kind of
because, oh my
information,
god,
but
anime avatar, oh my
I am
god,
in a very
it's
comfortable place
law,
right now,
it's
thankfully.
6 digits. Okay.
oh my
So
god,
you could have just said
it's
6 digits.
it's
That's
okay.
fine. That's all right. It's okay.
Mm.
Well, it's like you're not supposed to keep a lot of money in your bank account because you're supposed to invest it, right? Don't let your money sit there and rot.
Well, you heard her, folks. She's got it hidden under her mattress in her apartment. So first
I
person to get
actually
in
used to
gets
do
rich.
that.
Did you really?
I did. I used to hide my money
No,
around my house. When I
that's
went
it.
to
He didn't
buy
try
my
to.
car after my donathon in
That's the one thing. Jim
2023,
doesn't try
I
to do
brought in a
anything,
Ziploc
and it
bag
all
of all
falls
my
into his
dollar
lap.
bills, like rubber banded together.
Bathtub
And the
bra.
finance guy at the dealership had to tell me
All
that
the
if
other
I
drop
paid
it
more
is
than
right. It gets sent to
$9,000,
his
he had to
lap,
report it
and
to the
then he reads
IRS.
it.
So I was like, oh,
I mean,
okay, let's do this
the
again.
ones that he's tried to do,
Holy shit.
they were kind of hit and
Yeah,
miss.
by the way, I hope you're paying
But the
taxes,
ones
'cause
that show
I
up, like
am. I do pay
Destiny,
my taxes, and I complain about
any
them
other
every time I have to file them. I
exposés that he's
fucking hate
done,
it.
going on
I hate
Bloodsport,
taxes
meeting
so
up with a
much.
lot of
Holy
different
shit.
people,
Because
Dean
I've
Esme.
literally seen multiple creators.
Yeah,
Look,
those are
there's
just
like one or two that are
fly
really
by
naive
night
and they don't
people that
understand
he
they
knew
have to
fuck
file
all half the
taxes,
time on.
right? They think it's like automatically done magically for them.
Yeah.
But then there are some that just, it's almost like they're phobic. They're scared of it. Like they're worried to do it. And then it builds up over years until they finally get the tax bill due. And it's like 5 years worth. And they're like, holy shit, I'm going to prison.
Yeah, I'm not going to say exact numbers, but for tax year 2024, that was my first year I had to pay quarterly tax coupons instead of just paying at the end of the year. And I learned that if you underpay your quarterly tax coupons, they tack on fees for underpaying. And so not only did I have to pay over $100,000 in taxes, just federal taxes, not even state, but I got hit with, I think it was like 20-something thousand or 30-something $1,000s in fees for underpaying. And their tax coupons are an estimate based on how much your CPA thinks you will make. So if you underpay, like everything is just a guess, but if you guess too wrong, you get slapped with thousands of dollars in fines.
See, now you've made the classic fuck up. Because you gave us a nearly specific
And
amount
there's
for federal
and
taxes
there's
and the amount
more
of autism on display in
infighting.
both our chats
Like
combined.
people taking the whole
They will
bit that
magically
Jim
figure
said
out now what
about
tax bracket you're in.
the, you know,
Oh,
turning
no,
the
I said it was
kids
over
feature
100,000,
on
but I didn't
YouTube.
say how much over.
Yeah.
Going, oh my god,
no,
see,
but
this
now we
proves
know
that
we're
Jim's
talking
pedo.
60. I was right.
And there's
60.
infighting on that one, and it's like, guys, it's clearly a
Smart,
joke.
Jim, your brain didn't get
Yeah.
affected by the cancer.
And they're trying to fund the guys like, yeah, it's totally a joke. It's like, yeah, you guys don't understand humor. Yeah, it's Chris humor,
I'm living in
but
the
humor.
suburbs. Ralph is
It's
living
not
in a
seriousness.
fucking shack in
Yeah.
Mexico, and you're buying
It's
Victorian
like,
houses. He's eating.
I
corn
think the
out of
internet needs to be
garbage
banned
cans,
for
and
some of
you're
these
buying
retards.
$1 million
They can't handle it.
Gotta put on the
They can't,
Foxers,
but
you know?
they.
Oh my god, I'm putting the ears on. I'm gonna start bouncing
This
around.
is what
fucking
Josh
put
has
tits on. I'm
decided
gonna
to
make
have
some
within
money
his
here.
farm.
Is this making you have a midlife crisis?
It is. It's an end of
He
life
used
crisis.
to be
At
very
least
good.
the idiots,
on-
at least the idiots
I was born
congregate to
way
one
too,
place.
Well, yeah, no,
oh
that's
my
what I
god,
mean.
this is the
I mean,
That's
he
why-
used
that's
to
why I
be
said,
good
I was like- I
on
was like,
trying
Jim
to,
always makes special merch every
weed
time he
out
has a
the
stream. I
idiot,
hope he
but
makes some, like, cringe
he's
anime
allowed them to
Fox
exist
Bob
because
merch
they
for
make
his
him
stream
money.
today. I hope
So
Jade makes something too cringe.
I don't blame him for
You know,
it.
actually, she's like, oh, should I? She
That's why you
actually
think
talked
he
to me. She's
farms
like,
with
should
a
I do
grain of
like a
salt.
little, pudding and fox thing? And I was like, nah, I was like, I don't know if anybody would
They
buy
would.
that.
They would.
And so I was like, nah, probably not. Now she listens to.
Now
me share
people are
my
like,
opinion.
oh my
She thinks
god,
I'm
Joe's
retarded.
going at
So she's
Metokur.
probably
Metokur's
upstairs. She
done
probably
for.
heard you
It's
say
like, no, he's not.
$160,000 in 3 weeks, and
No,
now
She
she's
beat you after
she's
stream.
gonna
Jesus
take a
Christ.
belt to my ass. Are you kidding me?
Only
She's gonna
thing
be like, I
John
could
is
get
doing
what
is
is it?
closing
What
the
are those
gravy
drug
train he
tablets
had.
everybody likes? The high-end fucking ones. That are,
Wacom?
there we go. Yeah, there's like she has like the medium one, right? But there's like a crazy expensive.
Yeah,
large
Mrs.
one.
Metokur's going to
Oh
be
my
whipping
God,
his
she's
ass
gonna
into
hear
shape
this.
now.
Just do that for
No,
your
Well,
stream.
here,
Look,
what the
look,
thing
look,
is,
look,
is
look,
By the
Fox
time we
Bob.
know about it.
this
It's the
this
Fox
is
gloves,
Jim.
anime ears,
Jim is
gamer
not
subs.
changed, and people
I
need
need
to
start doing
understand
these
that
fucking
this has always
merchandise
been
deals,
Jim.
But
Yeah.
god damn.
He was like
Oh,
that
Watch-
when
well,
he first
Jimmy's
debuted
here
as
is
Jim
so
81 Jim
I'd
to
love
where
to
he
learn
is
what
now.
the
I've
answer
watched the
is. Is there-
transition.
are there-
Not a
is there, like,
huge
a
one.
last topic you wanna
He's
hit us?
been
Is
like
there
this
anything we
forever.
didn't cover? Because I feel like we covered Anna and Hertzberg on Vice running with their tail between their legs. Your C&D war working. Crime Boss not apologizing, which blows my fucking mind.
Because even then, it's
the
like,
Redditors
yeah,
looking like
XY
retards.
Zone is one of the
And,
most prevalent
we
archivers,
revealed
and yeah,
your
he
secret
is. He's
pictures,
good at what he does.
of you and your 8,000
But
cats.
at the end of the day, Jim's gonna look and go, "Oh no,
You'll collect more.
there's like 20 more."
You can afford it.
Yeah.
You could buy a mansion for you.
And even then, even if his stuff doesn't get archived, he doesn't care.
Yeah, no shit.
No. But it
We
will,
did.
Is
we
there
keep
anything
it.
in the world of VTubing aside
What's the
from
funny thing? It
staplers
will
and
be archived.
vaginas and
On his
and
end.
shit like that we missed?
On
I
every,
mean, I know we kind of
there are other
Well,
archives
yeah,
outside of
well,
topic everybody
there's
touched
other
on. It
archivists,
kinda
but he
seems to have
will.
come
He
and
also
gone.
records this too.
Is there
Oh
any
yeah,
other
no, I
like
know.
big VTubing news that is current that we missed?
I think the only big thing that happened recently is there's another Niji Sanji VTuber named Twisty something. I didn't even know who she was. Like when people were posting about her, I was like, what is that? But apparently it was a Niji Sanji VTuber, and she was saying like incredibly racist and transphobic shit. And you know, after a few days, she
gotta restart
apologized.
browser.
She was
It
like,
happens all the
I'm
time.
so sorry, I'm not
Mhm.
like that. She got terminated anyways because of course she did. And they have like another guy in their company named Uki Violetta who makes really racist and disparaging comments against white people all the time. But everyone's just like, you can't
have
be
fun, don't worry.
racist to white people, so I don't know why you guys are getting upset about this.
I'd be like, hey, the Supreme Court just ruled that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things I got in trouble for. I talk about the EEOC all the time, saying like, "Hey, you know, the equal employment opportunity reports aren't just for perceived marginalized communities. If you're white, if you're male, and you have been discriminated against, especially from DEI, you can file a report with us." And
Yeah,
people are just like, "Look how racist Kirsche is."
Well, I mean, I found that interesting because I like one of the most egregious violators of this, as far as like video games goes, and I know this because I've seen this with so many studios, is Microsoft. Microsoft, almost from a corporate level down, kind of filtering down into their different properties like Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
They have, it's almost mandated, where they will intentionally pass over anybody that's white or straight or male
Yeah.
in favor of like a minority. And they've made this a public policy at a lot of their game studios. So when the Supreme Court kind of ruled that, hey, you know, that's not going to be kosher anymore, I thought, how many of those game devs who have gotten screwed at you know, hiring or promotions or mandatory pay raises or bonuses are going to file lawsuits? And what is that going to do
Exactly.
to those studios? Because it's probably going to kneecap them.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna have some fucking retribution coming. There were a
Waiting
lot
for that
of
to
like
happen. When it
the
happens, then
anti-woke
it'll be fun to
VTubers
watch.
who were claiming places had like dropped their woke programming. They were dropping DEI. I know Robbie Starbuck was a huge proponent of like, look what I've done. I made these companies drop thing.
Right.
And because of my research into Bridge, almost every time he tweeted that out, I would quote retweet him and be like, actually, they didn't drop thing, and here's all the proof of how they didn't drop thing. You are lying. And Microsoft was one of those. Microsoft actually interacts with Bridge and invited the CEO, Cheryl Dijja of Bridge, to their Cannes Lion Festival reporting thing. They had her on, she gave speeches. Microsoft is heavily involved in pushing forward with Bridge's agenda. And so like there's a lot of people who want to tell you
All
that
the
like
big
DEI is
studios are.
going away. And we have made some wins
Wait.
against DEI, but
Sorry to interrupt you. I heard a ding in the background from your end.
Yeah.
Did you drop the bell to call your butler?
I did drop
Was that
my
what
bell,
was that was?
that was-
Is Jeeves gonna come in and answer you in a moment?
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of himbo butlers in my bunker. They make me hand spun milkshakes. It's very nice.
They clean your cats by hand, do they?
Yeah, they hand brush my cats daily.
Okay, I just wanted to go, but no, yeah, with the corporations and stuff, because I noticed that a lot of the companies were getting called out, like John Deere and everybody else, Harley Davidson for having like these kind of, but then they'd repackage it and they'd move like in a parallel position the people that were in there, like diversity, equity, inclusion, or the people making like hiring decisions, or the ones that were doing internal reviews that were kind of like passing over certain employees based on these inherent qualities, like you're white or you're man or whatever. So I think a lot of them were trying to shuffle it around and hide it. So I'm wondering if the Supreme Court thing's going to change it. But yeah, so we got a little lost in the weeds. But I guess one of my final questions for you is, when somebody is at one of these companies, right, that's like an umbrella corporation for VTubers, and they get blacklisted or fired, or they're made to graduate, why don't they just go solo? Is there some kind of an NDA or like a non-compete thing that they've signed that they can't go out and just restart on their own?
There actually are a lot of people who end up going solo after they get terminated from companies that have treated them poorly. And Selene was a Niji Sanji talent who had, again, been
Just
pushed
the
to
amount of retards
self-harm
Seegren right
multiple
now
occasions and
is
got terminated,
remarkable.
was told that her termination would be negligible.
Somebody
to the
get a
company's bottom line.
truck for all the salt.
Spoilers, it was not negligible. It harmed them greatly. And when she reincarnated
Yeah,
as Yogi
well.
Bird, she made
I was
tons of
expecting
money.
it
She has a
to
huge audience.
do
she
exactly
has a
what
huge
we're
pool
here.
of support. She can do a
to
lot
do.
more than she could under the
Si-
company.
You know,
And
it's
this is again
60,
why
40,
I think
60%
people in
gymism
VTubing
and
believe that in order to
40%
be
of being
successful, you have to be in a
shooting the
company.
shit
Like you have to join
straightforward.
Idol or Phase or Niji Sanji. Any company.
GTHB says, I
And
thought
like, if you want to
non-compete
join a
deals will
company, if you
become
want that
illegal.
camaraderie, sure. But
In
you can be
California,
very,
yeah.
very
No,
successful.
you
even
got a
if
couple.
you're
Time
a
out.
little
New York,
harder
California,
Time out.
to
Hang
as an
on.
independent
Time out.
VTuber.
You got to remember, these companies are not in
Well,
America.
thank you for
Than
coming on
Japan.
and clearing that up and telling us all how poor we are in comparison.
It depends. It
Christ.
depends on the company you're talking about.
But I wasn't trying to brag. I don't like talking about financial stuff.
I don't like bragging about my mansions or anything. I'm
I
sorry,
mean,
you
if
fucking
the
poor
person
people
who
have an
lives
issue
in
with
America
that.
works for that company in
You know,
Japan, even though
I
it's
didn't realize
overseas, they
you
still have
guys
to
don't
follow
have
those
more
laws,
than one
the American
BMW.
laws.
Yeah, and yeah, if they live in one of
us
few
poor
selected
people,
states.
We'll try not to seethe too much.
Don't you guys have at least
couple.
10 acres
I
of
gotta
land?
remember,
Oh my
non-compete
God!
contracts were pretty
Sometimes
much
my
found
10
illegal
maids just
throughout
look at
most
me and
states.
say,
Let
"God,
me
we
look
love
this
you,
up.
Lois,"
I
but
did
No,
these poor
it's
people, they
only
don't
been a couple
understand what
states.
that's like or anything.
I'll have to hit you up sometime because Jade makes very cute designs for you. So maybe I can pay her to design something for me.
Yeah. I mean, her starting commission fee is $160,000. So what a coincidence! Wow, So hey,
affordable.
Yeah, it's super. We'll give you a discount of 10%. We're close.
Oh yeah, code Kirsche 10% off.
Yeah. So that works out. But you have a good one. Enjoy making ridiculous amounts of money. Maybe I'll have you on again. We'll talk about some more comings and goings. If there's more crazy shit that pops up with
Sure.
Anna Valens or some other hot breaking news in the VTuber sphere.
Sure, that could be fun. And thank you for talking with me today. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, I've been watching you for fucking ages.
There has
since
been
in
some
high
rulings,
school,
especially
so
on the
this is
state side.
really surreal for me. So thank you. And I'm sure
When it
Pippa
comes down
wishes
to
she could be here. I
international,
invited her. I feel sad that she
those who
couldn't
are
be
working
here.
for an
She's
international
off
company
guys.
still have to abide by
Now
that.
that I know how
by
much
the
money
hosting
you guys
company.
make, she's probably in her vault swimming.
Actually, Sparky
is where she is.
She's
right.
swimming.
Scrooge McDucking her way through fucking bullion. Do you want to drop? You want to just throw out your Twitch and your stuff for people?
Every state has laws
Sure,
against
people wanted
some sort of
to
laws
check
for
me out,
non-competes. They have to
stream
be
on
reasonable.
Twitch. I'm just Kirsche
If
on
in
Twitch.
most
I'm
states,
Kirsche on
like
YouTube,
you
Kirsche
can't.
Versal on Twitter.
So most,
and also you can go to
yeah,
Kirsche.com
most
check
states
out
have
my
laws
merch.
on it.
It's lewd merch right now. 'Cause I
Full
promised you
bans
guys that, but there's gonna be non-lewd
are
merch soon. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
California,
Well, thank
North
you again.
Dakota,
That's
South
fine.
Dakota.
Best
It's
of luck
still
finding your
international, and
Victorian
there's a
home.
different
You'll have to
previews, and
update
they only
everybody
walk
on
in
when you find
stateside,
your
not
mansion
federal.
and show us
I know.
people so we
I'm
can
just saying.
seethe about it.
I'll try.
depends
I'll
on
try
where
to
you
not
work.
box myself.
Legal Mindset's already done a full stream over
Easy,
the whole
easy.
non-compete thing in
Thank
states.
you. Have a good rest of your night, Jim.
Yep, you too. Have a good one. Oh my God, folks, 160,000 buckaroos. Oh, I feel like an old fucking man. Good.
You
God.
are.
Good God, am I old? Oh, I got into this far too late. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm not kidding you. If you're still listening, if you stuck around, I know it's a Sunday evening, so it's one of those weird times to watch a stream kind of deal. But if you're getting into it, 4,000 concurrent viewers, good sizable, audience. $160,000 in 3 weeks on merch. Ridiculous. Oh, that's where the money is. Make yourself an anime avatar, get the rigging set up, get your model good to go, and then just stick to it. Stick to it in a few years. Oh, all the old school people, I can't even, that amount of money is ridiculous. That amount of money is ridiculous. Oh, if I was a young person now, I'd be the biggest anime fucking streamer. Nothing but gamer sops. All right, let me read through some of the messages here. Again, I'm sorry about the super chat thing on YouTube. For the people that used Cash App and Ko-Fi, let me read through these here. Let me just put the
Let's
just
listen like one, 2 or 3 of them,
so people know what it is. Anybody
Done
that
deal.
wants to stick around, I'll read through these. Anybody else that's going to take off, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the story about Anna Valens' fart fetish and her tranny rape groups, or about the girl stuffing staplers up her vagina. Because that
Yeah,
is
he
the
has a
world of
Ko-Fi. It says there up there on the
VTuber,
screen there.
apparently.
Shopify,
That and
Ko-Fi,
owning,
Cash App.
like fucking Bugattis. I guess. God,
Ko-Fi.com
oh my God,
/Metokur.
Kirsche can actually buy a Bugatti. Holy shit, that's a mindfuck. We got a message here from Joseph. Twist the Fox tipples, Metokur. Well, we all love the tipples. From Colin. PDFs became common that we've lost all tolerance. From John. Here, Jim, buy some crack with us and get better. Well, thank you very much. From John. Oh no, that was the. I read that twice. I'm sorry. From Logan, the fan fiction is still up on AO3. Oh shit! If that was the Ada Valens fan fiction, I'm sorry. Maybe on another stream I'll read it. I actually really do. I bet you it's fucking horrible. One story was like 2,000 words. Another one was 9,000. From Random, hey, Jewish cabals. Well, guess what? You're in one. Oh, well, I bet you didn't see that coming, buddy. From Jeremy for Smokes. Thank you very much. We all know no better way to recover and become healthy than a good old-fashioned cigarette. From Steven, any chance on a glow-in-the-dark 4-star hat? I don't know if they do glow-in-the-dark. Listen, I'm kind of at the mercy of the companies that make merchandise. Again, that's Metokur.myshopify.com.
You still need to make
Feel
the
free to
4-star, 4 out 5-star.
pick up a fancy hat or a nice T-shirt.
Yeah, you know,
Look at
it's
that.
kind
Oh,
of hard to
that's so
find a
pretty.
company that
Look at
really
it. Brutal
does that and
Americanism.
does it well.
Right, I know. I might just have to start making them on my own. I'll just ship them from the house.
Yeah, it might be a thing to actually go forward on that one. So there we hit a few of the actual
okay
Metokur stuff related shit. So yeah, it's nothing really big so far. But what did you learn? You learned a lot.
I learned things I did not want to know. I learned things that no man should know.
Yeah,
or woman,
well,
or child, or anyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, just remember where Staples.
And I need to find a big enough wood chipper to take out some things.
Take out some things.
Some things or someone's. I don't know.
I enjoyed the things I know. I know. I get that. But no, let's see if I could pull up the other screen. Yeah, all you have to do is type in, Metokur, archive or Mr. Metokur in general, and you get this one on top. Mr. Metokur archives, not Jim. So Zern isn't the only, cool kid.
And go ahead and type in Purity Sins Gaming.
Oh, I know she's
because I want to show her out too because she does really good stuff also.
Yeah, okay.
And she needs a little help.
Oh, she does she?
Yep.
Jeez, she does she? Let's do that. No, there we go. All I have to do is just to type in Purity, and she comes up on the board. She's ahead of. I know, and yeah, all I had to do is technically type in Purity, and then boom, it went Purity. It's Metokur. So, yeah, there is a.
Well, you're not showcasing it. I'm just.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment, sir. Anywho, so yeah, so there's this one here. All right.
The end celebration.
Yeah, so I mean, we've got that. We've got Zern, everybody's personal, whipping boy. This one, the Metokur fun. Yeah, again, Purity. See.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like I want to cut Zon just a little bit of slack. It's like, okay, I get it. He's doing something you don't like. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's not you.
That's right.
Jim's had some takes and said some stuff I don't like. That doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't mean I'm gonna flip out like a retard online and then get mogged by people online for a shit view.
Yeah,
that's why we call you Spurgy. You know about it. You just Spurg.
He is kind of on that level of Spurginess.
You're not that bad.
No, but he hasn't got.
I usually have a reason. I have a reason for my rants I go on.
Yeah, and
a good reason
with chocolates and with a caramel nougat. Very good.
There are people out there have a lot of reasons to do something. Is it a good reason?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes, but
is it really?
No, but again, look what we did on the Monday last week on the or whatever the Sunday thing that Metokur did late at night and was covering his riot moment. I was kind of questioning on his beginning and kind of going, you know what, dude, we're already here in the future where we got AI doing a lot of things, so we already got sex bots, so we're putting people in places where they technically can't really live at the moment, but they're doing quite nicely so far. Yeah, we're already in the future. Where the fuck are you, dude? So yeah, there's going to be those off moments, but it happened with Sargoon and friends. Henceforth,
Sargoon
you've
and the
got that.
cone.
Yeah, henceforth you've got this child kebab, a cabal of children soldiers that are coming after them for whatever reason.
You mean the
That was a
Marines?
big thing. Yeah.
You mean the Marines?
Have you seen his Billy Mitchell take?
Metokur or
Metokur.
Well, I've seen what he's put out on Twitter. On the
Hang on. So because we only watched a portion of it on his Reddit stream. He got sent a DM. I actually went through it a little bit, and right there's the clip. It's 8 minutes. So we can go ahead and go through it real quick.
Okay, give me a moment, James. You've got that in the back thing. Let me.
Well, how about we do that tomorrow?
No, I actually probably would suggest that we can do it now, and we can cancel tomorrow's show.
Okay, well that's fine too.
Take a break.
Taking a couple days off. That sounds good.
Yes. Let me just pull that up. It'd be a lot easier. That way, people have some time off to do whatever they're.
Yeah, and we can go ahead and just clip this out and put it as a premiere.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would work.
There we go. Okay. Make sure that we got volume. So this is the clip itself.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Carl Jobst lawsuit.
Oh shit.
I've been reading Billy Mitchell's Twitter account, and it is funny shit. Now, Mitchell, right? All I knew about him was what I saw in the documentary King of Kong. And they do a really good job of painting him as the world's biggest asshole. And I think he likes to play into that. And I know people have accused him of cheating at games, and there have been different YouTubers that have compiled different compelling reasons for why that is. But I'll say 3 things in regards to this. I've seen other documentaries Mitchell's been in. They're like related to King of Kong. They actually share footage, and then they expand on it.
Uh-huh.
The thing about Mitchell is, while you could claim and put together an argument that he's a cheater, he really does know how to play these fucking games. There's numerous pieces of footage of him, doing live events.
Yeah.
Where they're playing these games. Do you know after the initial news piece they had done on Twin Galaxies and all the people with high scores? After that had come out, some millionaire put together a video game tour for America where he rented out coliseums and filled them with video games, huge fucking arenas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mitchell was one of the people hired to be on that. But they would go and play in front of tons of people. So I know Mitchell is capable of actually achieving high scores and being very good and proficient at these games. So that's one thing. 2, while I do think he can be arrogant and egocentric and all of that, I feel like that's a bit. He's playing into that to sell his stuff.
That could be true too.
That all culminates in this third part. With the lawsuit with Jobst and kind of what happened. After Mitchell won, he could have been the most vindictive cunt if he was really an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just been horrific in the things he said and did because he won. But everything I observed from him on Twitter, right, he didn't do that. He's making lots of jokes. He's poking at Jobst and the whole situation. He's selling hot sauce with discount codes, making fun of Carl Jobst.
Yeah.
And he's playing up to that I'm Billy Mitchell thing. But just, I don't know. After watching how he's reacted after this lawsuit, he doesn't strike me as a fucking horrible person. Like, he's been built up to be like this ultimate evil. But he doesn't come across like that. He just comes across like a guy that makes jokes and sells hot sauce. And, kind of after watching that, I thought to myself, do I really give a shit if this guy cheated at Donkey Kong? No, I kind of don't. I don't know what to tell you, chat. I don't give a shit if Billy Mitchell cheated at Donkey Kong. I literally don't fucking care. In fact, I want to buy his hot sauce.
I mean, is he wrong?
No, he's not. That's been my take.
What has been my take throughout this entire thing?
Who cares if he cheated?
Correct. I mean, there's a lot of butthurt motherfuckers out there, including Carl Jobs, who believe, and it's mostly Australians, to be honest, who believe that they know this game better than everybody else, that they're the best speedrunners than everybody else. Hell, there is a fucking idiot who to this day is rattling on the fact that he made a dissertation that's 10 pages long and I'm very upset he's getting because it was 10, somebody covered it. It was 10 pages of him ranting. Who the fuck cares? But at the end of the day, I don't care whether he cheated at a video game or not. He's got the records. Those are legit. What he does on his off time, I don't fucking care.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You're not
pretty much. And like I said, he's an asshole. And I don't care if he's an asshole.
No.
And he does play into it. He's a heel.
I'm an asshole. I play that kind of neutral, heelish bad boy as often as I need to.
Yeah.
I will get you go. Fuck, your mother shows up. What's the first thing I'm going to do? Rattle her cage.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom shows up. You go, yeah, Elite Dangerous sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. It's your cage is rattled. It's
my gender is an asshole god. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, that is true. But what did we cover for our Friday show? We covered Elite Dangerous and we covered a bit of Star Citizen. And what did I say? I was pretty much I played both. I'm neutral on either. If you play one, you can play the other. Both of them live within the same kind of
ecosystem. Yeah.
Yeah. So this A versus B bullshit makes no fucking sense to me when they do exactly the same thing. I even mentioned that while you were away doing something, that No Man's Sky follows in the same kind of venue. So and there's a few others that kind of follow that they're trying to build an entire universe and you existing in it and doing something in it and building shit in it or buying shit in it and yeah. Okay. But I'm not gonna go, well, this game is better than that game. Well, how? Please tell me. Please.
Die-hard fanboys will do that. And I like Elite Dangerous. I haven't played Star Citizen. I don't think I'm going to play Star Citizen.
No, I'm not forcing you to. You've got to purchase it and you've got to do it. No,
why not? No. You all have to buy both games and decide for yourself.
Yeah,
there you go. You have to.
But right, no, he's devoted on that one side of things, which is great. I'm happy that he's found his thing and in his niche, and he wants to do that.
I'm actually having fun.
And that's basically what it is. You have fun with what? Look, I've been spending a lot more quality time in Dune than I have in anything else so far. So it's
no, that's what I've been doing too. It's actually it's broken as fuck, but it's fun.
I like it. It's broken. It's fun. It's weird. It's just the universe of Dune. I've always enjoyed it. I played it yesterday night. I had Wesley on the stream ask me, does the game meet my expectation? And I said it exceeded it. I was expecting a fucking broken game because I know who built this motherfucker. It works. Oh my fucking god.
Ish. Work-ish.
It works. I didn't say how well it works. It works.
Work-ish. I would say work-ish.
And comparative to what Conan XL was, to where we are now, it works.
Oh, yeah. When it first came out, yes.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, I tried the beta. I got here. I'm like, okay, it works. I'm happy. They thrown in some unusual things that make no fucking sense. Like you can drive
but
your motorcycle right off.
So
yes,
that's why it works. The bugs entertain you.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So Anyways, we'll continue down this, and
Yeah.
we'll continue whatever ranting and end this pretty soon.
All
Okay.
Carl Jobst has done is make me want to buy Billy Mitchell's hot sauce.
Pretty much.
Carl, you lost your fucking house, and all it accomplished was making me buy this man's hot sauce. I don't think that's how you wanted it to turn out, bro. I don't know. I'm reading chat to see like if I'm on my own on this. Maybe I am.
No?
Oh, it looks like some people have tried his hot sauce. Pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what it tastes like. One of my problems with hot sauce is I like it spicy, but they cut it. Some of them really cut it too much with vinegar. And I just don't like that kick of vinegar. I need it balanced better. So if he can balance it better or make it spicy enough where you don't really notice that, I'd like it. So I don't know what it tastes like, but I'm considering giving it a shot. But anyway, that's the answer to your deer thing. At the end of the day, do I care if Billy Mitchell cheated at a video game? Fucking no, I don't. He seems like somebody who actually can play the video game. I think it would be more egregious if Billy Mitchell was a complete retard that didn't know how to hold a controller.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy lived at the arcade for like 20 years. Could he have cheated? Sure. Have people put out compelling evidence? Yeah. I think I've seen a few videos that were pretty fucking good at putting together an argument.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not the devil. I'm sorry. Like, really, when I step back and think about it, I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking care if this guy cheated at video games. He just seems like a guy that likes to joke around and sell hot sauce. I think it sucks for Carl. I kind of feel like he fucked his whole life into the dirt with this.
Oh, he did.
Like, he owes so much money. I don't know what he's going to do, right? Like, his house is on the line. I don't know how Australia works. Maybe some people in chat are from there. They can explain it. Like, is he compelled to sell his house? Yeah, is anybody in chat from Australia? Since Jobs lost the lawsuit right in Australia, and he's forced to pay this settlement, this judgment, will they take his assets and make him sell it?
Yes and no. Because again, it is a weird system. It's another colony system, similar to places in Vancouver or the UK or India. It is very highly possible that they could take his assets, but may not. He could be in uber debt for the rest of his life.
And he's in a country where you can't file for bankruptcy, I believe.
Yeah, he lucked out and has that funny law that says he can't do that. So he's good. He's good. We got about 3 more minutes or so.
Like, is he gonna lose his fucking house?
Oh yeah.
Somebody said he's filing for bankruptcy. Now, I think in America, if you file for bankruptcy, oh shit, is it they leave one like property and one vehicle untouched? Okay, somebody's saying he has to sell. Somebody said bankruptcy and tax fraud, putting assets under your wife's name.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope he didn't try that. Like, he has to realize that he's under a microscope right now. And, God, I hope he's not dumb enough to do that.
He's going to do
Why
it.
do I feel like
he
Carl
already
is
said
the
he
guy
did, so.
that will go on Discord and tell his buddies, like, I really f***ed Billy. I hid my assets in my wife's... Oh, God, I hope he's not that stupid.
He is.
I have a feeling if he did something like that and Mitchell got a hold of it and brought that to court, the judge would double the judgment. Somebody said he did. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's really brutal. Did he really do that? Did he really do that and then brag about it? He's not that dumb.
He is.
He's not that fucking stupid.
No, he did. He literally isn't.
He literally
went
did
on-
that.
Yeah.
Did he really do that? Is Carl Jobs that fucking stupid? He's not that stupid. He did that. Literally did it. Holy shit.
I know
what an
it's
idiot.
really hard to believe someone is that stupid.
Unfortunately,
His Discord link showed he asked AI for legal advice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. Well, okay. What a dumbass. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. It's a little late. Oh, wow. I don't know if he did it. I'm not that up to date on it. People in chat are saying he did. That's so dumb. Oh, I hope he's not that stupid. I hope he's not talking about trying to hide money from a judgment and, fucking around with bankruptcy.
He did
and
it.
then he's breaking about the
He
Discord.
was.
Oh, that's
He's an idiot.
catastrophic. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. That's really
Fuck
bad.
off, really?
God, you know what would be really funny? Holy shit. If Billy Mitchell put together a YouTube video where he tries to prove that Carl Jobst is hiding his assets in an emulator. he mirrors what people did when they shit on his Donkey Kong stuff. He's like, as you can see here, we noticed that the Discord log isn't lined up properly. This is clearly in an emulator. He's hidden his assets in a Chinese emulator. I just wow. I guess I'm glad about Carl Jobst. Wow, Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how do you turn that much of a judgment into something worse? I guess you try to defraud the government by f***ing with your bankruptcy and hiding assets? Like, oof. Oh, my God. I bet you Mitchell, oh, he must feel like the cock of the walk. Like, dude, you've got to play into it. Oh, Billy Mitchell needs to, like, what was that? What Spider-Man movie was it? Where he turns into the bad Spider-Man and dresses up like a cunt and is like dance
Spider-Man
walking
3.
down the street. Like, that's what you got to do, Mitchell. You got to commit to the bit. You've got to go full tilt with this shit. You've just got to be the world's biggest dick and just rub it in his face. Oh, I will buy
Just
some hot
mushroom
sauce
stamp
if you
his
do.
forehead at this point. Just mushroom stamp it.
Oh yeah.
Whap!
Whap. Oh God. But yeah, no.
Yeah, it has Biggie's Hot Sauce Company in the indention too.
Imagine your own government ruling against you in the favor of some American. Well, honestly, it happened. It always happens, more often than not. Jobs was being a complete asshole and thinking that he knew more than the actual judge, and yeah, it fucked him over. He pulled a Ricada. You don't pull a Ricada, especially in Australia. As well as he fired his.
Said I could pay on your grave, Metokur.
He also paid out. So he hired his first team of lawyers, fired them, hired another team of lawyers, all because of the fact that he didn't like the first team's answer.
Just say you're sorry. That's all he's asking for. Just say you're sorry. You're going to save so much money.
Oh yeah, that's all he had to do, and he couldn't do that. So
I was like, dude, that's an easy out. It's
was.
just the easiest out ever. That's the softball.
Yeah,
that was a softball he threw you, and a wiffle ball. That's actually a wiffle ball. That's not even a softball. That's a wiffle ball.
Yeah,
it's like Jesus or T-ball at this fucking point. I mean, just hit it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not going to hit it. I'm not. I refuse to hit that T-ball.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But no. Yeah, it's over. It's over, chat. It's over. But no, I mean,
it's over.
But yeah, no, he had an opportunity. He could have walked away, took the knee. He opted not to. It's over. He owes pretty close to $1 million. Yeah, I wish him the best of luck.
Oh man, someone just posted in Kiwi's Farms. The ass hurt in this thread is so palpable. Short Fire Otaku, is that you?
Yeah. Look, the farms are going to be a little upsetty, skitty. Josh is going to kind of get his little ruffle feathers in a bunch and put that out on a stream eventually. And anybody else who's mentioned, yeah, they're gonna kind of do a little bit of a rah-rah uproar, but what is that going to do in the end game?
I'm just gonna sit back and laugh.
That's basically what I'm going to be doing. It's having fun watching this shit show happen, like the Ethan Klein sewage. That is gold. Regardless of what he wins or loses, that is gold.
It's gold, and the thing is. And like I said, listening to Potential Criminal and Legal Mindset and a couple other people and looking over it myself and just looking at it is like the lawsuit has and now I haven't stated my opinion publicly or anything like this on it yet, but the lawsuit itself for a copyright violation claim, it's legitimate. It is legit. They admitted to it. He has basically struck down all 4 points of fair use that they initially violated with their own omissions.
Oh, I know.
So it's a legitimate copyright complaint.
Oh,
now,
I get that. I get
it
that.
does. It has a lot of baggage in it that it does not need to be in it.
I get. We have other people who are looking at that, like Chud Logic, a little chuddy boy. He's still upsetty sketty because this could hurt the commentary people. I don't fucking care about the commentary people. Great.
All right, time out. Here's the thing. So here's the thing with Chud Logic. Here's one of the things I don't like. He doesn't like lawsuits like this that could affect him. How could this affect him? Oh, well, he's also a reactionary channel.
Yeah.
So what? Here's the thing. Even Klein even stated in his video, his intention is not to go at reactionary channels. It's to go at the bad faith ones. Like if you like for us, we sit down and we tell you, hey, go and support this creator. I'm like, except for like Metokur, it's like, well, I can tell you go support the creator, but once the stream's done, the stream gets done. And stuff like that. But here's his channel. Here's the channel you can go to, and maybe you can catch the next one, or his other archive channels that do that.
Yeah.
No, we try to shield and patron the people we react to and shit like that, and it's not a lot of people. It's just Metokur that we usually react to. There's some other things that we react to, but that's about it. But besides from that, yeah, it's gonna hurt him if he does it lackluster. Like if he wants to go, hey, I'm gonna react to this person. I'm not watching the actual channel. I'm watching a downloaded version, so I don't have to give them a view. Don't go to that channel and watch it. Don't give them a like. Instead, give me a like. Give me money. And we're gonna try to fuck him over and hurt him. And I really don't care about what's in the video. I'm not really gonna give you my take. We're just gonna sit here and laugh and watch and not be critical of it. You say those things, that right there is enough to have a court go, yeah, this is not fair use.
No,
and that needs to be a thing.
It should.
And Judge's issue is he doesn't like anything going to court, especially defamation, stuff like that. Oh, they should have just handled it online, and it shouldn't be. They just need to learn how to ban harm. No, and this is one of the issues I have with Mizu, because Mizu has this thing about Billy Mitchell being a vexatious litigant. Yeah, his claim is Billy Mitchell is a vexatious litigant. No, he's not. He's not been deemed a vexatious litigant. All of the cases that Billy has brought to court has had some sort of merit. Has he won in a legal sense? One, that means, okay, a judgment given in the cases. He has 2 of them. On the other ones, they're settled out. Well, a settlement's not a win. Actually, no. A settlement is a win if you get what you want in the settlement.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy got what he wanted.
Yeah. Actually, not really. He didn't really get what he just wanted an apology.
That's what he got. What he wanted.
He got those.
That's a win.
And we're not talking about call jobs. We're talking about the other lawsuits he filed.
Oh yeah, those lawsuits too. Yeah.
Now that was a win to him.
He got his wins, whether it was monetary or just by simply the person shutting up and just accepting it for what it is.
All right.
So,
with that being said,
Scotty Almondjoy goes, so the archive report, apparently. I think you're talking about XYZ's son. Yeah, he's kind of melting down on Twitter. It's kind of sad. It's whatever. He could be butthurt. That's fine. Unfortunately for Zon, he should know this as being an archiver. Apparently, he doesn't watch the stuff. He just archives it. Apparently, hate to tell him, this has been Jim's take for years. He's just not gonna mindlessly go and call someone a pedophile because other people think they're pedophiles, or he's not gonna go overly crazy as like, oh my god, Lolly, that's pedophile. He's not gonna do that. He understands the context and nuance, and he also understands that's defamation, and he also understands that's gay and stupid, and he's not gonna fall in line with those people. And he's done that multiple times and throughout the multiple years. This is not something. This is not a new ton. This is not a, oh my God, he's changed his mind. No, this has been his stance since Jim 81 Jim.
So
Sorry.
his biggest thing that he's gone on to is life ruination. He's not interested in life ruination. He thinks it's gay, and anybody who's doing it is stupid and gay.
Yeah,
And
He's a
that's what
faggot,
and
any
that's
room of his life.
and that's what happened to Kirsche.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got to bring Kirsche on and talk about it, especially since Anna Valens has a little bit of a back and forth with Metokur before in the past.
Mm-hmm.
During Gamergate, when he was Phil.
Oh, you kind of figured it out. Congrats.
So it's like, sorry, bub. I'm sorry your butt hurt. Guess what? Jim's got a couple takes that I don't like. Jim's got a couple takes that Rogue doesn't like.
No.
Jim Max here doesn't care. But you know what? We're not gonna go gay and retarded. Go, oh my God, I hate this person now that I spent so much time dedicated to archiving. It's like, okay, he has an opinion that's different from mine. So what? Move on.
I mean, I didn't like all of Jim's X-Files that he did back in the past, which he was trying to get into a certain different direction. I mean, yeah, he's got some interesting takes, some good, some bad, but you move on. You accept them for what it is. You critique it, and he gets better.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Zahn, is like he's not the go on end all be all. You got Purity Sins who archives the stuff. You have Metokur, not Metokur archives.
Yeah.
You
got Mr. Metokur archives. You've got so many different fucking archivists out there that seem to be doing just as well as Zern is. He isn't the only big dog in the archivist department.
Yeah.
Look, Metokur Fembot used to be an archivist.
Yeah, and it's like it's nothing against Zahn. As I don't hate him, and I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh well, he's got to be made fun of, unfortunately, and that's that he's gonna get dunked on by people and Metokur fans, and if Metokur sees it and decides he wants to slap back, well, that's Metokur's got to slap back. I mean, we've seen it happen with we've seen it happen with Mr. Sand, we've seen it happen to several other people.
Yes. Jim's having too much fun over there.
Yeah, I don't know where I found this picture. Listen, I didn't make this. I don't know where I found it from.
Yeah, I know. Man Scratch made that. So how about you put it away? Anyways.
So at the end of the day, we learned a lot. It's fun watching the melt happen.
Yes, it is.
Just watch the salt happen. Enjoy with the popcorn that's going to be kicking around, and
just remember, his opinion's not changed. You really want to know how? Look on here. No, here's the easiest way. Bro, you want to bring this up on just the main page here for Jim's.
Yeah. Give me a moment. Be the last one. Blop. Okay, let's move that over here. Well, let's see if it will find it. Share. Screen. It found it. Share. There we go.
Yeah. Look at his banner.
Yeah, look at it.
There you go. Ever since he got his Moshi Moshi Moon account back, and he's been on Twitter for over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Ever since he's got his Moshi Moshi Moon account, that has been the banner, that has been the picture. If you have an issue with him talking to Kirsche right now and you want to go and burn your hand and stuff like that, you're a retard. I'm sorry.
Well, the stream is actually pretty 60% Jimism, 40% of actually being serious. I kind of went over the hot bots of the Kirsche drama, and Jim freaking out that Kirsche made 160K
in 3 weeks.
A good day in 3 weeks, and he's now trying to find a way to not only give birth, but probably become a VTuber so he can make 160K. He's feeling old. He's feeling fucking old. So yeah. It was a good stream, honestly. There was a lot of people who got butthurt over it because they were brought up in it. No worries, no worries. Josh got shot. Brought up. They did a SmackDown.
They didn't even wait until like the middle part or the end. I mean, it's like right out the fucking gate.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a little bit of a smackdown on him. There was a few others that got hit pretty big. Synthetic guy or synthetic man. He kind of got hit a little bit. But overall, it was pretty much, hey, we're focusing on what happened to Kirsche. They did that, and they were just shooting the shit through most of it. That's basically it. That is your short, easy, digestible moment. If you want to, you just type in, archives, or her better yet, go to your internet archives, go to Mr. Metokur archives, and it'll be there. No worries, Flair, no worries. But yeah, that honestly, I had fun. I'm watching the melt happen over on the farms, and other people are going to be melting soon. The salt is going to be glorious. So sit back, relax, watch your Twitters, and watch people freak the fuck out.
And enjoy the face reveal.
Yeah, pretty much. Chase. But no, I'm expecting Elisa Clips to do a bit of clipping on her channel, and whoever else is in the clippage. They're going to be clipping a few things here and there. So it was fun.
Yeah,
it was.
Very succulent. I appreciate it. Texas size 10-4. Didn't mean to derail. Oh,
No.
we're getting ready. We're getting ready
to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
You showed up, asked the question. I'm like, you know what? I can wrap this up pretty quick.
Yeah. Kiwi Farms there's a lot of infighting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they're melting. They're seizing and melting. I love it. But as usual, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along for this unusual stream Snipe. We are not going to be doing Metokur tomorrow because we've already done the histrionics live and in living color. And yeah, as usual, I give these motherfuckers their last rites. I hit buttons. Oh, we had Gator and Mama Akko. Was there anybody else that showed up?
No, there's a couple of other people that was going to show up, but they didn't show up. To be fair, says, I'm a proud member of Kiwi Farms. And it's like, you know what? Respect to you. It's just, from what we're looking at, there's a lot of infighting. Because I'm seeing people defend Jim, defend Kirsche, attack Jim, attack Kirsche, going, other people going, I don't get it.
It's just, Harvey showed up too, so it worked out.
It's just
the rabbit.
It's just kind of all over the place, and it's like I'm sitting there going, "It's like, how can there be this much of a reaction of Jim just talking to Kirsche? It astounds me."
Oh yeah, and then there is people trying to do another doxing campaign on Jim for some reason, which is already
on Soy Jack or something like that. Apparently, Jim got a large pizza at the house.
Yeah, I told you it's already been done, so it's nothing new. Anyways. So last rights, we're hitting buttons. We're getting the fuck out.
It is Flair, yep.
All right, we're done. I'm hitting buttons. Peace, bitches.